Oh, good morning, Vietnam. What's up, guys? We are back with another weekend recap, end of the week, start of the week for y'all overseas. It's probably Monday morning for anyone watching from across the way, Sunday night for anyone watching from my personal home, America, or somewhere along that line. We're going to be recapping MPL because I didn't get to watch any games this weekend. I had to put in a couple extra hours at work this weekend. Things have just been a little busy, so we're going to be grinding. I'm off tomorrow. We got a long session ahead of us. We're looking at least 3 hours. It's only 9:41. I plan on going to at least like 1 a.m., 2 a.m. here. So we're going to watch a lot of games, maybe try to get through all of week 2 here. I don't know how many of these go all the way, full best of threes. We will see. Xenogenesis, what's up, man? Welcome. So yeah, we're going to watch. We're starting off with Omega versus RSG. If you know the score, I've been literally ignoring all of the scores on Instagram, on Twitter, on Facebook. I've been trying not to scroll too far because eventually I see who wins these games. So if you know it, don't spoil it, please. I would appreciate it. It makes it a little more exciting for me. Let's share the stream real quick. We're going to do some quick shares. Control V. Yes, share to everyone. If you're just coming in, say hello, drop a comment, all that good stuff. You know. Let's share. Copy.
Which is why, Nats should be the priority here for Omega because you do not want that guy to be just coming into your face and taking over the game.
Well, right now, as we get into the draft of the game for game number 1 anyway, you can already see, you guys mentioned, the bans, how this kind of meta is going to fall into place here, but already seeing the Kadita taking out that Kaja as well, Wan across the board for them. We'll see what else RSG.
Come vibe, guys. Come vibe.
Being on the blue side, it's interesting to think
we
how
gotta
Coach
discard
Cockpit
that.
might be playing with that one hero trade. It's huge how he sets the pace there. For Coach Panda, I think he's happy to be on the right side. You agree, Panda? Do you agree? Midnight, you work closely with Panda here.
You work closely with
years
this.
prior. That's how I read the situation.
I mean, as much as I want to be Panda right now, yeah, I do think that Coach Panda has always been the guy, especially up against teams like this. He would want to get second pick because you do get that 2 picks
Sapphire.
draft combo
Re.
wherein you can react to whatever the opponent throws at you at the first pick, and you also get that ultimate last pick, which is going to become a factor here up against Smart Omega because you have that secret weapon that you can hide up against their phases. And right now, I'm seeing that there's a lot of potential for RSG Slate Philippines to maximize those 2 picks coming on their first phase, especially with the presence of the Valentinas, the Glues, and even the the recently buffed heroes.
Oh, the Faramis is being set up. So even if Glue is open, the answer's there. You can't get both.
Can't get both, right? But I'm wondering, too, like, if you leave that open, I could still see Smart Omega picking up the glue there. They want to play around that. It's just a...
Fermi's still open. Valentina
like
still open.
Now,
You can definitely
whatever it is,
leave that open.
So strong. There's the Faramis ban, like you were just mentioning. But let's see. They don't. They go with the Fredrin here.
Ooh, first time H2 not going to be able to play that Fredrin, but... Again, Valentina is still open. Actually, Carry is still open. Something that RSG
It's a little hot in here, guys. It's a little hot.
Love to snatch, especially up against.
When do we think Fredrin is going to fall off?
So that's
Is he ever going to fall off?
I love the gambit, though, that Coach Etomas and Coach Pacbet are employing here. Now what, John Paul? No more Fredrin. What do?
I'm starting to get the feeling that, like, fighter bulky jungles are never going to not be meta in the jungle.
Right? Those
Starting to get that feeling.
Neither. Because that's the thing, though. H2O, he doesn't. Okay.
PMizer, what's up?
Pretty much all last week, but he doesn't need.
Will NACT qualifier be live streamed? No, the qualifier will not.
He can go with a different angle that he wants to.
I think it starts next weekend.
That already checks a lot of boxes for
I think it starts next weekend.
I
It'll
like
not.
this. Getting the Fredrin first pick and then switching up the road to XP, picking up the Hayabusa, just ensuring that H2, whatever route you want to go on, there's, that ain't possible anymore. If you want to go Assassin, there's the Ling, there's the Lancelot, but also do take note, the Paquito is still open.
Yeah.
I wonder, I was going to say, right, from the graphics we had earlier, we saw the Paquito there, but I'm wondering, do we see, and this was debated also online a little bit, do we see the tank Lancelot in the hands
Please
of
no.
H2O?
Hey,
I'm on the desk. Please no.
Midnight, it's 50-50 now. Ken from Falcon used to rock it, failed.
Yeah,
MP the King does it a lot, but we're still.
Heard about Chicken said about yeah, I saw what Chicken said about MSC.
There's the Moscow last pick.
It's his opinion, man. He's allowed to feel that.
So clearly going to go to the hands of Eman.
As a caster, I think MSC is a big event.
Both Claude and carry right now, or you leave the carry open because you do have the glue. And
I think Chicken really just wants to go somewhere where everyone loves MPL. I mean, where everyone loves Mobile Legends, right? Chicken just wants to be. I think he's gotten a taste of it now, being overseas, being around that. And it's like, God, America sucks. Everybody's so far apart. Like, I mean, if you took everyone that loved Mobile Legends in America and put them in a place the size of the Philippines or something like that, it would be a bit nicer. It wouldn't be as nice as the Philippines, but it's like our community is just so spread out.
Okay, we'll take out the Matrix, maybe take out the Brody after, and then you go into the carry, we beat you up.
Chicken says MSC doesn't mean shit, and he's going to Indo.
In real life.
That's what he said. I can't curse, guys. I can't curse.
Better than try.
The thing is, okay, they take out that Beatrix, they take out the Wan. Obviously, going with the keys to victory, right? Kind of focusing, honing in on that gold lane. But this is what we see all the time against Omega, whereas I mean, now it's a little more dire because
I don't think MSC is like not
you're used to having more of that dynamic
anything, you know. I think MSC is
right?
the biggest tournament right after World Stage.
How does play out in the XP lane? How does Miko even do?
It's the biggest international event other than World Stage.
Just put all your eggs in one basket in Kelra because we know how that could play out here, especially against a team like PSG Slate Philippines.
I can understand if your goal is to join an overseas team, then yeah, sticking around for NACT may not be a big deal for you.
You're a Fredrin XP laner up against a Glue. It's not a hard matchup per se, but what Glue does is just so much better compared to the Fredrin because it is an XP laner that can just, walk straight towards your gold laner and you can't do anything about it. He just presses, split, and then what? Who's going to kill him? Especially, if Brody is out. But Claude is on the pool. Remember that this is still a
exactly. Like that's why I'm not mad about it. Like it's not really upsetting to me.
So much easier to shut down a Claude.
I'm pretty used to the way that Chicken talks. He speaks his mind, kind of like how I speak my mind. So like the way he acts and doesn't really like surprise me. It's just his style.
Hell-bent on allowing just certain heroes for a Kelra.
And if he goes onto an MPL team, that'd be amazing. I'd be super happy for him.
With Light picking up the Cho.
If Zane went over to an MPL team, that would be amazing. I'd be super happy for him. If anybody went to another team. If they stayed and did amazing here, I'd be happy for them. You know, it's their life, their choice, right?
It does leave more options for, for.
It's like if I went overseas to cast. If they offered me to cast MPL and I had the ability to move my family there or something, I might do it.
Ryzen, I got you. Don't worry.
I might do it.
The nightmare of junglers.
So again,
Ryzen picks up. Didn't Ryzen play Hayabusa last week and lose with it repeatedly?
Especially with Omega's 2 picks. If you pick up a roamer that can deal
good day, done with your share of choice? Yes.
They straight pick up the
we're all good.
For Light. So I think H20 is going to be
Sunday's a day of rest, bro. No chores for me.
If John Paul is feeling it, please don't. Again, Franco is still a threat,
historically speaking, it was Coach Panda who debuted the jungle
with Demon Kite, right?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Well, there's another hero that you mentioned. You don't particularly like seeing. That was a
Ruby.
I know. Yep. It's a. We don't get to see it, but that was
a Ruby. I like the Ruby.
She was offended.
Yep. She got hit by
she was offended.
Sure.
That was clean midnight.
Omega's draft, right?
I give you that.
Rome, Ruby, and then a Harith in the gold lane. So there's a solid amount.
Yeah, I honestly feel like even if Fredrin was nerfed a little bit more, like he would still be viable just because of his kit.
Here or Karina,
right?
But if you're crazy enough, I want to see a Lunox jungler.
You want to see something spicier in the jungle, but there's still the flexibility factor here. We're going to find out in just a few seconds what is locked in. and it's going to go ahead and be Martiz.
Oh, right.
Okay, so still relatively a safe pick for jungle, right? You have the Martiz, focus on the objectives, and you got to admit too, like Martiz is pretty. I was gonna say scary, but he's not scary. He's just annoying to deal with because you can't lock him down when you want to, right?
He's solid. I'd say he's solid. This March pickup for RSG Slate Philippines.
Oh, some dude, what's up?
The draft is much like
Some
Wolves
dude just
call
entered
for
the
Omega.
chat.
I don't know where that's coming from, but as
I'm gonna be on
soon
point with my
as
camera tonight,
in-game
guys.
A poll shows up. You
I'm
only
gonna be
have
on
until
point.
the timer runs out to comment your prediction with the hashtag SmartPowersMPL S11. Now, more on that Martis. With RSG Slate picking up that Martis, it felt like you were looking in the cupboard for something.
I'm gonna
to put on
move
your
my
bread,
camera around
late
like I'm
night snack
supposed
at
to.
2 a.m., 3 a.m. You found a jar of peanut butter. Like, oh, I didn't know I had that. Because that's what Martis is. He's not offensive.
A jar of
It doesn't
peanut
hurt
butter?
to
Peanut
pick up
butter.
the Martis. He's peanut
Peanut
butter.
butter, yeah. He's there, he's available.
He's
And
all right.
I think, with Coach Panda being at the helm of RSG Slate Philippines, he was like, okay, we play into Ruby. We need to get a jungler that, doesn't really necessarily supplement our lineup, but just deals with the Ruby in the early game, especially well with the, the CC immunity that Martis gets.
So yeah, overall, I think both teams drafted well. It's just a matter of making that Hayabusa work. And here's the hope in the Barangay have it figured out. Game 1 between Smart Omega and RSG Slate Philippines is upon us.
All
Look at
right,
this
let's
merge
go.
orange for both. No, actually, they've rotated already. We're 45 seconds in.
Yeah, they're already
Looking
jumping
at the
into it, right? And at
drafts.
the same time, the biggest factor here for Omega already, aside from Kelra playing this Harith here, how this transitions, it's going to be
I think RSG is going to have a really nice level 4 spike, right?
Ryzen, right? Rolling
They have the
with
Farza,
an assassin jungler pick,
they have
especially
H2O.
against H2O and the Smartiz. You want to find those early pickoffs, those early
You have
kills as
Amon,
fast
and
as
then you have
possible.
Nats, right? You
Start
also have
that
Light,
snowball
like
for you and your team.
everybody
Definitely
right around,
possible
I want to say like
Smart Omega, especially having a
4,
higher
5,
lineup,
6 minute
which
mark.
activates
RSG has
the
a really
mid
good
game.
popping
You
off
need
chance.
to get that early
Um,
start because RSG, once they get their
Omega,
damage
on
from
the other
first
hand,
strike, Martis
I think it might take him
because
it's a little bit different. A lot of their fights are going to spoiler Calred. Bro, don't spoil. Don't spoil.
And this is how you do it. Again, you threaten this snowball lineup with, I'd say, unsolicited courage. Like, there's no reason that RSG should have made a 4-man rotation, but they did, and they caught Omega.
I kind of hope if Omega wins this, it'd be good
I
because
think
they
the
took a
biggest thing
rough
for
loss
that
last
is,
week, right?
Again,
They took a
allowing
really
Amon to
rough
not
loss
have
last
as
week.
bad of a time against this Harith pick, because if they just leave Amon alone, he is going to get picked on, right? So I expect to see that here from RSG Slate as it leads into this first turtle of the game.
Yeah, again, these are
Here, turn the AC on a little higher.
Philippines gameplay. Just putting heroes on the top lane, just making sure that there's enough pressure for Kelra to not be able to make a move.
Had to put
These
that thing
are
on high
concepts
cool, not
very
low
easily
cool.
abused by RSG.
Okay, well, it's H2O.
This
securing
is
the first
week
turtle
2, day
game.
1. Week
Light
2, day
comes
1.
in with the kick. Nothing
Week 2, day
commencing
1.
out of it, but they grab the objective.
We watched week
That's as
week
clean as
1
it
last
gets for
week
a lineup
during
that
like
is
during what we watched
arguably on
most
the
of it
back
live.
foot against an
But this
assassin
weekend I was
jungler.
really busy.
They did well. They timed that turtle.
And it was a little
They
hard for me to
spaced
stay
out
up super late
Ryzen.
and watch it
They
all,
threatened him. They saw where the shadow was.
it's at like 2
So
a.m.
it's
for my
clear,
time.
This whole time, Evan was just farming.
Yeah,
If
again,
I want to
they
watch it
don't
live,
try,
I
they
have
just
to like
want
take a
put
nap
pressure
at
on
like
the front lines
8
against
p.m. and then
Omega.
wake up
It's
at
like
1.
If if you ask RSG, how much
Like a big
objective
dog.
pressure do you want? Yes.
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 That's the answer.
And that's what we can expect in the first 5 or 6 minutes until at least Expert has some burst, and then H2 can, just.
I'm just wondering like
chase
Ryzen. I'm
down
wondering like
and then combine, and then I'd say
how much of a
daisy
threat
chain his
Ryzen
destinies.
really is
So
here.
the other thing too is, if you're Stome here, you have your own kind of puzzle game. Hope there's the way the dragon. They might be able to get it, and it's
Miko
Miko
goes
that
down.
falls here. First blood going to the hands of Exort already. Now the eyes here on the top side might be crashing down on.
Week 2,
Kelra.
day 2,
Kelra's
Omega,
gotta be careful
okay.
Here gets the focus. H2O beyond the turret.
Kelra.
The Zaman Force going to push
Oh
RSG
my.
Slate back for now.
I love this gameplay from RSG Slate Philippines. Again, these are fundamental aspects of the game. These are concepts that are, played at the highest level. Just bursting that Ruby on the gold
game
lane.
style
There's no
really
way that they
changed?
need to retain. Hold that
Oh,
thought.
Nice pick here.
Exort.
Exort gonna flicker her out though. Can't
Good
get away.
pick.
Stome grabs the
There's
kill
that's who
himself.
Ryzen is going for.
And there you go.
There's
They
my
even it
answer.
out, but still, RSG Slate has a minor advantage here.
Now the question, we're not out of the woods if you're thinking as a member of the barangay. They did get a pick off. It's a trade on the board, 1-for-1, 4 minutes in.
As a member of the betting
where do
guy.
they put that win?
Yeah, the thing is, if they win skirmishes, they still
Why
have
is
to
Slate
win.
popular?
RSG right now, they're the ones making the moves on the map.
I have the same question, right? So is Slate like an esports company that bought up some of RSG Philippines and some of Geek Fam?
It's a Moscow that scales hugely on the end game.
Are they an organization that invested into both?
Activated in the mid game, which where Smart Omega comes in. They need to find that window where they can fight into RSG.
Lots of money, right? Is that what it is? They just paid into.
Positioning.
I don't know all the
They
details
don't
on
allow
it.
that from, Smart
I was
Omega, 'cause
asking
they're
the same
always
thing
ready to
last
fight.
week.
Look at this immaculate pull by Renzio. He knows that the answer to the question earlier posed by Midnight for RSG Slate was yes. And what he's doing is there's no clear decision from Ryzen. He's still taking his orange. He's just delaying it. So this
And
is
you
a
can
great
tell
answer, I'd say, on the
the
fly.
casters, every time they
It's
say
like,
RSG, they're
Smart
saying
Omega
Slate.
knows
Like, that was something that was
what
hard
the,
impressed.
what
Like,
the
hey,
steps are
it's
for
not
RSG.
RSG anymore, it's
Just
RSG
plays a little bit,
Slate.
you don't have to contest
Because,
it,
like,
just
the
have to
casters
make
are saying
sure
it every
that,
time.
You create that window where RSG is delayed enough such that Smart Omega's timing gets bigger and wider.
Oh, well, right now, Light's going to get pulled in. Should be fine. It gets out just like that. And, okay, they trade the turtle here, right? So that's 2 now in the hands of RSG Slate. And I felt like they wanted to go with
Then
a play
Evos
up
kicked
top,
him?
at least focus on Emin, not let him just keep farming up like you guys mentioned.
So,
But
they
luckily,
bought part of the
it
teams.
resulted to anything. Light, though, comes in. There's the way of the dragon right under everybody. Ryzen still going to be able to get away, though. Comes back in. Everybody just backs off for now. A lot of this push and pull.
Look at the discipline from Ryzen. He knew that he wasn't going to die. If that was me, if I was Hayabusa, I would have ulted right there.
It's not like how Chalk New used to, yeah.
Honestly, it's such a crazy skirmish.
I don't know what
going
happened to
on.
Slate Esports
Both
of
Miko
Ingaspor.
and Light had the same idea. Unfortunately, H2 was
They
in the
got
middle
switched
of
out by
using his second
Stellark.
skill, and he was not able to press his
Stellark,
estimate to
they
figure
never
out
actually played last
Ryzen,
year,
but
didn't they?
came
They
to
made
this
it,
game.
but then
Both of
Stellark
them,
took
they
their
just backed
spot.
off. Nobody chased. Nobody
Right?
went for a greedier kill. They just knew that
Maybe
they
I'm
needed
wrong?
to get away and go back to whatever they're doing.
I could be
Still
completely
here,
wrong. I know
yeah,
Stellark
Salted
took the spot of
focus right
somebody
now in the
last
jungle
season in
of
Singapore.
Omega. Ryzen should be able to grab his purple. Still going to be fighting for it.
I actually know some of the people that work for
Retreat
Singapore,
away from him.
that work for
The
Stellark.
peanut butter attacked.
The peanut butter attacked.
Well,
He needed that.
HQ was
He
level
needed
9 at
that.
point, and Ryzen
He
was
did
level
need
8.
that.
So retribution damage was higher on the side of RSG Slate Philippines, which crippled Smart Omega's timing quite a bit because the tempo maker or the momentum-based hero is now completely shut off because without the purple buff, it's hard for Smart Omega to make plays around his Hayabusa.
Crippled, more like destroyed. There's no way Smart Omega is snowballing right
Ritsuka,
now.
what's
They're
up, man?
past the time
Shout out.
limit.
He was decimated.
Oh.
Do some shoutcasting?
This
Do you mean by
this is
shout out?
hard.
Do you
Being
mean
a member of the
shoutcasting?
guy Right now,
You want me to cast some
it's
spots?
difficult to watch this game. And as RSG pummels on through, just again procedurally cakewalking their way through the early game, they're about 2K ahead. What does this mean for Eamon and Kelra up top? Because we haven't seen much action from them.
Well, it's much of a farm game for both sides. But again, RSG Slate Philippines, they're
H2O
getting
still
all
able to
objectives
take that.
here.
Renzio
Meanwhile,
now on the
Renzio
run
area
is going to get the
versus
taunt
one. I
off
don't
to
think
Nas,
he's
but he
gonna
needs
be
to try to
able
get
to
away
get
from
much.
this.
There's the
Big
Praetor's
slam
grab.
down on it.
Still
H2O
on
immobilized,
Work
keeps
done.
walking into that
Ryzen goes
stun,
up
but
on
he
the
hits a...
top side. Rest of the
Oh,
teams
God.
all fighting top
My
side
bad.
while it's a 2 versus 1
Hopefully
on the
that
bottom
doesn't
side.
happen when I'm live.
Renzio able to survive, though.
Up at the
There
top
it is
side, though.
once
Mega
again,
wants to
but
come on to
they're
Iman. He
still
does come
focusing
in,
here.
doing a
Come
nice
on,
amount of
though.
damage onto
Oh!
Kelra. Feathered
Can't
Airstrike comes
get
down,
the
but
pick he
Kelra
was looking
gets
for.
away.
Now
Stome
it's a
trying to
2
find a
versus
position.
2
Nice
top
terrify on
side.
Iman, but Iman
Renzio
still
finally gets
survives.
taken out
Spear of
bottom
Destruction
as we
comes
have our eyes
across.
set on the top.
And the bot side, a lot of
Back and
damage.
forth.
Renzio
I was
taken
gonna say
down
that was
along
a
with
win
the
for Omega.
tower.
The fact that Renzio didn't die, but eventually he fell, and then there was a messy trade up top.
Kelra's,
I don't know where
even
this
when
puts both
Kelra's
teams,
losing,
I'd
he's
say
able to
RSG's
really
elite.
control his
Ryzen
lane.
died on top lane. Light and Eman outplayed 3 heroes.
Like,
on
it
the
makes,
side of
like,
Smart
Kelra's never really
Omega. This is
losing,
not
right?
something
Like,
that you want if you're holding
he's-
this kind of lineup. Again,
the best you do is
momentum
stalemate
everything
him.
for Smart Omega.
Unless you
Yes,
send, like,
you
3 or
do
4
have
up
late
there,
game scaling,
which they're doing
but
now.
compared against RSG's lineup where
Where
the
Kelra
Marcus
reads it.
will
Look at
just
him. He
stand
knows.
on the front line,
Kelra
guard
knows,
Eman.
bro.
It's gonna
Oh,
be
nice. I'm
difficult.
offended.
Oh, that was a nice pick there. Emon going to get punished as I was just admiring how fast that Monskov attacks, but that's how fast he gets taken out as well.
Yeah.
I'll take that flicker trade for a pickoff on Moskov any day. Kelra was happy there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Eman
mosquito.
was definitely much happier.
He
'cause
bites,
took
but
a
he gets
tower.
squished quickly.
He did miss a wave, but they're completely getting so much control over the side of Smart Omega. And they can't even take the tower in the top lane. Exort is there to defend. And again, this is the roles of RSG. Okay, you know what? Gold lane is not here. It's not going to be able to defend my tower. I'm going to sack my
another
middle
nice
lane.
I'm offended.
They're going to get a nice pull on H2O.
Light's going to be
I'm
next.
offended. Light has to flicker out. And now it's Omega turning slowly here, the tide of the game.
Yeah.
Able to find a couple pickoffs himself. And with Kelro grabbing
If
that
they
kill,
can keep on
we're gonna
finding
start to
picks.
see this Harith pick kind of shine as we get into that mid to late game transition.
Impressive use of the Way of the Dragon, though. Dare I say, Omega, yes, they're starting to find their wins. Oh, look at this. They're making a beeline for the Lord. This is a worthy trade for that tier 2 up top.
We'll see if they can fight this one. It's going to be less than half health. The pull comes in. Emon gets the turret on the top side.
Exort.
Oh, here.
Oh,
Exort
God.
grabs it.
Exort.
And now Gas stuck on Miko. Grabs a kill himself.
Keller can't do it
Everybody
all,
from Omega
boys.
Still focusing on Nats.
Nats does
He
go
falls
down.
Here, but it's a trade for RSG Slate Philippines.
Nats could have died twice.
Not
with
only
Lord
that
tier,
means
and
not
that's
only
what
do they
have
get
on
all
top,
those
and it
towers,
would've
they get
still been
Lord.
worth it.
Omega
Oh my
tries to make the
goodness,
play, but they
Exort,
just
the
can't.
Magic worship, and I believe what took the Lord was a prompt
Sheesh.
from the Lightning Truncheon, which is now, well, has been completed by, you know, a lot earlier. But again, RSG, they just took everything from Smart Omega. That feathered airstrike was beautifully placed. It was perfect. It hit 3 heroes on the side of Smart Omega, and the beautiful thing is that the timing could not have, you know, could not have been better, because he was able to land a feathered airstrike outside of the retribution range. So Smart Omega was forced to back away, and then the last
If Omega
strike
comes back
from
from
the,
this,
from the bird,
Yeah.
took the Lord.
That's worth 2 green dots. I'd say it was worth
No
2
way.
feathered airstrikes for Exort. And now they're back in the lead, about 3K ahead, 11 minutes in.
gotta
And
drink my coffee,
the
guys.
map is not called home for Omega, nowhere. Even their jungle is dangerous.
Well, going back to the keys to victory here, right? You give Exor that bursty hero. I would say he got it, right? You guys talked about how valuable that feathered airstrike with that lightning truncheon worked out. It's working out great for them. So that begs the question, what does Omega do about this, especially with the momentum that RSG Slate has right now?
I mean, at this point, you have to, you know, introduce crazy chaos in this game. Like, look for potential pickups.
Nice, who does have his own style, and it's a good style.
What's making it hard for them is that
Here's the
Light
thing,
and
right?
Exort is always positioning themselves in a
The
way
best
that
casters in
covers
the
a lot
world
of the important
are the
areas of
best
map,
because they're
and
unique.
also making sure that they're always ready
You
to
can't.
fight.
When
So I
people
think
talk about
for
like,
Smart Omega,
oh, this is the best
you need to
caster
be able
ever,
to
it's
force
all
errors
all
on the side of
personal.
RSG
It's all
Slate,
what your
because
preferences,
look
right?
at RSG right now. They
What makes
don't
a
wanna
caster
waste
good
time,
is that
you know, farming on
he's
the map. They just want to be
he's
able to
got a
fight.
style down,
A quick
and he has perfected it.
assessment of what these
And it
lineups
sounds
are bringing,
good.
right? Omega has a solid amount of CC.
like
I'm
when it comes to,
wondering
like,
what
high
it's gonna
tier.
take for RSG Slate Philippines to fall
Like
into
voice
that. I think if
projection,
Omega
knowing
can
the
just
game,
hold
all that
those,
stuff. That's
they'd be
essentially the
great, they'd be fine.
basics.
So far, all of RSG's
The mastering
wins
of it
have
is
been
finding
off
a
the back of
style
single pickoffs,
and perfecting
spaced
it.
out engagements.
Yeah, but I think it's hard to
And
do that,
Naisu
'cause
has a
look at
very
the front
interesting
lines. It's
style that
always
not
gonna be
many
the
other
hardest,
people
you know,
do.
with ZZ immunity.
He's
The
got that
Blue, which
professional
technically has a
feel.
full reset with a split, and Light.
He reminds me a bit
Again,
more of
ZZ
like
immunity. How do you know, deal with
like a
this kind of lineup
actual
wherein you also have to
sportscaster,
worry
not an
about
esports
the Barca?
caster.
Yes, you
Like
do
he could
have
do
the
like
Hayabusa,
boxing, or he
but
could
it's
do like
always the vision game, and RSG
or
Slate Philippines
football.
has always been one step ahead.
but
'Cause,
like
you know,
American
the choice always
football.
at your face.
Yeah, I think that's one of the biggest things here too is the responsibility of Miko specifically to get those, whether it's the flicker or not, with the I'm offended, and if he can somehow catch.
One of the
Exor,
reasons
I
why is
feel like
'cause
that is
Naisu
a
just
big
has a
piece of
nice
the puzzle.
voice
You
as well.
take a lot of that burst away, and it would give you that advantage because Kelra, you know, he's not having a terrible game. He's 2-0-2 on this Harith pick. If he can get RSG Slate in that Zombie Forest the way he wants to, you take out that burst potential from RSG Slate, you're in a good position. And
Yeah.
now it starts here with this next Lord.
Main worry for Smart Omega, however, is the damage output
All
of
right.
this Moscow.
All
Emon,
right.
With the Inspire,
Does
even though
Omega make the
Kelra
play
does
of
get
their
a lot
life,
shields from
or
every
does RSG
proc of
take
his-
this
his
easy?
hits. Again, the
Gotta
problem
keep our
is
eyes
that
on
he
Ryzen.
cannot
Can he come
underestimate
in
the
for
damage
the
output of
steal?
Moscow, especially with the market
He is
from
tied
their
up in
lineup.
levels.
So if
Retribution
you're
going to be
equally
even,
close
but
to
they all
this
get vision
threshold,
now on
you
Kelra because of that
immediately
Spear
just die.
Destruction.
Spotted.
Nats
Spotted.
knows where they
We
are
were
as
just
well.
on
Light's going to find
Light's
Renzio.
going with the Wave
Amon's
of
going to get
Dragon.
stunned
They're
against the
focused on
wall.
Renzio.
Down
Gets chopped
goes
into the
Renzio.
wall.
But
But
Kelra,
there is
Kelra can't do
but look
anything.
at them,
There's no way.
Hammer.
No way.
And
No
he
way.
goes down as Kelra's on a
Stop
killing
it.
spree.
Stop
Nats
it.
still going in. It's a trade though.
Stop it. Kelra, what just happened?
With the
How?
Way of the Dragon, they're going to focus on Renzio. Gets chopped into the. a wall, but there is Kelra.
He gets knocked against the wall.
Look at
that. Amon gets stunned for just a second there. Miko.
From Amon, and he goes down as Kelra's on a killing spree.
And Stone. Stone helps
That's
as well.
still
But
going
still,
in. It's a
Kelra,
trade,
bro.
though, as Stone falls next.
H2?
Only Amon down here. H2O able to get out of dodge.
Sheesh.
And just like that, RSG winning that
3-0
fight.
and
Was
2.
rather messy though.
2 for 1.
Kelra.
And say what you will about the math between Moscow's basic attacks and Harriet's shielding, but he's called the Filipino Savage for a reason. Kelra played that immaculately well, but it's not enough to pull Omega out of this. Not quite yet.
It's still hard because it took the the attention away from Eman for RSG Slate Philippines to just.
They brought the gold lead a little bit lower.
Renzio, but Miko was also standing.
They went from being at a 3K deficit to now a 2,000 deficit.
So Kelra was able to dash away and get out safely. But RSG Slate Philippines again, you're now seeing the damage output of this lineup. Even the Fredrin felt like he was a squishy hero.
Yeah, I mean when he got just pushed into the wall. But here's the thing, right? Kelra picking up that Divine Glaive.
Make sure to get me a Kelra
this
jersey.
Is gonna be in a great position for them to again
need it.
fight for this Lord, right? They
If
stopped
Omega goes to
RSG Slate
M5.
from getting it previously, so they do have what it takes to actually contest this and fight for it.
That last engagement, I'd call maybe 3.25 step forward. Like it wasn't clearly ahead.
Nats too.
but
I
it
want a
showed
Nats
some
jersey,
teeth
bro.
from Omega.
It wasn't the step.
Back
You
in
know, there's
season
signs
season
there.
9,
There's a glimmer of
when
hope
Nats
for Smart
Esmeralda
Omega.
was
But
legendary,
again,
Sprint
positioning
Esmeralda
is
on
gonna be
Nats, bro.
very,
Oh
very
my
important
god.
here for both sides.
Oh my
Light did,
gosh.
however, try to pick off the Fredrin, which what started that affair for RSG Slate Philippines. It wasn't the most unfavorable. It wasn't the most favorable position for them.
Yeah.
So I think that's the that's where RSG.
Look at the way RSG's grouped up, right?
With Joe
But
on the
H2O
front line,
stays
you
in the
need to be
Lord.
able to have this
They're
amazing
waiting.
patience to just
They're
look
waiting
heroes,
for
constantly
them to
look
come
for
in
the
here, and then
items,
they can sandwich
also the
behind.
Harris on the side of Omega.
They've showed vision,
Lights to
though.
go in again with the Way of the Dragon, trying to find a kill here.
Oh, Miko goes
does
down.
fall, but it's going to be a trade as Light's taken out too. Renzio grabbing a kill for himself, still focusing down quite low. Storm goes in with the flicker, gets pushed back. Can't get the
Come on,
kill
come
he was
on,
looking
come
for.
on.
Still
Storm
gonna be
still
alive, though,
lives. Stop it,
has
stop it.
the
Okay,
kill.
Amon.
But Amon able to clean up, and now Nav's on
He's
the
going for it.
run.
Amon's fucking
Amon versus
going
the
for
one.
it.
The 1 versus 3 doesn't have enough though to get the kill. Able to
The
survive
fact
for
that
another
Amon
day.
went in there and survived,
Deja vu,
though.
This looks like that last big
The
team
fact
fight.
that Amon
Yeah,
went
but
in there and
this is where
survived,
RSG,
though.
They had a better way of engaging into Smart Omega. Light chose to go on Miko, with which what started that fight. Even though they picked off the Ruby, Omega was able to get into position where they're able to fight. But again, the main concern is the damage output of the Moscow right now. Even Kelra, with huge amounts of shields coming out from the passive.
The prayers have been
it's still
answered,
not
some
enough,
dude,
and
yeah.
Evan was able to just
Zekil's been
completely
going ham.
maneuver around Omega's
A lot of the
mobility.
Clippers have been going
You know,
ham.
he survived.
Reminds us of Eman's Beatrix from MSC 2022. Each of Moscow's spears right now remind us of a single Wesker blast.
I was going to say,
It's pretty close.
and it's, the guy doesn't even need guns, right? He's just got a spear. And you can see the damage that he's pumping out here.
He
But
doesn't even
still,
need guns.
even with that, right, you have Omega. They have to deal with this Lord on the top side. They might most likely lose an inhibitor turret here. That they have great defense potential, especially against this siege. But
Clippers
there's
got
the charge
copyright
up.
strikes.
Lord
Some of
gonna
them
work on
did
that
for
turret for now.
MDL, I
In front
heard.
of,
Or they got
Forza,
warnings.
However, you see the damage from the
Renzio.
strike. One hit onto the Hayabusa,
Oh, yeah.
50% of his HP. This is going to become a problem for Smart Omega.
The
because
real
now the
Renzio?
cooldowns on Exhort, it's much lower
Question
on
mark?
their strike.
So far, given the trades that's been happening across the past 3 or 4 big team fights, Omega needs better timing. Omega needs a better angle.
Uh-oh,
'Cause
conceal.
there's a 2-step plan here. H2
H2?
forcing the issue with Light.
Oh, Light's going to try to cut them off here.
Gets
Who
the
does he
kick.
Focus on. There's the Way of the Dragon.
better.
Renzio's still going to be alive here.
Deku!
The Dominant Force was committed. No one going down
Come
just
on!
yet. Now Miko, though, in trouble. H2O still looking for another as well. There's the Immortality. It's going to be popped. Miko falls here. Light
RSG's
somehow
got this.
still
There's no way
alive.
Omega comes back in this
Kelra,
game.
this is
Sorry,
a
Renzio.
much harder game on this Harith. It's kind of awkward
No way.
for the Harith, to fight into RSG Slate Philippines, because you do ask the question, where do you start to get out? Do I consume the rest of the Diamond Force just to make sure that I get to a safe space, or do I fully commit? And that's why Kelra has not died yet in this game, because the majority of this, the team fights that are happening, Kelra was just trying to run away from the Moskov.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing with Moskov when he's across from you is, one, you have to watch out from being pushed into a wall or maybe your teammates. You have to watch out for just that auto attack burst damage pretty much. And when you're doing that,
Omega's
there's
timer's
a lot
up.
here to watch out for because the initiations just like this as well. But you can see, right? RSG
Yeah,
Slate
Namon's
is so
comfortable.
good at
Like, he's just
poking down a little bit.
He's just
and
comfortable with it
sometimes
right now.
They kind of fake you out with these initiations.
There's very little opportunity cost for RSG Slate Philippines. The way that they engage,
Yeah.
they don't even have to commit much. And this is what I was saying about Omega needing better timing, better angles.
Yeah.
They have to be sure when they get into a fight, it's either we win or we lose a trade.
I'm ready for
And so
RSG
that's what's been
Echo.
happening. That's why RSG
That's the
is
game I want to
pro.
Yeah,
watch.
and imagine, we said a lot on the side of Omega, and for RSG, it's just two things. 18 seconds on the feathered airstrike,
Yes.
and then Emma just hitting the towers.
Two
It's
things.
just that.
Just auto-attacking.
Two things for Omega. It's a grocery list. All right, Renzio has to find Eman. Nico has to get a good tempo break. I'm offended. Ryzen needs to isolate somebody. He's rocking high and dry. Keller needs to make sure that this is the Zaman
doesn't
force
die.
that matters.
Yes.
So again, that's oh.
Well, there's the checklist, grocery list, whatever
Oh!
it is. But they go with it. Kelra marks that box, steals the Lord.
Kelra.
Focusing on light here, but can they come out with his team fight?
Kelra.
on top? Emon
That
getting
damage.
deleted by Ryzen as Emon falls.
No.
And Lord in the hands of Smart Omega.
Is that what they needed? They needed me to enumerate what to do, and they were listening. All right, you got it.
They went into a supermarket and bought everything.
No way.
I would want
No
to commend
way.
Nico for controlling
No way does
RSG.
Omega come
None
back
of
on
the
this
junglers were
game.
able to land a retribution on the Lord, but the control was there, and Kelra, again,
Kelra doesn't have any
being
deaths, bro.
the main hero on the side of Smart Omega. Instead
Kelra
of
with
trying
0
to
deaths
fight,
is dangerous.
They secured the Lord. And this is really important.
20
for Smart
minutes,
Omega
Kelra
because
hasn't
now
died.
They control the tempo. They have the Ruby. They don't have the Flicker, however. They're fighting into the feathered airstrike. But right now, this is a much better position to be in because you dictate how to start the fight.
Oh, right now, this Lord's still up here. It's gonna.
Where's Amon, bro?
work on this inhibitor turret. That's going to be a
Where's
loss of
Amon,
control
bro?
here in the base of RSG Slate. Looking for any angle they can find here. Emon trying to clear the mid lane. And right now, I mean, given how the last 20 minutes of the game have gone, this is best case scenario for Omega. I mean, they're back in this game here.
This is
If you
good
swap in
old-fashioned
E2
Omega.
Max
This is how
and-
they've been
and
playing
Kelra.
for the longest time since being established as a team, as a lineup, as a franchise, whatever you want to call it. This is why we love them.
Omega
This
just
is
took the
Omega
gold lead.
timers, ladies and gentlemen.
I mean, at this point, it doesn't
Smart
really
Omega,
matter.
they're now the ones controlling the tempo, but I do want to point out that Exor
Everyone's
just
maxed out.
completed the Divine Glade. The feathered airstrike is going to
Except for
start
Light,
hurting more compared
and
to
except
what it
for,
used to be. Now,
uh,
Smart Omega, they need
Ruby.
again, they need to be completely
Everyone else
aware
is
of the
maxed out.
positioning of the heroes on the side of RSG. If they're able to replicate
Wind
what
of
they did
Nature
on that
is
team fight
in.
the Lord, just Miko standing on the front line.
Kelra
and catching
does
the
not
heroes on the side
have
of RSG
Ice
off
Truncheon.
guard and having
He
this
doesn't. He's
amazing
like, I
space
don't
for
need that.
Kelra,
I don't even
they
need
have
it, bro.
chance
I don't
of
need
fighting into that.
immortality.
But
I
also,
don't need a Winter
you take note,
Truncheon.
damage output is still going to become an issue because Ammon and Nexort just outputs more.
You're not gonna
compared
kill
what,
me.
What they can
I'm
dish
3-0 and
All right,
4,
so
baby.
truth be told, about 3 minutes earlier,
He's the only one who
Omega
hasn't
was
died
at a
on the map.
deficit, and they still won that engagement. They got away with a major objective. Now it's RSG's turn. They have to figure out how to solve this problem.
Yeah.
And is it safe to say that you figure out how to deal with Kelra, you're good?
I mean, for RSG,
Oh.
I think so.
Well, right now, they don't even want to let that happen, right? Concealed
Uh-oh.
play going to come out. Look at Light, though, on the map.
Ooh,
Waiting
that
for an
check.
angle. He can. He's going to get spotted out here a little bit, though.
Oh,
Flickers
wasted
in.
the flicker.
He blunders
That was bad.
it. Has to get
He
out
blunders
here.
hard.
Nico, too. That's 2 flickers down. Now it's
Kelra.
Renzio going in.
Kelra.
Kelra.
Pushing mid lane,
What?
though. RSG Slate's
bad,
going to
this
back
bad.
off. There you go, Renzio.
You need to reposition.
Still the focus
H2O.
here, H2O. Now
Come on, you gotta do something, bro.
Immortality gets popped. Kelra
Here comes
did well
Kelra.
in mid lane. And now the rest
Still
of
has
RSG
Amon's
Slate
force.
Still going to back off here. They have 2 inhibitors down. It's
they can
even
chase.
across the board. Kelra, Nav's stuck to him. Looking to
Feather
pull him
airstrike.
back if he can.
Maybe a little
He
too
can't
early.
get it. Now he's still with a team, and Lord is up.
The timing.
Miko doesn't
You
have
got-
offended,
oh, they
but here
got-
comes
oh, there's
Amon.
Force.
Am on.
Another flicker going to come out here, both
All right.
teams. But look, this has been the trend of this game, the push and pull between both teams.
Yeah.
Midnight, did you see that? If Nats's usage
The push
of
and
leaving
pull,
that
baby.
grueling and the grab
push and
was
pull,
perfect,
baby.
Kelra would be kaput.
Yeah, but
Kaput.
RSG, again, this is becoming a problem for them right now. Smart Omega, this is the chaos that they want to introduce in the game. Okay, let's take crazy fights. But instead of having the Harriet participate in the fights, let's just have him, clear the minion wave and pressure the towers. And Exort, he didn't know where to go. Do I defend? Do I fight? Because H2 just lost his immortality, and that's the way you want to fight with Smart Omega. Have RSG be confused so that they don't know where to commit. Because look at their lineup. They need to win fights.
Oh.
But Omega, they can delay fights.
Miko.
On the hunt again. Conceal play going to come out, just pushing.
He
H2O
doesn't
back.
use it.
Still focusing on this Lord here. It's going to be the.
He
next
doesn't
one.
use it. I like
This
how he
could
didn't use it.
actually
I'm
end the
offended.
game for them. It is going to be the 4th Lord of the game.
For sure.
And right now, both teams don't want to let this one go.
They're going to fully
As
commit.
everybody
Look at him on.
trying to fight for pretty much space around this whole thing. Look at Light too, looking
Come
for a
on,
setup.
what are
He
you doing,
whiffed it
bro?
Earlier.
Yeah.
So he's got to be crucial
He
on
did
how
whiff
he
it
approaches
earlier.
this next one.
It was an amazing position from Light. However, Ryzen, the awareness.
I'm on the edge of my seat, guys.
Because you can't play, without the threat of the Cho. I mean, you cannot underestimate the threat of a Cho waiting on the push.
Oh,
Little
So
bit of
he had to check
repositioning.
everything that he wants to walk on, so that he ensures that Smart Omega can just walk over this area safely. And that's where RSG fell apart. When Ryzen saw the Cho, they knew that the members of RSG is here, La Cho is here, Farsa is definitely going to be there, Ammon
Look at
will
him on
not
and
be
light. Are
here.
they going for the?
Then we
Are they
start
going for
choking
a
the
split
map
push here?
because they all know where the members of RSG are.
And with that, midnight, 25 minutes later, it seems like the tables have turned. Now it's RSG Slate's turn to actually get
What's the
over.
play
Like,
here?
Each hero in each role has to do several things to be able
Lighting
to
him
answer this
on.
chaos that Omega is presenting.
Macroing
I
the
just
bottom
watched
lane.
Exor. He's still there. Well, Nice was talking, Midnight was now I'm still talking. He's still there. He was sitting in that same bush.
That's
Oh!
patience, but right now,
Nats is good. Nats is good.
3 members of Smart
He's
Omega.
good.
They get the split out, right? So that is a minor advantage, but not sure if they want to fully commit to this just yet. Also, Ryzen still bottom side, trying to hold on to that turret, the last one for their base.
Yeah, I am feeling the pressure here on the side of RSG. The players
Either of
know
them
it.
just
There's
looking for
always
that
threat
pick,
of
man.
Crazy plays coming
They're
out
looking
from
for
Smart
that
Omega.
pick.
Even
Light
Exort's
on the
positioning
backside.
has been affected. The
Looking
Feather
for
Strike
Kelra.
that we saw earlier didn't really matter
Hunting.
that much for Smart Omega because they were able to run away.
He's
from
hunting.
It. But again, Light, he's trying to make another attempt on the back line of
That's
Smart
not who he
Omega.
wants to
This
run in,
is
though, too.
what
It's
he is
Miko and
used to
Kelra.
doing,
That's
but
bad.
Omega, they have reviewed RSG. This is the favorite bush of Light. Whenever RSG tries to take Lords, he is always on that bush.
And that's the angle he uses. Whether or not the fight was over, they can punish, or they can just, again, come in and then make sure that the opponents get wiped out. Again, this is what they call turn to heroes.
They are
Now,
slow playing
this, is
this,
the first time
bro.
we've seen actually RSG in a while, at least in the past 5-6 minutes, rotate this wide, this huge in this map.
Yeah, but this given
Long,
advantage
yeah,
to Smart
PH
Omega
definitely has
because
the longest lore
skirmishes
dances.
Are much more favorable for them because the Hayabusa is just mobile enough to move around the map. And mind you, the Harith is going to become a problem if you don't fight 5 into 5 if you're RSG, because he will be able to delete some heroes if it's just a small skirmish. And it's small commitment for him. Because
Bro, what was
Zaman
it
Force,
last week?
Yes, it is a huge commitment.
I think it was
is a huge
RSG.
ultimate, but its cooldown now is quite low.
Yeah, and I mean,
Who
given
did
that,
RSG
he
play
doesn't
last
have-
week?
From last I looked, he
Oh,
doesn't have
Ryzen gonna
enough
come in?
health, So H2O going to take quite
H2O
a bit.
real
Here,
low.
knocked up a little bit
This
too.
bad, this bad,
Now
this bad.
1/4 health, still has immortality. Like I said,
Lord does
Kelra's
get
gonna
reset.
completely rely on that Zaman Force, the regen, those shields to stay alive and really kind of force the situation in that Zaman Force where it's more favorable for Smart
Bro.
Omega to fight it.
How long have we been?
Look
How
at
long
that
have we
with
been
that
hanging with
small
the Lord?
engagement. There's a pull of Nats.
This is bad.
Nats
Nats.
in trouble here. Zaman Force going to come out.
He's going-
Split as well.
No
There's
Zaman
Emon,
Force.
though. Now Renzio trying to do something. Appraiser's Wrath comes out. He's going to back off for now. Look at Ryzen, though, quite low as well. Exort has to get out of here. Stone took the feathered airstrike.
It
And
feels
again,
like
we're back
Omega's
to the
winning out
situation.
in these small
The push and
skirmishes, though.
pull, even ground.
A lot of green taken away from RSG as well. 3 of their major battle spells, while Omega is doing great. Look at this, Omega only really lost Storm's Flicker.
Yeah. And Inspire was also committed by Eman, so if you're a Smart Omega, you'd consider that the damage output is greatly reduced on the side of RSG, but you still have to worry about the positioning of Farsa, because the presence of the Feathered Airstrike into this Lord fight
Omega's
is
pushing.
going to matter a lot.
Well, they're still going to press the situation
Oh,
here.
Light,
Oh, this is
though,
bad, this is bad,
able
this is
to
bad,
find
Stone.
The target immortality is popped.
Get the
But
kill.
grab the
Get the
Winter
kill.
Project gonna come out.
Come on,
Still
RSG.
looking for it.
Stone.
Stone still alive
Oh my
for
God.
now.
Kill that. There we go.
And now he's down. Look at
Don't
Emma
overextend. Don't overextend. Don't overextend. You got minions on your base.
Kelra
gets Exort.
Topside.
Oh my God. Amon.
Kelra still alive and lighting.
You're dead, bro.
Now.
It's over. That's a lot of health. That's a lot of health.
But he could be in trouble. Flickers.
He needs to get out of there. He needs to get out of there.
The pole he's looking for.
Oh.
And Ryzen takes out Light here as 2 are down for
Bro.
RSG Slate.
2 for 1 so far. Went the long way around, but now Omega's making a beeline for the Lord.
This is such a
H2O.
big mess for RSG. They
Trying to
don't
do
know
something
where to
here.
fully commit. There's a
Can't-
lot of
he can't get
skirmishes happening
in.
on the side of Smart
He's
Omega.
trying.
And the thing is, even if you try to chase for RSG, Omega will always
Amon's
get the
here.
upper hand. They can reset
Lord's
fights and hit
low.
multiple of them.
Emon
That's a
though,
lot of
Ryzen
damage
just
on
has to
Emon.
give him half health here. Should be able to heal back up.
Come on,
The
H2O.
spear comes out. Ryzen's in
H2O.
trouble. H2O.
Raisin.
Holding on.
Ryzen coming in.
The shadow
Lord's
kill
low.
comes out.
Oh my God.
Pops the immortality and gets the Lord on top of it. And now Renzo and Nav
They know how to
here.
make you wait.
Nico
They know how to
holds
build the
retreat. They don't wanna
suspense.
go down after
Down
that
go-
play, and
Oh
Ryzen
my
again
God.
with an amazing play.
This game can go on forever, but the cleaner decides this has to end someday soon. What a major pickup for Omega.
Omega, they
GG's.
just know how to execute fights better.
Amon's still in the
compared
map,
to
but
RSG, and again, having this multiple fights is, really,
Oh,
really great for them.
we knew that
To
was
get the
coming.
pull they need. Emon's
I think we
taken
all
out
knew that
here.
was
This
coming.
is gonna
I'm
be the
offended.
Final push for Smart
GG's.
Omega. 30 minutes in. Lord's still there. And they're just going to be seconds away here from end of the game. Kelra taking out Navs. And like that, Smart Omega comes in, turning the game around.
Good
And that's
game.
game 1.
And that's
A
game
major
1.
victory for the Barangay, despite having a rocky start. Could have sworn their snowball was denied. They find the W.
They do. Kelra.
This is hard for
Zero
RSG.
death Kelra, bro.
That Lord fight was really. There were some shortcomings on their end, but it was because of Smart Omega.
Can't let
forcing
Kelra
the
go
errors,
zero,
which
bro.
we discussed on game number 1. They were forcing errors on the side of RSG Slate Philippines, and you can't do anything about that. You
Can't let Kelra go zero
change
deaths,
the
bro.
dynamics after this game because then you can start.
Can't
reviewing
let
the
Kelra
replays.
go zero
But game
deaths,
number 2,
bro.
Complete reset.
Point blank,
Focus
simple,
on what you're
easy.
able to do on this game.
And what they can do.
John De La
is have a
Cruz.
great draft. Here we go. Game 2. It's RSG's turn to be on the blue. Omega answering back. They got the 2-pick swing. There goes the Faramis and the Fanny taken out by Coach Panda and Coach Theo. Smart Omega, what's their second ban after the 1-1?
Fredrin. Just kidding. Well, RSG Slate Philippines, they're now first pick. So I think both teams are eyeing at Fredrin right now, especially with H2, having a fantastic debut with that hero, even though the Martis was kind of okay. It was a
fine, yeah.
blockbuster game 1.
Yeah.
Because it had to deal with a lot of issues, in the late game. So I think that's that's where both teams are looking forward to picking up. Fredrin first pick is going to be highly contested unless Smart Omega bans it out.
I mean, looking at the last game too, I wouldn't say H2O had, a bad game at all by any means.
I have the bell
I
turned
just
on and
think,
still no
like
noti.
you guys mentioned, there was mistakes
are you
across
guys having
board
the
from
bell
every
turned on to
member
all
of RSG
notifs?
Slate to the point where that mid to late game,
Because you can
there
have
was
it on,
mistakes that
but you
built
have
up
to like
on
turn
top
it
of
on
each
to
other, and it
all
was just
notifs.
compound interest for Smart Omega to turn around, right? So, and one of the things
I can tell you that
specifically
much.
is, we see Light a lot on the show, but unfortunately, he wasn't able to get all the picks that he needed to for the team here. So
There you
first
go.
pick, there is the Fredrin, like you guys mentioned, and that'll most likely be going in the hands of H2O.
So, Farsa, they steal the Farsa away. I thought they were going to go with Valentina.
Farsa Glue.
Farsa Glue is
Not
definitely
personalized.
open. I would want to see a Farsa Lapu-Lapu so that RSG Slate doesn't get a Lapu-Lapu themselves.
Huh. That's not so bad. Yeah, actually. Why pick the boogeyman? Why pick the problem when you can pick up the solution? And they did!
Lapu.
That there's a reason why Coach Pakvet is dubbed as the best coach in the universe. He knows his stuff. And Lapu-Lapu is a good laner against Glue. So
Bro,
why
I'm
not?
sorry about the
You get
boosted
Farsa,
podcast.
You don't get countered by Lapu-Lapu. It's a good laner against.
Sometimes I have to like
against the,
reset my
Glue. And it
mic.
also checks
And by the
the keys
time
to
I
victory.
noticed it was
It's a hero
probably
that can shut down
happening,
your
we were
opponent.
already like halfway through the podcast.
Straight up
And it was
dive,
just-
whatever
it was
Eman
too
is
late.
doing.
It was too late, guys. I'm
That
sorry.
trademark, Moskov is still out there. The Beatrix as well.
Claude.
Now, given all of these heroes, right? We mentioned 3 already, immediately. Do we have to force the gold laner this early?
I think so.
I mean, given the previous draft, I think you are better off picking it in this first phase than having things narrowed down to the point where, you know, again, across the board, Emon didn't have a terrible game on Emonskov. But look at that. It's actually just going to be the Valentina locked in here and the Yuzhong.
I mean, it's good. It's good for RSG because you get 2 powerhouse picks on the form of Valentina and Yuzhong, but you just gave a Claude to Kelra.
Again, I think the approach for both RSG, Slate, and Omega is why pick the problem? You pick the solution. Doesn't matter what marksman you have. Nats is going to come get you.
Yeah,
Nats is going to
Yuzhong,
come get you.
It's not specialty, but I just have a lot of
I like the
you know,
Yuzhong.
points where RSG, you know, they will see the weakness of this draft if you're up against. Oh, they still go back to the Harith instead of the Claude. Interesting.
I was going to say the Claude would have been a decent pick.
I guess that's better, right? I mean, if you coming off the previous game again, you're talking about, you know, for RSG.
I mean,
Slate,
Kelra played an
it's like,
amazing
you know,
Harith
forget the
Gold.
previous game because yeah, technically that.
And
should have
Kelra
been
plays
ours,
an
but
amazing
in this
whatever,
case,
but
Kelra had an amazing game on the Harith. Why not just pick it again? But you know, you got to make sure too that with the Farsa, with the Harith, you round it out really well with whatever
defense.
you decide to bring. One in the jungle.
It's true.
And 2, what is your roam pick, right? What do you have to solidify this lineup here? There it is on the screen too. Again, Demon Kite here.
You missed him.
Yeah.
what did I do
Missed him.
before
I missed
reacting
the
to this
guy.
game?
This was the biggest smile.
Yes, I do. I love Demon Kite, you know, but he's here to support the team. And again, I see a lot of resemblance.
I
between
worked
H2O
this
and Demon
morning.
Kite, to be honest.
Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to see assassin picks because
I
I would have wanted to see
ate
a
some
link
dinner, put
against
my
this
daughter to
lineup
bed.
Of, you know, Smart Omega.
Stuff
but
like that.
unfortunately, It's not going to be. It's not going to be happening. So RSG Slate Philippines, they start banning out the assassin.
Talk to my
against
girl for a little
Ryzen.
while.
Hayabusa is now out, but there is, however, a Lancelot threat. From Smart
Oh,
Omega.
nothing.
I don't know. Maybe
I've only been
maybe
watching this
they're
game.
doing the Lancelot shenanigans with the tank build, but it's definitely a potential pick for Ryzen.
All right. If the Ling doesn't get banned out here, then maybe they do go for the tank Lancelot. Makes me giggle. But also,
Like, what
they
did
go
you
for
do?
the Kai. That's
yeah.
not out of the
This is
question,
how the stream
especially if
started,
you
bro.
have, Zaman
This is how the
Force
stream
and
started.
Feathered Airstrike.
Okay.
You
You're
can
not
stand
missing
up.
anything.
Don't
You
do
came
that.
in
Yeah,
during
there you
game
go.
1 right when the stream started. We've only
I
been
want
live
me
for
some
40 minutes.
Julian.
Oh,
46
please,
minutes.
with the new skin. Come on.
You're up against Yuzhong, Valentina, Fredrin. Okay, they go for the Kufra. Ooh. Although
Well.
Chak was out, you know, this is still Smart Omega classic.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it's still a color for them, right? And you know, I think it's fine. You know, Kufra being locked in here, you provide yourself a lot of CC, a lot of that tankiness too, and you're gonna also probably have to peel a lot as well if you need to.
Big set potential,
just
big dive
allowing
potential from Omega
Kelra
here.
Again to kind of bob and weave with that Zaman Force, or even just the burst damage coming out here, right? Kufra's a great option. And still, it
Pretty
begs
front
the
to
question,
back.
What is that jungle pick for Smart Omega here?
I think
Stone's going to have to be a little bit careful on the Farza, right? Because I feel like with Kelra on the Harith, with the Kufra, with the Lapu, everyone's going to be like diving, you know, in their face.
You love it.
So Stone's just going to have to watch out. And I think that's going to be important for Amon here. Important for H2O.
It's always going to be an issue for Light to, you know, when it comes to you know, the headspace of the Franco, like how do I bite? How do I
RSG's
bite
looking
this,
a bit
Harith
more
when there's a Kufra that can jump
pocket
in?
formation,
And again,
right?
Is it tank a lot?
Ooh.
At this point, I don't know.
Lancelot?
At this point,
Tank
I don't
a
know where I'm
lot.
getting this, you know, these ideas. But Lancelot really did look awesome when I saw Fredrin, Valentina, and the Yuzhong.
Yeah, because literally there's only one ult Exort once. Just one. He gets any of the others, doesn't make sense.
Yeah, and the thing about Lancelot Fredrin matchup is that how do you catch the Lancelot? You know, he just dashes through you.
You don't.
You don't. I mean, even if you do catch him and he
Bloody
is,
Hunt.
you know, tank, then what? Like,
Please no.
you know,
ID meta
Ryzen,
dislikes
no,
mages
That's
in the
the
gold
next
lane.
step, all right? I'm happy
Eh.
that we see Lancelot again back in the MPL, but is it a tank Lancelot?
I mean, there's only
a la
two. It's
Ken,
not like
a
you're
la
running a
Empty
whole
the
bunch
King?
of mages. It's
It'll be
just
the-
it's just
it's in the
Harith or
franchise.
Lunox.
Oh,
Omega
no.
Neos,
Just
they played
Harith
this.
or
Yeah, I
Lunox.
know.
It's those. Oh.
But
I don't think there's anyone else that's viable.
Like a
Maybe
proper
playable in the right
Lancelot.
situation,
Yeah,
but
I wanna
those are the
see,
only two.
You know, some
Like,
killer instincts.
maybe
there.
to make a
Valentina.
statement too that, you know, you can still play Lancelot like this.
Yeah.
All right. So the choice of emblem doesn't say anything. All right. Even if it is a Demon Slayer, we still don't know. Let's get into game 2. This is RSG Slate's last chance to reverse sweep it, or will Omega walk away with their first series win?
If it starts seeing some orange aura, I'm gonna be mad. Because that's the molten essence, you know?
Zane's team is not the most OP, yeah.
I hear the gears. I hear the gears.
Welcome to the gears.
Yano Tube, what's up, man?
What grinds my
Yano
gears?
Tube.
Midnight edition.
Welcome to the desk, you know, gentlemen.
Let me move my cam. Let
Lancelot,
me move my cam.
it's a hero that does a lot of damage, if not the tank build.
Well,
But we'll see, we'll see.
We'll see how it all plays out here, right? I mean, they still gotta. I mean, they're gonna have to transition to this already. The fight, though, breaking out for the Lethal Wanderer. H2O taking quite a bit of damage. Ryzen, though, just gonna poke a little bit here. Might actually want to contest this.
Is this gonna be
Jungle
tank
goes
tank
in,
Lancelot?
Uses that retribution as well. He's gonna back off for now.
Is this what all the rage is about right now?
And they back off for now.
This is
Okay,
the
I don't
stories
see
I've
any
been
orange
hearing.
aura, aside from the orange buff. Well, this is usually the timing where you get the molten essence, so I think we're safe.
Homie could possibly be behind. Look, he didn't get his smaller camps from up top.
I mean, don't get
Yeah,
the gears
yeah.
started, Leo.
They're already started. They're going to be grinding
nice
here
dodge.
pretty soon. Yeah, nice dodge. So, I mean, again, going back to this lineup specifically, however Ryzen
I don't know what the
decides to
hype
play this
is. We're about to
Lancelot,
figure out.
I feel like you still have the damage in check, right? A lot of it is going to be the magic damage, though. So if itemization comes into play here for RSG Slate, and they have all those magic resist items that they really need to survive that burst, I feel like that's where it's troublesome for Omega. So I would like, with that being said, to see Ryzen just go damage so that they have that physical aspect.
Here's the
to it.
thing. I think with the
Because
tank
the main
Lancelot,
problem is that
you still have some
tries to
early
make
game
Ryzen carry,
damage,
it's hard
right?
to do that because you know she just outputs so much
And
damage.
then
They're going to go for it now. Nav's going to get taken out by Miko. H2O,
wow.
though.
H2O
will
finding
secure
that.
First,
Turtle for
of the
kill.
game.
Against
Yeah.
a Lancelot.
And against a losing team fight. You lost your XP laner, but you still had eyes on the objective.
On my
Alright.
phone
Oh.
charger.
Okay, they get.
Purify.
They get the Purify out. Nice hook there. So Kaura doesn't have that, but you know Miko's just around the corner.
There's a flicker bite though from the Franco, but again.
But I think,
good
right,
play
like, you
off
still
the
have
to
some
protect
early game damage with the
the added
Lancelot, even, like, without
give him
items,
some
right? Like,
breathing
first
space
5, 6
to, Make
levels.
sure that the mid-game spike is open.
and
for
then
Omega.
Mid-game, late game,
In, Omega up by
you have the ability to
500
secure
gold.
objectives,
I
right?
saw the
Because you can
orange
phase
aura.
out, you can get in
That's
and
it.
through these
No,
ward
guys,
pits.
it's Ryzen, folks. At best, it's a
Turtle
hybrid
pits.
build.
Turtle
and
pits.
At best, it's the tank build.
I see the molten essence.
Who needs physical damage when you can melt them to death?
With what?
The molten essence.
I mean, the main concept of Lancelot against Fredrin is that you're able to walk away from the Fredrin. Now you want to maximize the damage for the molten essence.
Yeah.
You have to stick with the Fredrin.
Why win in 5 seconds when you can win in 15? But you still win anyways.
because it's all about Omega timers. That's why. You know?
Oh,
Bring it to the late game. Tank a lot wins.
Alright.
It's about prolonging the fights, right?
Yes, I was going to say, Midnight, even Renzio's Lapu Lapu, right? The showstopper has an orthodox amount of damage, right?
But Karina's better kit.
I guess, yeah,
A Lapu Lapu, so yeah.
It's a huge physical damage threat.
Tank
against
Karina works
RSG
because of her
Slate,
passive,
but it
yeah.
means- But again, what we were
But
discussing
Tank
about
Karina
earlier, when Nice mentioned
Doesn't
that
have dashes
supplements-
like Lancelot has.
I don't think it's enough, honestly.
Well, we'll see.
Can't phase
I mean,
out
at
of
this
skills
point,
like
you can see them
Lancelot
focusing
can, so
here
it's
on the bottom
slightly
side,
different,
and
right?
Ryzen trying to make his way there. Just can't get it. Light
dodge.
the pole. Kelra able to take down Light, though. So they get that trade.
I don't know, just
Stone
a little more
there,
mobility
Spike trying to close in.
with the Lancelot.
Kelra low here.
Exor trying, but Kelra always gets away.
Taken out as Stone grabs the kill.
Always gets away.
Still on the hunt here for Emon. Gets the flicker out.
Kelra's
See, it's these
broken.
long engagements, Midnight.
Somebody
That's
ban
what they
this
were
man.
going for.
Yeah, I mean, if you have this kind of momentum for Smart Omega, maybe you don't need the damage from the Lancelot, because right now Kelra is at an amazing momentum. And
You know why I think
thought
Kelra
the
likes
Lapu
that,
Lapu was on the side of RSG, but
likes
I
that
thought
Herathen
he
is
was
playing it
top
again?
ultimate, but top lane, however,
Yeah, Renzio. Nothing you can do there.
Because
right? That
you
was a
can
nice
pick
little
up
dodge there.
you can pick
And,
up
he
that
goes down on
that
the top
Purify
side.
with
So
the
RSG
Hareth,
able to get on
and
the
it's a
board,
viable
finally 5 minutes
pick
into the
for it,
game.
right?
Gold lane.
A lot of other gold
Gold
laners you can't
However,
really pick
gold
up
lane
the
is an issue
the
for
Purify
RSG.
all the
You need
time,
to deal with
but
it
you almost
very
always
Oh,
pick it for
Miko,
Hareth.
though, with a nice set. Emon getting taken out.
And
Light
it just
grabs
gives him the
Miko.
ability
Punish him as well, but that's
to
gonna be
never
the
die.
first turret being taken out.
Gives him
as
the ability
well
to never
for
die,
Smart
bro.
Omega.
Huge problem, folks, for RSG. Killer is now up. Currently at 102, I believe the Calamity Reaper has already been bought, and he's already on the way towards that.
This can be a 2-0 sweep.
So
Omega
more attack
2-0
speed, more
sweep,
dash
bro.
in the team fight, more mobility, meaning more ability to catch
Can
up
an
to damage
active
off of them.
MPL player
And now
join
it's just a matter of
NACT?
time. It's just a matter of Keller saying yes.
How
let's do
could
this,
they-
And then we convert from there. I think
They're
this
in
is a better
another
spot
country,
than
so-
what they were in game 1, and they won game 1.
If they're in another
Oh,
country,
yeah.
then they
You know,
can't
this
join
is,
NACT.
Considering how
And
the
if they're
series
not in
is,
another country, then they're
it's
not
just
an
a
active
good
NAC.
position
Then they're
for
not an
Omega to
active
be in here,
MPL
As
player.
they now focus once again on this side
So-
of the bush, still waiting for the next turtle to come up in about
There
40
you go.
seconds.
Feather of Heaven now up on Kalra.
It is.
Bro, Omega's about to 2-0 this.
You know,
I'm not
fight
asking
mid
you.
lane just to be able to maximize the tempo that they have right now, which is RSG. The reason why they're here is that they know that there's going to be a lot of grouping up coming out from Smart Omega. They put the carry on the bottom lane. He can deal with the Lapu Lapu, and it also is around the turtle area. And look at Omega. They're moving as 4. But, however, bottom lane,
Oh, they're going to look for a play here. You can't survive that. He's going to get deleted. Renzio falls bottom side. So RSG able to grab a kill they're looking for. They might also try to get that turret. What turtle coming up here in just a couple of seconds?
did he just use Retribution on the...
Keller learns at least a decent English. He would easily accept
doesn't-
offers of other
He
countries.
doesn't need the
True.
retribution, he thinks.
Well, he's going to need it now. Eventually, RSG's late.
I don't think NA is offering sending any offers out.
But they do let go of top.
Oh.
So, Ryzen, where you going?
Ryzen going in there, but he's half health here. He's going to get zoned out by Nats. So, yeah, H2O doesn't need that retribution, thankfully for that turtle. He secures it for them, but they do lose the turret, tier 2, top side.
Yeah,
Isn't
we
your
haven't
actually
seen the
acquired
max
by
specialty,
Team Max of
however, yet
MPL Cambodia?
with the use all, but there was clips against Ryzen. It's hard for Smart Omega to contest objectives like that, especially when
I know Yureshi was part of NXP.
objectives, because you also have to worry about the potential catch coming out from the Franco,
came to
but also
America,
the Petrified
so I don't
combo
think he's part of
after
any
the Black
MPL
Strike
team.
form, which is why Omega
he lives
decided
here.
to go with a tower on the top lane. It's a much better trade, I think, because the resource battle.
It's not like
is
he
really,
came
really
here to
important
play
in
Mobile
this game.
Legends.
The economical damage that Omega is bringing into the table, does put a lot of lid to stop the farming ability of the carry, which means bigger window for the Harry to play with.
Midnight, it's not even a hybrid build. It's all in tank.
It's all in tank, yeah. I was about to say, I was looking at the damage output of Ryzen earlier. Quite on the lower spectrum. But again, Kelra is an amazing momentum right now, so I think you're given a free pass to do that. But late game, however, that's going to become an issue because carry shreds through that.
Different story when we come late game.
Yeah.
I don't know, guys.
The 8-minute mark.
If he is, I'm
Lord
sure
spawned
his-
in about a minute.
It's not really about whether
and he
NACT's
showed
rules,
that
about whether
the
his
way that
MPL
he
contract.
acts
So
other
if someone, let's just say like you're
RSG
signed by a
has owned
team,
the lower half of the map for a majority of the past 5 minutes.
I think they're doing
if they let you do whatever you want, I personally,
Given how the
if I signed a
first
player,
the early game went in favor
I
of
wouldn't be
Smart
okay
Omega,
with him going to
RSG has
other
done a pretty
countries
good
and
job
not
at just
playing on
holding
my
on.
team. So
Now,
he's
biggest
probably
thing
not
is,
still
like
under
you mentioned,
contract.
Amon, right? And how this next Lord goes.
If he's living in
what you're seeing is
America,
Smart Omega,
he's
they're
probably
trying
not
to
still under
clear as
another
much as they
country's
can,
contract.
clear some of these lanes,
signed
even
by
them
them.
out so that they can have a better position favoring for this Lord, which they already do, right? They have that tier 2 down top side. Everybody's holding on to their tier 1s in the mid lane, but still, if they can find a pick, then they're going to set themselves up for that first Lord coming up now.
Yeah, RSG, they're doing a buddy-buddy system right now just to be able to clear waves. Bottom lane, however,
But they're
Vico!
gonna come in. There's the damage. Exort able to grab the kill. Zaman
Light
Force
does go
comes out.
down.
Kelra now wants to punish Light as he makes him fall, picking up the Holy Crystal as well. So that's a trade, the 1-for-1, and it's Light and Renzio that
Here's
are
the thing,
down.
RSG needs to get picks
RSG's
without
turn
going
right
1-for-1.
now to, look for a crazy and chaotic fight. And look at this.
Nav's going
Oh,
in, but look at the damage there, getting punished.
RSG,
Nav's
man,
not sure
they
what he
keep
was
sending
thinking,
someone
but
in.
still, Ryzen working
Sending someone in
on this
alone.
Lord. This should just be a free Lord here for the hands of Smart Omega.
Well, I do give the credit to the tank Lancelot. It's a much better Lord taking here.
Yeah.
I know, it's
compared
what,
to the physical
Zane,
damage Lancelot.
Yato.
Because of passive damage that you get from the retribution, the higher HP you have.
It keeps
So
changing.
Omega,
Last
again,
I
they
heard
get the control over the
from a
objective.
clip
It's
that
a
was
big
posted the other
commitment
day,
from
it's
Nuts
Zane
to
Basic,
try and, pick off Stone right
Zane,
there. But
Yato,
still, RSG
Basic,
is doing fantastic
Theo.
job on just controlling the map, getting something out of it, and having Emma
and I don't know.
completely farm during this window where Omega is.
I like that
quite
Yato's
high.
playing with Zane.
That's the key here. The fact that RSG still is doing something with
Lord T.
bad
Lord T's playing.
situation We'll
Not
see
really
if
a
the
horrible
turn actually
roster.
happens, the switch
I
up.
like that
Look at
Yato's
this
finally
now.
old
Omega's
enough.
gonna start making use of this 3K goalie. They're gonna live.
I think
inside
people are gonna.
RSG's
I mean,
jungle. Where
the
RSG's
NA
not,
fans that know
definitely
Yato
Omega's gonna
know
take
he's good.
everything there.
But I think this will be a
Yeah,
good
yeah.
opportunity for you
You
people
can
to
see it,
like.
even RSG was
see
trying to
how
do the
good
same
Yato
thing, right?
really
They're
is.
looking for those picks. But unfortunately, every time they find one, there's an
Ooh.
answer. Okay, Miko's going to whiff that, but they do get the tier 1 finally. Mid lane, Lord still being slowed down a little bit by Navs. They're trying to hold on
can look it
to
up.
any space they can here.
See if they
before
posted
that
their
season
roster yet.
finishes.
Yeah, this is really becoming hard for RSG. Hard to defend against, against the onslaught of Omega. Even though Miko whipped the flicker combo there, it just shows the amount of threat that they have right now, especially with 2 dominance eyes on their side. The damage output is still limited on Ammon because of the attack speed reduction. And you see 2 Divine Glaives coming out from Killera and Stone.
Hold on.
So more damage output on the magic department for the side of Smart Omega. They don't even need physical right now.
Are we going to force Emon back? Nav trying to buy
Nav's
some time
trying to
here.
come in.
Turret finally getting taken out.
Oh, Renzo
jumps
to
on the
dive. Big
backside.
stun on the 2
Here
members.
Comes Horizon. It's a tank a lot. Can't get the kill though he was looking for.
Oh, Exor
comes
finds
in
him.
to take Ryzen out. Now Kelra
Amon? Come on.
down.
Why'd
Not
you
everything
stop
is
it?
Yet Exor now in trouble, but Renzio's the one that falls. And there you
Good
go.
response by
Everyone
RSG.
from RSG
Good
Slate
response
still
by
alive.
RSG.
Thou shalt not raid the Raiders. The Barangay was punished hard for that overcommitment. But hey, they got something. They pushed in. They threaded the base. Look at the base at half health.
They went complete Adele right there, too deep
Yeah.
for Smart Omega. And, their lineup, yes, it can dive, but diving that deep, they don't have the best mobility. I mean, Stone could get away with Wings by Wings, but
Alex
Killera,
and
without
Reckless
the
finally
Salmon
joined.
Force, that was the first crucial mistake of Omega in this game. RSG, they can chase. They have the Dragon, they have Fredrin, and also the Valentina could just control the heroes on the side of Smart Omega, and that gave a lot of space for Eman to work with, and he was able to move around the team fight, and he found Kelra. And the damage output, right now we're seeing, without the effect of the dominant
Oh,
ice,
Nicolette and
any
Galaxy
hero on
and
the side of
Cushion them
Omega
finally
dies
joined.
within 2 seconds.
And that is Keller's first death
Yeah.
in this
In
series.
this series,
in the
yeah.
series. Well, I mean, that's the thing, right? With Emon, you know at some point this carry is going to be an obstacle. to
Still
deal
no
with, right?
roster from
And
Zane
you saw
yet.
just how fast
No,
any of the
nothing's
tank
signed
members
up yet.
can
I
get
know he keeps
melted
saying
down,
it, but
right?
they have not
Honestly,
signed up
anybody
yet.
can get melted down, even the Lancelot, right? So now at this point, it's like, all right, well, RSG did a good job at whittling down that gold lead that Smart Omega had for such quite a bit of time here, and now they're in a good position to actually contest this Lord fight instead of just giving
Like
it up.
not officially
This
signed
is a
up
much
yet.
harder fight now for Smart Omega, considering that Eman just bought the Athena shield, so reducing the damage of the Feathered Airstrike and also the burst potential coming out from Kelra. It's going to be a little hard and tricky for Smart Omega to take out the gold laner of RSG, which is also a big problem for them because he is the main damage healer. However, there's a lot of obstacles at play. on the side
Nicolette's the
RSG. You
definition
also
of
have to worry
mid?
about
You're
Dragon,
insane, bro.
Fredrin on the front
Or do you
lines,
mean
having
like-
this huge amount
do you
of
mean
HP
mid-tier
with also an Athena shield
or
in his pocket,
mid
so more survivability
lane?
for RSG. Now you talk about prolonging fights. RSG also wants that.
Well, right now, the hook's going to land here on the mark.
Yato's-
as he gets deleted
Yato's only
off of
14.
map. Renzio
He was
out
too
of
young to
here.
play.
2
Iron
seconds.
hook
He was
on
too young to
target.
go to any,
Like we said, it's only going to take
he-
a couple of seconds for someone to get whittled.
Yato
Actually
was
just
always too
bursted
young to
down
compete for
with the way that
qualifiers.
carry works here. So still, Miko might be looking for an angle himself. A Lord here just above half health. No one committing just yet as it's danced around by both
Oh,
teams.
light.
Renzio is down though, so number advantage for RSG Slate here.
Yato like just
Duo
turned
Still
14.
has to be careful how he approaches this fight.
Bro, they dogpiled on the 2-time MPL champion Renzio. I have never seen a lap.
Mobile Legends keeps on.
Oh.
Hold on, hold
Miko, though,
on.
and they're going to punish Nats as he
Nats,
falls.
bro,
Another hook's gonna land
RSG,
here. Miko
come on.
finally falling.
Come
Kelra
on.
takes out Exort, and they're pushing him back.
Bro,
into
Kelra's-
the side as
Kelra's
Kelra
too
able to grab
good.
another kill,
He's too good.
And a Lord is secured by
He's
Stone.
too good.
Smart Omega just punishing RSG.
What's up,
Slate.
Z-Killed? Welcome.
Nice sidestep from Ryzen.
Oh my
Able to dodge the
goodness.
appraisal's wrath. And this could be it as Smart Omega has their eyes set on the base of RSG Slate.
There's a push down bottom, and Omega are making a beeline down mid. Lord has spawned up top. It's the chaos. RSG Slate does not know how to deal with the chaos.
7 seconds. 7 seconds. The cannon is inside the base.
That's going to be it. Smart Omega in a clean fashion, sweeping this series 2-0 versus RSG
2-0. Disgusting.
This is Omega's
Kinda
first
sad.
series win in
I'm a
season
RSG
11.
fan. I'm a RSG PH fan.
Wolf knew something we didn't.
The only prediction.
I'm also a Kelra fan.
Wolf, I mean, the guy knew something, right? But what we do know here, after seeing this game, is wow, Omega is a
Now they want to put some, some scopes or the how do you call it, the gun pointed at teams, and they want
Where's
to
the
stack
game?
up
Here.
All right.
well.
So, but yeah, Yato is he was always too young. He was like 13, 14 or whatever during like M5 qualifiers. He was even younger during M3 qualifiers, so he could never actually. He was Area 77's mage for the longest time, and he competed in all 3 seasons of NASL, and I've always been one of the people to be like, bro, he's one of the best mages in NA. And I think just when it came to like big tournaments, people could never see it because of this. So I think him playing with Zane is going to be really good, really cool. I'm excited for it. And if Mobile Legends keeps growing in NA, I think he'll be like another year or two. If he keeps playing and we just keep getting bigger and bigger, he'll be like he will be that mage, you know. He'll have a name like Haji or, like for NA, an example, I think. Bro, the Valley's not playing, bro. Unless they're keeping that name. If Basic's joining back with if Basic is joining back with Zane, they may keep the name the Valley.
I mean, specifically
Maybe.
what's going to happen, there is obviously the priority heroes and everything, but going back to...
Bro, why is Brusco Doctor? He's got some pink hair, bro.
I just want to real quick say, with Bren from... Yes, some of these guys are in their sophomore year,
Bloodthirsty
right?
Valley?
Specifically, even that
I like
jungle
Valley of
matchup where a lot
Kings.
of the games start here. Kyle Teasy, like last season, he had to prove something of himself, and he did exactly that throughout Season 10. And I feel like that's what we're seeing
Vok,
from NXPE, right?
VOK.
Specifically, like you mentioned with Boyet. And if he is going to be focusing on those objectives, or if he decides to go toe-to-toe with Kyle Teasy as an assassin pick, there's a lot here on the table that NXPE can actually take because they're their first pick priority.
Yeah, but I like Brent's
Never
positioning
BTK
right now. They're
again.
on the
That's
second
sad.
pick, and most people don't notice, but there is a familiarity between the coaches. Coach Josh and Coach Brendan used to work together before, during their amateur eras, their amateur tenure. They used to work hand in hand in shaping up this team. So that, for Bren Esports, there is that certain mentality where Coach Brendan knows what Coach Josh is thinking, and that puts him at a better position because they're second pick. They know how to react to whatever NXP throws at them at first pick. Most likely we'll see still Fredrin, or either they go for the Valentina, but Bren Esports answers up with a Forza combo themselves. Okay,
The rules,
Blue is taken out,
they
so Fredrin, Valentina is
they
definitely
got
on
rid of
the
that
table.
rule last
But
NACT
whatever
when they
happens,
tried to
Bren
say it,
Esports
when they
will
were
get
trying to
rid
be
of-
like,
never mind,
no
actually, Morales
recalls,
was,
no
let go
emotes.
of both teams,
Blah,
so
blah, blah, blah,
NXP
blah,
pick it
blah.
up.
They got rid of
Valentina,
that, bro.
I think is a requirement at this point. You don't want to be giving up both
You got
on the
it.
side of NXP. So
It was a little
Either
much.
Valentina
We all know it was a
Lapu
little
Lapu
much.
or Valentina Claw.
All of us were like,
This is
what?
becoming a trend, at
We were
least
like,
for League
what?
Two, right? I'm noticing that instead of picking up the problems and then banning out the
No
solutions,
recalls?
the teams in the MPL are just
They do
picking
it
up
on the world
solutions
stage.
Regardless, like
Yeah.
they're, if you will, and then
Like, I can
half of the
understand
prediction
us
midnight,
trying to
there's
be
a Valentina,
different and
but
stuff,
then they
but
say,
I-
you know, what?
you
Maybe
know,
we can pick up
MPL and World State,
That's-
like,
Fine, right? I mean, how many
I think when it
times have
comes
we
to like
seen the
rules
Fairness
and
Valentina
stuff, we should be
matchup?
as close to
It's
the
kind
world
of
stage as
aged
possible, as
up
close
to
to
this
MPL as
point, right?
possible.
Season 11,
A few things
and, you
different,
can
like
just
our
expect
point
that
system or things
interaction,
like
the
that, is the
relationship
same way that
between
MPL
those
ID and
heroes
MPL have their
alone
few
to have an
differences. That's
impact on this
okay.
game. Now, how do you
But overall,
get the upper hand? I feel like that is what not only these teams, but the coaches have to decide, right? How do we solidify ourselves that minor advantage? if
good
it
game
be
and well
that
played can't be.
to
It doesn't show
secure
up on.
especially those objectives
it
later
doesn't
on the
show up
boards that we
on
saw even from
tournament
the
lobby.
previous series where it came down to those very extended Lord Dance fights, right? And now that
At
we
least
have
the
these
spectator
features
doesn't
alone
see it.
that even bring that extension further, You have to be
Let them
able to
TP,
turn
my
all
goodness.
angles, and I love how this started, right? There's the Martiz locked in, but then you get a flashy Benedetta pick as well.
Yeah, I love this answer from NXP. Both heroes deal with the Fredrin well, and also Benedetta. Usually, if you're, if you have a Valentina and Promise matchup, the ideology behind these two teams is that you need to pick up a hero, either from XP or Roam, that can deal with the Cult Altar, because both of you will have that ultimate at one point in time. Now, Benedetta is a great asset when it comes to, just completely removing that equation on the other side, because you do have that Petrify like the Final Blow equation that you can provide. And again, it's a hero that deals with Fredrin and also sets up a faster pace for NXP.
That
during
rule
the game.
also, too OP, that rule happened one
And
time.
They lock in their gold laner, which next play Evos hasn't quite
Dave
yet.
saw that
Half of
everybody
me was
hated it,
thinking this
and it
first
was
slot for
changed the
British
next
Sports could have been
NACT.
the Kufra. They could have done it there, and they could have disincentivized those Shadow Stampedes, the Sword Intent from the Benedetta. Hell, even stopped the Martyrs from dashing on around. But instead, it looks like they'll hold on to Ogwen's hero. Not quite yet, not here, not in the first phase.
There's a lot of that, potential openings for Bren Esports. I mean, the Atlas and the Grok are still there for Bren. If NXP decides to go,
Yeah, that rule
for
got
the,
removed a while ago,
route,
2OP.
even
That was
the
a one
bid picks,
tournament thing.
It will fall to the
Happened
trap
in
of
one
Bren
of our
Esports if they
NACTs.
pick Ogwen's
And trust
hero
me,
last.
we all
Well, I think
we
you
were
can
all
hold
sad
on to
about
that,
the
right?
ending of
Because,
that.
so far
Team
from what
First
we've seen
Blood
from Ogun has
to
been
all of us
amazing,
won that
specifically.
NACT.
And they look at this. There's a lot of support here for NXP in the crowd as well.
Oh, definitely.
Very popular faces here in the
Yo,
Philippines.
Trex, by the way,
But that's the
Mobazane has
thing,
some bad
right?
news for
NXP,
Coach
there's a lot
Deku.
here for them to prove. They've started off with this first phase. Honestly, it's great for them. But what I'm wondering is, with this Melissa pick, will it work?
Let Coach
will it be
Deku
that
know.
minor advantage that I was talking about earlier to help you at least save your gold laner? I mean, the way that Melissa's kit works is already kind of that, and then you pair it up with Valentina, who's going to extend your life a little bit longer if you get crashed down on.
Yeah.
But is this Melissa going to shine here the way Bren needs it to?
When does
I think
NACT start?
That definitely is a concern, considering that we haven't seen yet if the Paramis will go to the roam or support. Because usually this is what they do against a Paramis, right? You either pick up a Claude or you pick up a Melissa. These two heroes are really good in dealing with the team fight capability of the opposition. But I do get the point where the Melissa is kind of in a spot where, are you enough? Because the threat are still there.
Alright,
if
alright,
NXT
alright.
decides to go for either a Kagura,
Who do we got,
a
guys?
Boyong, or the Farsa, which both
I like
are
Bren
good
right now.
against the Melissa and the Valentina. So it's still kind of a Hail Mary answer from Bren Esports, because NXP could react.
I
to
don't
that
think
move
I've
they
watched.
pick.
I didn't watch the NXP
I'm
game.
not so sure if there's room.
They
for
were
a
on
burst
day
hero,
one, right? Day
like you
one.
mentioned, because
I didn't watch. They
more
picked.
of the
Are they the ones that picked Xylon Gold Lane or
Paramis,
something?
the recent memory.
The proto form
Yeah,
of Paramis is
Paramises.
Paramine.
Yeah.
He's a cactus.
Fair
They've
mind.
been mid. They've been in mid. I'm not
Fair
sure
mind.
if there's room for a roam Faramai in this matchup. So I think
push
we're
him with
looking at
Faramai, okay.
yeah, we're looking at Goyong as hero. So they're gonna have to find another way to burst down Supermarket.
Yeah, either that, or you go for the classic counters against these group.
Did
of
Zane say
type
anything about
compositions.
me, Z
Again,
killed?
As I mentioned earlier, the Atlas, even
Lolita.
the Lolita is open for
You're right.
both
I think no
sides.
matter
So
how
Bren
bad
Esports
Z Killed's
do have-
thumbnails are of
definitely
me,
have the advantage, 'cause they're gonna see
Zane knows that I'm not a
NXP
hater.
Gets one of the okay. Atlas gets removed. So Bren Esports, either you pick up the room right now and potentially reveal the role of the Fredrin.
How
Because
bad
the thing
makes
about Fredrin is
Z Killed makes it look in the
currently, we don't know if
thumbnail?
it's gonna go XP
Zane
or
knows.
jungler.
Yep, that's a flap teasy
I'm
hero.
not a
Frederick.
hater.
Yeah, but definitely it's
Flat
going to
easy
be revealed in this phase. It's just a matter of questioning whether or not we pick up the XP later now or we pick up the roam. Grog's still sound, honestly.
Not only Gronk, I mean, Kufra too, like we were talking about earlier.
Oh, yeah.
You still have that option, but like you said, do you lock in that roam option here for Bren?
Getting
Or
Q.
do you want to go with the other pick?
Boosted
Because
is a
for NXP,
podcast that
right, I mean,
me,
across the
Private
board,
Dancer,
holding
and
on to
G
those two,
do.
picks here,
We actually
I'm
just
sure they're gonna
dropped.
round it out, right?
We didn't
The
drop an
objective
episode for like 2
gaming
months
is
because of
already
M4
gonna
and then
be
just all types of
crucial
stuff.
for NXP.
It's on the
Like you
NASL
mentioned,
channel,
going to the cage
which
to
soon
be,
is going to get
the
rebranded
victory.
to be
And there it
boosted,
is.
guys.
On the other side, Bren's gonna
Because
go
we can
show
no
off
longer
the
use the
lock
name
in
League in any of
immediately.
our. If it's
NXT
a
enters showing
grassroots
that
event,
clarity
if it's a
here.
community
They
ran event or a private ran event
even if
that's not
possibly
connected to
that
Moonton,
Cooper
we
does
can't
pop
use the
up, they
term
have a
league
shredder
anymore.
here now for them.
What's Lolita looking like?
I mean, for NXP, it sounds awesome,
right?
honestly. Like the setups, even though there's a Lapu Lapu,
So-
you don't really mind playing into heroes that can
It'll
heal
probably,
you as
and
long
if I
as you
run
shut
any
down
more
the blue laner
tournaments, it'll be
of
like the
Bren Esports.
boosted
You're
cup
fine. And I
or
think
something
Lolita
like that.
and Carry
But
sound
yeah,
like
you can still, but you can
a
find the
hell of a
boosted
hard board
podcast
game
under the
matchup
North
for
American Squad
Super
League
Market to
channel.
deal with, because the shields
Yeah.
will be
Though the
up,
last
and,
episode, my audio
it
is pretty
is
corrupted.
kind of a soft counter against what Melissa does in team fights, but it definitely is.
It's not because of League of Legends. It's because it's because they have. It's because Mobile Legends has leagues, and they don't like. We were actually lucky we were able to run the North American Squad League for so long, because most of the time Moonton doesn't let a lot of private events do a league format because they want to have the only league. They don't. You can run tournaments just like I can't use the name championship in a tournament name. There's a lot of certain words I can't use if I want to run my own private tournament. So that's your main thing. Like they gave us a whole list of recently, because now the NACT is becoming a league format and like we're becoming a lot more official. They sent a lot of us who do private events this whole document on like what we're allowed to use, which last year we kind of flew under the radar and they let us slide because they weren't really doing anything here. But now they're kind of cracking down a bit more. So I think the word championship, the word league, a couple other words we're not allowed to put in the name of our event. So if I decide to run another event this year, it'll be called like the Boosted Cup, you know, something like that.
Something that can be switched up. I mean, the Grok and Cho is still open for NXP.
Gideon, let me know when you want to do some content, bro.
Oh. Different flavor, I guess.
Tomorrow night,
It's not the safest. but
like
it might
24
work.
hours from
Yeah,
now.
it's risky.
24 hours from now.
It's, you're playing on that burst, right? Not only that, but so this also means double petrify that Bren
No,
has
it
to
can't
work
be a
around
league,
because,
John Teleker.
you have this Benedetta
boosted
here,
league.
most likely going to have that, and then you
That's
have
true.
now the Kadita, right? So something definitely that Bren wants to work around here, and whatever this last pick is going to be, still.
I'm not
have
really
to-
much of a
I
script
don't know
guy.
If Melissa's ultimate alone is enough to
But if you want to do something for your channel, I would gladly
Maybe
do a
get some
script.
show
If you want to
on
do,
how
I
to
know
move
what you
it.
were talking about. If
Either
you want to do
Ruby's
that and
banned
do
out.
some of the funny stuff, I'm
Nothing is
cool
gonna
with that.
stop Cho from
But I was
moving
thinking
around
more in the
map.
lines of
Even
just
though
like
there's a
some
lot of builds on
content,
Channel
you
from
know,
NXT,
just like,
you
you know.
need that catch. You need a frontline vision. Either that or you go for the
Just
Grok
like-
route.
neither.
This was
So,
good.
nasty.
I'm actually
Dia
with it.
must.
There's a lot that
Dia,
NXT
do you
wants to play
know?
around with, and
The original
as
tournament
a
that I ever
first
ran
impression,
was
right,
called
you wanted them
Nast.
really fast, but Bren Esports just won't allow it.
I thought Bren didn't like Diggy.
Well, Ducky's not there.
I don't know,
Okay.
whatever,
Took a
bro.
break, you know, and Coach Brennan was
We had a
like,
couple
"Let's
ideas not
maximize
too long
this
ago,
opportunity.
Gideon.
Let's pick up
Embrace
Diggy."
it.
And you know the beauty of this Diggy pick, not a lot of people, actually think about this, but it's such a huge counter against a carry. The marks, it's like a 1-1, you know.
Yeah.
Let's
And
do a
remember,
hottest
the
caster
first
tier
time,
list,
It's
Gideon.
such a huge nuisance, especially with carry, having to use that to output more damage. If you're caught
Hottest
in an
MLBB
area
caster
wherein
tier
you
list.
don't have the dash, and you're forced to dash away, mind you. It's hard to
We'll
play
each
this
make them,
type
and then
of,
we'll compare.
carry gameplay wherein you want to be in the front lines.
And I think the way this might go once we enter the Land of Dawn is Bren Esports did not want to play a
Consider it done.
roamer, at least the roamers that next play Evos were expecting, right? The Kufra was open, the Cho was open,
Yeah.
even the Lolita was open. There's so many ways that this could have gone, but instead it went the Diggy route, which is again characteristic.
Who
Coach
wants
Bren
me
making
and
the
Gideon
most of
to
the absence not on stage?
a hottest
Um,
caster
The
tier
crowd is
list?
Probably feeling away.
He is, and
He's there. He's there.
He's shaking his head. It's like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was there.
it's
I'm trying
part-
to look for a shaking hand.
Yeah.
You're on the
Someone
Lizbeth
was
side?
distraught.
Are you team Lizbeth or are you
Well,
team
Did you
are
seriously
you
pick
team
Diggy?
Xena Lily?
I mean, either way.
Because
What
we
we've
have the
seen from
two
Diggy
hosts
before
now,
in
guys.
the,
Team
any
Lizbeth
of the
or Team
teams that
Xena
do
Lily?
Play that hero is one. It provides you a lot of vision. You have a lot of poke. Also depends on what emblem is taken. You also see that happen with a lot of.
I'll do a
impure
power
teams,
ranking
right?
for
Where
NACT
then
when
they're
we know
just
the top
pretty
8.
much whittling down teams to the point where you're entering those objective fights with like what, maybe half health already because
yeah.
of those bombs and those, well, whatever skin is being played here, right? Bomb stars, whichever.
See, I have the same thing
bunnies.
with Gideon.
But still, that's
Until
something
we
that
actually
you work
begin,
around.
I
And not
can't
only
do
that, but
predictions
you
and
have so much
stuff.
of this CC. You have probably the double petrify. We'll get to see
Bro,
that in a second here.
20
But
years
now
ago,
you have to
Nicey was
focus
like
on the
12.
counter to that, which is that time's journey, right? So this is probably something that is going to work really well in the hands of Bren, but it was definitely a curveball from what we were expecting.
Something tells me the fact that they picked the Diggy was not a decision that they had going
Okay,
into the
waiting.
matchup. I believe the way you put it, nice, so it just resonates with me.
Did we go into a pause? Did I
double
completely blank out?
Petrify. And the fact that there is even the Ocean Oddity that makes it all the more difficult for Bren Sports to find angles, that might have been the straw.
Yeah,
that
we
broke
went into a
the camel's back.
pause.
Like, all right, that's it. Just
I got
Hard.
so
They
distracted.
forced out the flicker, but he still died. That's a very big commitment for Bren Esports.
I bet he was
Right
still
now,
hot at that
mid
age.
lane is really, really weak. This is where NXPE can capitalize on the fact that few, for the next 2 minutes, cannot be aggressive.
Listen, American
that, but
12-year-olds are
You
ripped.
garner yourself that minor advantage, you know.
In
for
America,
NXT,
12-year-olds
and
look
you
like
play
grown
around
men
with it, right? And
sometimes.
like we
It's a
mentioned,
crazy
the
world
two
over here,
petrifies, They
guys.
used them there to grab that
Facial
killer.
hair,
So,
chest
you know,
hair.
at this point, NXP is in a good position here already for this game one. Already though,
Nicey
you're
gets
gonna
it.
be in trouble
Oh,
again.
Few
As
goes
he
down.
gets taken out by Goyong this time, mid lane.
Such a beautiful combo, you know, getting those links towards Valentina and then having that Karita follow up with a damage output. This is a Valentina, the first Valentina I've seen shot off this hard in the early game.
And here we were talking about how life might be hard for Super Marco and who's going to play in which role. Apparently, it was as simple as just...
It's all that
Oh,
eating
no, I think
cheeseburgers and running
NXT
from the
was kind of
cops.
offended by that key to victory.
Turns us to
You know,
men.
With few, remind him why he's a legend. Well, right now, they're reminding Few here. He's 0-2 already 2 minutes into the game.
It's not like,
Say what
you know,
will
it's not like
about the
overseas where like
accolades
even
and
the
long
30-year-olds
tenure,
look like they're
career,
still
the
15,
legend that
you
is
know?
you, but hey, in game, you're still just a hero, much like all of us. And look at this immaculate pull set in by Boyan.
Right now, NXP in a good position.
Nicey was a
Secure
model.
themselves the first
Century
hurdle
tuna,
of
baby.
The game. Two members of Bren are down on the bottom side. So this is just going to go freely in the hands of NXPE.
Commitment from Ding, just the zone away, the XP laner and the jungler of Bren Esports. Kind of like what Flop DZ used to do with his Benedetta, but now he can't even do anything because, you know, it's hard to
I don't
try
know.
to
I don't
defend,
ever really
especially
ask
with a
casters
lot
their
of
real
abilities
name. It
on
just
the side
confuses
of
me.
NXPE. And there's also the threat that you don't see both the you know, the Paramis and the Kadida. So Bren Esports kind of have to be safe on the early game, and you know, that netted an objective for NXPE.
And
Guys, I'm not paying
both
attention to the
my
game, bro.
Heroes are coming to play. They're answering
I'm not paying
over
attention to
the
this
Bren
game,
Esports'
guys.
pressure.
You guys
In
are
the past
distracting
2
me with all
minutes,
this talk of
Super Marco did
Century
nothing but
Tuna
chip away at
Nicey.
that gold lane turret
Ogwen's
shield.
gonna
And
get pulled
there's a
back.
pull on Ogwen.
Yeah, Ogwen, you know, he's going to be the focus here a
3
lot
people
because
bot.
still they're trying to focus him down, possibly even get that ultimate out here. They want to waste that time's journey, but the poke potential from Super Marco, obviously it's apparent here, even this early on. So there's going to be a lot of, I feel like, just babysitting right now for Super Marco to let him transition well into mid to late game.
Love the commitment from Doming. I don't want to fight you. I just want to.
I still don't know how I feel about the Martis versus Fredrin. Oh, wait a second. Big Petrify. Ogwen goes down.
Just like that. That's what we're talking about.
Bro,
The
literally the
burst
3
is
of them have
there.
just been hanging out down there this whole
Possibly
time.
Not even sure if he had to use the Petrify.
NXP
but
knows the
time frame
deal.
was
They know the
committed. They get
assignment.
kill.
We
Now
gotta
they have
win
the
gold
numbers
lane.
advantage here on the bottom side. Still
We gotta make
looking
sure
for
Domain
more.
gets a
Ogwen
spike,
respawning there
and we
as well in the
pop.
bush. Should be fine, and they back them off here. NXP happy with a kill.
It's a different answer that we're seeing here from NXP. If there's a time's journey, then we just take out the Diggy. And this is, this is a problem for Ogwe because right now, if you're the Diggy, what route do you choose to go? Do I go for damage or do I go for tank? Because I think Athena Shield is a requirement in this game.
Yep, if you're looking at a mid lane of Doming and Brusco, rather Goyong and Brusco, Faramis and Kadira, again, in the first 2 minutes, Few suffered so much. Turtle already started up by next play Evos.
All right, well, Bren wants to contest this one. They're going to force going back, but Boyet able to secure the turtle here. And everyone's just going to back off at that. Right now, NXP in a great position so far into the game.
really, really hard for Bren Esports to fight. Again, they don't have natural.
Bren's
gold
draft
tank. They do have the Fredrin. However, NXP
'Cause of the
they're
Diggy,
more
I
than
guess,
happy to
but
commit to kill down the to take
I
down
think
the
just the
jungler
kill
of Bren
threat of
Esports
that
because he is such an
Kadita. And
important
all right, so like
factor
yes,
in participating
fundamentally,
around this
Bren's
especially
draft
around
is
the
a little
turtle
bit better,
and Lord later on,
but
because he does have
NXP,
aggressive
like I
play. So
said, knows
it's
the
kind of hard
assignment,
and awkward for
and
Bren
they put a
Esports
lot of
in
pressure
choosing
down in the
how they
gold
wanna
lane
fight
because
and
they
what
also have a
fights to take
clear
because
win
NXP, when it
win
comes
condition,
to,
right?
you know,
And it's that
putting
carry,
out
and as
the,
long as
the
carry
the
can
pressure against Bren Esports,
can
they
pop
have
off,
the
we
power
know
to
how
dictate
threatening
the,
it can be.
dictate that
I
because
mean, they're
they're a much
literally
faster lineup,
literally
and
3 of them are
remember,
down here
They still have the carry, so even if it
for the past
even if the early game
90% of the
goes
5
south for
minutes. For
NXP,
4 out
they
of the
have
5
that
minutes, there's
fallback
been
plan.
always
Look
3
at
people
how
close to the gold
Goyo
lane.
was putting himself up there earlier. About a second ago.
Dr. T's here,
He was down there
cutie.
bottom looking for a
I already
kill.
told you, bro. I'm a
And I
cutie.
guess
I'm
even
part
a
of the
simple
I'm
shadow
team
stampede,
cutie, bro.
Even a simple shadow stampede might be
Team
enough
cutie.
to force out the time.
Oh!
Oh, well, that could have been bad here. Brusco not able to get the kill he wanted, but the burst is already there, right? And you can see it. But here, top side, still focusing. Flap
Getting
Teasy
cutie approves.
gonna have to secure himself. This turret still
Ding.
up, but can't
Ding.
do it as he falls top side in a 2v1.
Ding should have died.
Yeah.
Ding should have died, but he didn't.
That was
Ding.
such a beautiful
What does the
struggle
DR
between
mean?
these two players, and also
Ding Doctor?
very good
Ding
timing
Doctor?
on the eye for an
Goyang
eye by
Doctor?
Ding. And again, they get everything while Bren Esports, they try to take a to make a move on the bottom lane. Didn't work out, however, because they don't have the kit. Melissa is not
Or is
a
it
threat
Dur?
onto the tower right
Dur.
now. And even if you
Ding
know, you
Dur?
rotate the
Boy
Freddy
it
towards
Dur?
the bottom lane,
Dumming Dur?
how do you,
Brusco
how do you
Dur?
face against the carry
Remy Moi,
with
what's
the
good, man?
protection
What's
of
good?
both the
Somebody
Ferraris
early said,
and the
I'm
Kadita?
really sorry. Who was it earlier?
And you
I
can
missed the
see
shout
just
out
how much
earlier.
focus is going
Somebody
here
said they were from
on this
France
gold lane by
earlier.
both teams. I mean, now it's
And I
four
read it, but I didn't
members
respond
of
to them.
NXPE here. Meanwhile, the turtle's going to be worked on. It looks
Who
like
was it?
by
I'm going through the
Bren,
chat.
as it's a 3 versus 1 top side. Boyette going to get focused out here. Turtle secured by Kyle TZ, but the turret goes
If I
in the
miss your
hands of
guys'
NXT
comment,
at
I'm
the bottom
sorry.
side.
That was a conscious trade for
Yeah.
Next Play Evos. They
Feel free to
understood
repeat your
that Best
questions.
case scenario, we extend the
Hoodrich
turtle, we don't
ML
lose mid lane, and we push
in the
down
chat.
bottom. Where do you go now, Super Marco?
Yep.
That's what I'm seeing. That's
Where's
what
our
the
boy
thought
Ken
process
Koenig
so
at?
far.
Where's
Instead
his
of the objectives, they went for the gold lane because they know they need to shut down this.
Where's
Melissa,
your
and
where's
that
your
was
arch enemy
the-
at?
the,
Your
uh,
arch nemesis.
the willing choice of NXT. That was the will basically of the Tigers, and Bren Esports, like Super Margo, is having a hard time.
We haven't
with
seen
gold
Hoodrich
lane.
in the
It's
chat
like
since
NXP,
since
they're
Moba
making
Zane beat
Boyet
Brazil, bro.
The sacrificial lamb. He's the
Since
dead lane
the
hero
Valley
right
beat Brazil.
now. It's a artist, you know. How do you
He
deal
fell off the face
with
of
a
the
hero
map
that
for a
can,
while after
you know,
that.
bypass the CCs of Bren
He's left a couple
Esports and
comments.
has
Hoodrich
enough
ML,
ability to get
welcome
away.
back.
And understand this concept. The dead lane is the jungle.
Gotta
All he needs
be
is
the
those
most fraud
camps,
mod of all
and
time.
then just walk away. Just as long as like, don't die, I'm good.
Flap.
Well, Flap going to take the brunt of the burst here, but ultimately going to survive this one. Kyle TZ gets the knockups, and the taunts of Prazer's Wrath wasn't going to connect, though. Bottom side, though.
Ding.
Ding with Electro final blow,
Ding.
but Bren
I don't know
finally
why
grabbing
that's a
that
funny
tier
name
one
to me.
bottom side.
Ding.
Looking for anything that they can to get that small step forward.
That's what I was gonna say, man. Small steps.
Someone
Just
else's
get
name
there,
on the team should have been
Make
Dong.
sure Super Marco doesn't die too much, and
Ding
find a
dong.
place for him to farm. Looks like next spot for him gonna be mid.
Yep.
Focus here still. Quite a few members, both sides here. Ding gonna look for an angle, gets backed off as he was spotted out by Flap TZ. And still, both teams holding on to
JJK
those
skin
tier
really
ones in mid
unimpressive.
lane. It's really gonna come down to who gets that down first, as that Lord is up here shortly.
Ooh, few footsies with Brusco.
Yeah, he's gonna go ahead and just get that health back and back off for now. Like I said, a lot of poke and pull, push and pull between both teams. Lord gonna be up in about 10 seconds. You can see both XP laners as well, just trying to manage the waves here before the next big objective comes up.
I mean, this is really ideal for Bren Esports, considering that they're now putting the pressure up against NXPE while Super Marco is farming. They have to choose their lanes, however, because Doming DR has been farming on this carry for a good 8 minutes. It's such a huge
has been
threat,
farming
even though
on this
we're
carry
just
for a
going
while.
Transitioning towards the mid game.
Okay, they get the flicker out from Mogwin. That was the conceal play coming out as well. Kyle TZ going to the back
Domain?
side, looking for anything he can find.
We're
Rough
starting to
Wave
see the
comes
damage
out
come out
to
from
a
Domain,
lot
but he's
here
gotta be
expended by
careful,
both
right?
teams.
Ding.
Ding,
He
though,
needs to
gonna
stay
take
in the
a brunt of damage,
pocket.
has to back
Stay
off
in the
as well.
pocket and throw the
Another
ball,
Flap
bro.
TZ, he enters the
Oh.
backside, looking for Goyang. He finds him. Able to
Flap
grab the
TZ, he's
kill.
aiming for the
Goyang
pocket,
down.
though.
And
His
could
job
be
is
a lure
crush
in the
the
hands of
pocket.
Interesting. Something tells me Goyong did that on purpose. He respawned just about 2 or 3 seconds after.
Telecruise.
He has an ult. He has a flicker.
Can we
Still
1v1?
looking for it. He's gonna be
Loser
making
has
his
to
way
kiss the
there.
winner.
Just a couple seconds away. Lord
That's
is
smooth,
reset
bro.
here for a
That's
little
smooth.
bit.
I'm gonna
Again,
use that
Bren
one.
has to be careful how
I'm
they
gonna use
approach
that
this
one day.
Purple buff gonna be
'Cause
secure
either
here for
way,
NXP as they make their
somebody's
way
a
for
winner.
This dance to fight. The Electro final blow comes out with the Petrify. Ding takes quite a bit of damage. The Lord still
that's
less
too
than
early.
half health. Colt Altar already committed here. Brandon with a minor upper hand. Who's going to be able
Flap.
to secure this Lord?
Flap
goes
finds
in.
it every
Super
time,
Marco
bro.
Grab the kill. Still
Lord
on the
low, Lord
focus,
low.
Quite low here. There's the
Lord
Colt Altar
low.
response from Pew. It's going to come down.
Boy,
Battle, and
the
it's Boyet that
doctor.
grabs it. But he has to flicker out too. Still on the run. But Lord secured for NXPE.
Despite the
NXP started to take a
fumble
lead here.
in the early part of that
1.4.
engagement, next play was lost bodies, but Boyet just tunnel visioned on the Lord, and they took it anyways.
I mean, it was quite messy. NXPE, they wanted to
Was
fight.
messy.
They committed the Cult Altar, but Bren Esports, they had the right idea. They disengaged. They knew for a fact that it's not time to fight.
Get outta here,
That's
John.
easy, though.
Stop
when
that.
the Lord knocked out 2 heroes, it almost completely, demolished the second HP of the Cult Altar, and he
There's
went
only a
in
handful
for
of
the
people
carry,
in this world that have a
kill,
better
but
retry
it
than
wasn't
Zane.
enough damage with Bren Esports. They were able to hold their guard, but again, as you've said,
Only a handful of
Boyet
people
was
in this
able
world
to
that have
land
a better
beautiful
retry than
retribution
Zane.
timing to secure the Lord for NXPE.
And there's all the more just
Not even a
amplifies
full
the
handful.
storyline of each role, each lane is going to matter, and there's a
Not
ball.
even a full
Okay,
handful.
Flicker in from Oakwin, looking to grab a kill here. Nice setup. Ding, can he help out in time? Everybody quite low. That's 3 down for NXPE.
Kyle
Brent
Teasy.
collapsing hard. Able to come out on top here of that fight.
This is definitely Few showing NXPE why he is a legend. Standing on the front lines, not even caring
I
about
would
his
say that
life.
this game
I'm
is a
not
little
your
bit
target.
messier than
Super Marco is trying to
RSG
commit
versus
onto
Omega.
my
They're
Valentina.
oh,
Look at
Super
this.
Marco.
Super Marco's going wild.
He didn't even press Inspire.
Yeah, he didn't even use it in that.
I feel like
Standing
people
there,
really sleep on the Melissa.
auto-attacking.
that much of attack speed.
I mean, he didn't need inspiration.
Like, it's
from
got
the skill.
great
He
poke
was
in the
inspired
early
by Few.
game.
Again, the Valentina.
It can protect
standing
itself
his ground
against dives,
NXP, not
and the
caring about
damage
his
is
life at
there.
all. And
Like,
remember, this
I
is
don't
Valentina.
understand why
Higher
the-
levels give more
why we don't see the
sustain,
Melissa
and
more.
Few was able to land a lot of his
I just
skills,
feel like it's
regain
such a
back
slept-on
more
hero.
HP, and then it's,
has a unique kit.
snowballing. This is the effect of the Valentina. He's now recovered in this game, and this is the threat of having
Literally
the
me and
Valentina
John saying
against
the same
lineup of
thing.
NXP. You group up more targets, more HPs to gain back.
Few has been here even before season 1 of the NPL.
I feel like it's
what is a tough 2
like
minutes
one of
to
the most
start?
underrated
What is
good
just the 2
marksmen out
minutes? What is
there.
the early 2 deaths? Nothing. Few has helped claw Bren Esports
Like,
back in
it
this position.
outpokes
and now
everybody in the gold lane and
they
laning
kept doing what
phase.
they were doing
Nobody,
earlier. Like, that's it. It's so much harder now. for
nobody
NXT
can
Esports.
can
And
out
their lead,
can outrange
no,
her.
no more.
in
They're
laning
what, is that
phase.
36 gold,
Yeah.
30 gold. I think that's what the system was trying to say.
And
I
the
mean,
damage
even-
comes
even
on.
with all that being said, right? Yeah. Few
Maybe
had
the
a hard
damage comes a
early
little
game.
bit later than
That-
some other
that
heroes.
veterancy is
Like
obviously
instead of an
playing a part
8-minute
here,
power
and
spike, she's a
that's
bit more of
what's-
like a
you
12-minute
said,
power
it
spike, but
crawled them
still.
back into this game here. And now you're just having Super Marco. Super Marco, like I
Yeah,
said,
Layla
too, was
outranges,
pretty
but
much
but Layla's
babysat in the
garbage.
early game
Layla outranges
by
everybody.
Oakwin, and actually that paid dividends for them because now we even saw it from just the auto attack, right? Super Marco is deadly here. So they're in a great position for this next Lord of the game. And NXP can still fight this. It's just they have to go about this. They have to find the angle.
YZ Lapu.
And that's why they're parking Ding topside to push.
It's kind of awkward now for NXP that Ogwin hasn't even
Wow.
died after the initial take that NXP did on the early game.
Well, Brusco might be looking for an angle himself. Not going to be able to find it. Lord's still up here. Rough Waves comes out.
Yeah, but no
Whoa!
marks.
And
Oh, hold on, hold
again,
on, hold on.
able to secure
Hold
the
on.
Lord.
What just happened?
Easy falls here.
But I feel like that's the reality with all marksmen, though. No marksman is protected from Lapu or YZ, right? You know? You know? But yeah, she's a little bit squishier, right? That slight amount of squishiness. And she can't, I guess one of her downfalls as well is she can't invest one of her early items into defense like some other marksman can, like a Brody can, like even a Beatrix could, or some, like, she can't pick up, even a carry can pick up some sort of defensive item. Like, she really has to kind of commit into damage. So I guess that's her downfall, right?
Here, but Superman again gonna be able to find
So
it.
instead of 2 feathered airstrikes like any other marksman can take, 2 or 3, she's taken 1 or 2. You know, instead of 2 or 3, she's taken 1 or 2 and she's done. So there's, yeah, I could get it. I get it. I hear you. I hear you, bro.
Speed that Ogwin.
All right, so Boya comes in, down to about half health, right? Ding, nowhere to be found. So that's rough.
Right after the initial.
But Benedettas are very mobile, so it's not going to be long. Should be able to get to this before this Lord goes down as well. We got to keep our eyes on Brusco as well here, coming around the back into the tri-bush.
Well,
has a nice position, using the Conceal to try to get this play in right. Boyet knows it's coming, right? Boyet knows this Petrify. This Petrify's play is coming, possible knockup. He knows he has to also make his move now. NXP kind of coming in with a pincer from 3 different angles.
oh, Brusco might be looking for an angle himself.
Brusco doesn't find it. Reverse time does come in on to Boya here. Going to push him away. Boya able to get through this wall here. Flapteasy trying to stop him. Not able to. Colt Alter does come out at this point. Lord very low. And Boya, oh, that's it, right? Comes through the wall. Dodges Flapteasy. I mean, honestly, though, with NXP, just like a really nice combination of skills taking this Lord. Between Boyet, Goyong, and Brusco.
Boyet again!
But for this Lord,
Able to secure
they lose a lot.
the Lord.
Brusco goes
Flapteasy
down,
falls
Ding
here,
goes
but
down.
Supermarco
Brusco
still
actually doesn't go
unleashing.
down. So it's actually
only
just
a
a
1-for-1, but NXT
fair trade.
with the
They don't
Lord
lose
in their hands
anything. They take
again.
Lord.
Boyet, the smooth operator.
I mean, they're going to be happy with that. Again, Boyet, another retribution secured by NXPE. Lord is upon Bren Esports, but team fight
Lord
is
is
going to
upon
matter.
Bren
However, again,
Esports.
it has cost them some issues. The time's journey coming up from Ogwen. Even though Flapteasy died, he was in the middle of that fight, was not able to land the bravest fighter on the right targets. Bren Esports, they still have a lot of kits on their arsenal. The amount of controls that Kyle TZ and Few have, the taunts and the fear, it's disrupting the fight for NXPE. But at this point, it's a stalemate, you know? Anybody could win. It's a matter of execution. But again, as we mentioned, NXPE, right now, they're facing a lot of issues.
Yeah, short to say, Bren Esports, they can have their way. It's so much easier. For them, it's just 1 + 1 = 2. Next play, EVOS, the reason why they've only been walking away with stolen Lords is Bren
They have
Esports
to
is
make
not
the
making
plays
that
happen.
approach so much easier for them. For them, it's more like 1 + 3 + X, find Y. But you will find it eventually. It's going to be there. It's just much harder to find.
Yeah, boy, it's the scientist.
Yeah.
I'll get there, don't worry.
Yes.
Flashbacks of college algebra.
Flashbacks of
I was
college
thinking more
algebra.
like just geometry.
Geometry.
You know,
Simple math.
4th grade, bro.
4th grade,
Well,
right?
regardless of what math they're trying to solve here.
It's
right
different in
now,
North
you know,
America.
we called it a dead lane earlier, but man, Boyet's been like, you
It
know
was like,
what?
bro, that's 4th grade.
Hey, if
I
was
was
dead
like,
lane,
bro, I didn't take that till
completely fine.
10th in
If I
America.
can
What are you
swoop up
talking
with
about?
some clutch retributions, that's all I need right now.
Yeah, from dead laner to dead set on objectives. I will get that Lord
Oh.
no matter what.
Oh,
Oh, there's Athena shield.
yeah.
Good thing it popped off.
Well, he's going to be able to survive for now. So, I mean, still, that's kind of what we're expecting, right? NXP, they are going to be looking anytime they can, get numbers advantage or at least the resource advantage, right? Ultimate's down, especially like Time's Journey. We talked about it. For
We don't learn about the
before we even
Pythagorean
jump into
theorem
the
till
game.
like
There's
10th
already
grade
a
here in
game, but
America.
Still, they're going to have to do that again before that next Lord comes up.
Something to watch out for. Number 1, Supermarco has yet to die, right? So Bren Esports doing an amazing job of protecting their main core hero. Ding in trouble.
Uh-oh.
Oh, Lord.
Ding dash.
Should be
Ding
able to
dash.
get out of this one.
Dash
Hold
with a
on.
ding.
Dodge
Ding.
versus
What a douche.
one.
What a dong.
Electro
Get
final
through.
blow comes
Electro
out
blind from
They're gonna be
Few.
hunting him down.
What?
Ding! How does he survive that?
Did he just eye for an eye and R for an eye?
He did.
He eyed for an eye,
He
an eye
even
for an eye.
dodged the tail end of a bravest fighter.
The side steps on the
Leonis
Ding.
in the
Yeah,
house.
that's what I love seeing. Anytime a Benedetta pops up, whatever player, teams playing him, it's always a beauty to see.
But I want to highlight this view though. Didn't even commit the flicker. He
Yeah.
knew that, this is not a good kill.
Yeah,
Even if
Few
we
doesn't
get
use the
it,
flicker, you're
it
right.
doesn't put a lot of advantage to our side.
All right,
just
another
reserve
Lord
this
fight.
winner for the next Lord fight, which
We're
is
going to
gonna
pay
be
full
happening
attention to this.
in-
Oh, Kyle Teasy. Be careful there, bro. That's a lot of utility gone.
Here. Brusco not able to
Ogwin
find the
does
kill
not
he's
have
looking
it. I'm
for.
wondering if
So
NXP is
now
going to
the
try to
Lord
push this
Dance
now, right?
Presumes here, still fighting for it as both teams want to get this advantage.
Look at the damage of
From those
Ogwin.
bombs. Yeah,
Of
those
NXP,
bombs are
but
starting to
right now
hurt,
it's
bro.
reset.
The bombs are
Ogwin
starting to
is
hurt.
throwing bombs,
Yeah.
literally.
It's little pokes though, but it adds up.
Bombs over
The longer
Baghdad.
this Lord gets shown
Bombs
out,
over
the more
Baghdad.
damage NXT will receive from the golden egg.
That's
I'm
that's
wondering
Diggy's
what's
theme
up
song,
with,
bro.
Domin.
That's
We've
Diggy's
seen
theme
Marvel
song.
pop off, no
He's just
doubt.
like,
This
bombs
Melissa's
over
ready to go.
Baghdad. Hurr,
Where's
hurr.
Domin at
Bombs
right now?
over Baghdad.
Alright,
Hurr,
if you're
hurr.
playing a carry, you're waiting for the called order coming out from View, which is also a big factor as to why NXP.
Just
finds it
imagine a
really
little
hard to
owl
find
crunking in the
because
club
every
like,
single time,
bombs
View,
over
if he
Baghdad.
sees the promise, he always copies the cult altar, and it gives an
Didn't laugh
an
L dad
instant
jokes.
reset
Whatever,
for
John.
Bren Esports. And
That's just
two,
because you don't,
the time journey.
you don't
the
know,
time
bro.
journey in cult altar is so
Gideon
great
laughed.
against
This
carries.
angle.
Yeah, they're still going to be looking for it. Also, Ding waiting on the backside. Could be looking to crash down here from Bren from
Ouch.
Oh,
Ouch.
bad
Ogwin.
angle for them.
Ogwin.
But look at the poke to Ogwin.
Be careful, bro.
Still, Lord going to reset. Ding still in position. Might find it in
Oh,
the
Brusky,
Brusco.
Brusco. Broski. Ding finds it.
Finds the kill.
That's it. That's it.
Trying to cut
NXP
him
should be able to do
off the
this.
best he can. Can he get super close, though? He does. Ding with a double, but on the backside, Kyle Teasy grabbing a kill for himself. It's a 2 for 2. Make
stressed.
it 3. Bren finding another kill. Boy, it falls.
I really thought
Ding
Bren was
still
going to
trying
lose out on
find
that
a
one.
moment himself in the mid lane.
As much as Next Play Evos put on the board there, they threatened the Lord take, could have wiped out
Wait,
Bren Sports.
who's
It
Space
seemed
Kato?
like in the most
Hold on a second.
significant time,
Hold on a
they
second.
decided against both, and they got neither.
Is that the pic?
Well, right
Does
now,
that
they're
picture
gonna be
look
looking to
like
get
who I
this
think it
Lord here.
is?
Bren, good position, but can Ding do anything about it?
Screenshot.
Trying to stall out the best he can.
Zoom in.
Electo final blow.
Zoom in.
Committed. A few in trouble here. Half health.
Zoom in.
Looking for an angle
No, it's here.
himself.
Looks for like a
Lord
familiar
now with 40
face.
health here. Still going to be focused. Kyle Teasy should be able to get it. He does. Securing the Lord here for Bren. Now making their way. Presence known with
Flop.
Teasy
It
in the
looks
mid
like
lane. Gonna push
someone
them
that-
back for now.
This is becoming a problem now for NXP. Flat, Easy, and Few.
Does that face look familiar to you guys?
They don't
You know who that
let
is?
Domin
Yeah,
play his
we know
game.
who that
yes,
is.
Ding did have an amazing outplay against both, both heroes on the side of Bren Esports. I think that was Ogwin and Super Marco himself.
That's not just
First
any
time, he
e-girl,
dies, but
guys.
Bren Esports, they retaliated. Few was
That's
like,
not just
nah,
any
you're
e-girl.
dead. I'm just gonna stand on the
Your
front
pocket
lines,
M4
try to
photographer
fight
here.
the carry because I have Flap Teasy with me. And
That was our
NXP
photographer in
was
M4,
not
guys.
in fighting shape at that moment because they didn't have.
It's not my
that
business to
petrify
say
coming out from the
exactly who it
vendetta.
is.
Which is again made possible
None of you guys
by
know.
Bren Sports' new age TZ brothers, right? Flap and Kyle just split
It's a
up
person.
the Next Play Evos lineup. Goyong is having a hard time popping that called altar. It is
Never
so
mind.
hard to be Goyong right now.
Who has a right to
I
say
see
that
him,
Gideon's
I see
getting
him,
ready to
and
be a
he's trapped
dad? We
between
can
a
say
rock and a
that
hard
much.
place. He's like, oh, he can't get the ult. It's no use. If anything, Few has better called altars this game.
Who would have more information
Yeah,
on
I
the
can say
subject
the
than
same, but
us?
I mean, he's had those moments for them, and right now, I feel like Bren, with that being the Lord.
John Jellicruz never holds any punches. I love how he's just like, Gideon's sleeping with a camera woman? Frank, like, doesn't say like Gideon's girlfriend or anything like that. He's like Gideon's sleeping with camera women now on set of M4? Question mark.
Brusco can't get the kill he's looking for.
It's not
as
like
he
it's
falls.
possible that
Super
like
Marco
Gideon's
adding
like
another one to the
just
list.
dating a girl
Still
or
going
anything.
under
He's
the
like, wait,
turret.
Gideon's sleeping with
Unleashing
people
here.
behind the
Ding, trying to
scenes?
find
What?
anything he can.
Cult altar?
Cult altar comes out,
Oh my
and they
goodness.
hold on for a little bit longer.
Again, whenever they see the cult altar come out from NXP, Bren is like, disperse.
We went right
No
past
clash
dating.
whatsoever.
Some dude,
No
sorry.
extension. We just back
You guys
off.
know how
And that
me watching
discipline alone,
MPL
that
actually
veterancy
goes.
is what is allowing Bren Esports to have this amazing control over the team fight of NXP. And at this point, it feels like playing against two Lapu-Lapus.
I don't
Even
know why
Q
they let me
is
watch
playing
this.
really aggressively.
I mean, right now, look at that. Where
What's
is
happening is
Domeng?
Bren
He's
is
flickering
stomping
out. He hasn't
NXP.
had
There's
any
not a whole
space at all
whole
work
lot to
with
talk
here.
about, guys.
21 minutes in the game. I feel like, Bren has
Let me
had the
break this
answer
down for
to
you.
this carry pick as well.
And
NXP
that's
had
why I
it.
keep wondering, like, where's Domin?
Now
at?
Bren has it.
Most carries that are successful in the
Boom.
NPL shred more than a Melissa. The Melissa holds on to that Inspire. That's the only reason why she would match up in damage output. But the way Bren has played and cornered Doming in this position.
But it's not over yet.
masterful.
Yeah, I mean, we did see
But it's
Doming
not over
dominate
yet.
with the carry last week.
It's not over
but
yet,
Bren
all right?
Esports, they're playing a different ball game
The Mang
right
hasn't
now.
picked up a
Again,
kill yet. That's a
the
problem.
frontliners are just
0, 2, and 1.
disrespecting the carry at
I
this
kind of want
moment.
to take a look
You
at what his
walking-
gold is. Let's take a look real fast. He's got all of his items. He's got all of his items, but he can't find a way in, right?
Frontliners are
He
just
can't find a way in.
disrespecting the carry at this moment.
And this is the
You
problem.
walking
We're gonna
over
break
the
this down.
front lines,
Without an
having that
actual
top
tank,
altar as backup, NXPE, they don't
with
wanna
a
go back, they don't
Beatrix
wanna
who also
fight them.
doesn't
If
really
they
have
do
any
fight
CC.
you, imagine playing it
There's
here
not a
that
lot of
he
space for
takes it
Demang
back
to make
and
a
also has
play.
his own call
Everybody's
altar.
kind
You're
of
not gonna-
squishy
you're not
around
gonna
him.
commit
Everyone
to
can
that.
just
And then
Flap
suddenly, Flap
TZ,
just flickers
Kyle
it.
TZ,
Midnight,
even
are you
Super
saying
Markham.
there's
They
more
can
than
just
two
kind of
frontliners?
they can just
Even
kind
you
of get
down
to him if they want
Boyette.
to.
Right now, this is going to go in the hands of Bren.
If
Boyette
Boyette does it again, I swear to
does he do it?
freaking
Able to steer
God.
another Lord,
Yep.
If
but can they
Boyette does it
survive
again.
long enough from the damage output from Super Marco? No, they can't. So despite
Three.
getting the Lord again,
3 in a row, but this
Bren
time it doesn't
might push
matter.
this one in for a win.
One cannon though for Bren Esports. One minion.
It was a nice
cannon.
try, Boyette. You
Oh,
did a
Lord
great
comes
job,
out.
Boyette, bro.
So that's
The Lord comes out.
Yeah,
No.
but 40 seconds.
It's
But
not.
that's a long
It's not a
time.
deterrent.
40
That's too
seconds.
much.
It's not a
Gonna
deterrent.
push him
bro.
back. The Lord's going to go down here
Look
in
at
just
Kyle.
a second. Kyle
Not
TZ
this
doing
time.
exactly-
Oh, Boyette, you did
What
great,
a
bro.
move. Able to get
Listen,
the kill with the appraisals
Boyette,
wrap, and
you did
that's gonna be
great.
it there. It's Bren Esports.
But it
takes
doesn't matter.
Game 1.
Let's just be real.
Valiant effort
That's
by
honestly
these
how
Esports
bad
in
Bren,
this
how good
first
Bren was
game.
doing that game. Is
But
they
Bren
lost
Esports
every
had
Lord
it
that game,
figured out.
but they still
Never
won
let
the
go,
game.
despite Lord
They lost every
being
Lord.
stolen away by the smooth operator.
Time and time
Wasn't gonna be
again.
enough to beat Bren.
That's not how that goes.
Coach Ducky smiling right now.
Time I get to see my favorite hero in the world, Gord.
Gord.
Don't know if it's going to happen, but Season 11 might be that time.
All right, let's reel it back in. Here we go. Game 2 has already begun, and as expected, next Evo switching it up, being the second pick this time around. On
Who
red
needs
side,
the Lord?
Bren
I can
Esports on
literally
blue, betting
hear
out the Kadena
your
and
your
the
voice
Fanny,
right now,
while
Space
next
Ghost.
Evo takes out the Fanny and the Wanwan.
Yep. Again, you don't want to be
Doing
giving
this.
the fanny towards Kyle TZ. We saw what he was capable of when he's given the heroes like this. And now Glue is out of the option. Joy as well. Valentina.
That's
again
how
is
Giga
open,
Chad
but also
Atheists
Paramis.
win.
But I think Bren Esports will likely go for the Valentina
Best comment of the
route
night right there.
while giving
If I
both
could pin
Edwin
in this, that's how
Paramis on the
Giga
other
Chad Atheists win.
Well, a lot of
Who
on the
needs the
table here,
Lord?
But, with this first phase of the bands already out here, I
That was a
would
good
like
one. That was a
to
good
see
one.
them. I'm wondering, do you take
That was a good one.
those focus on the cores here? Because, yeah, NXP is going to have 2 that they can focus on if they want to start there with the first phase. There's the Fermis.
Yeah.
Is
Fair
pops
my,
up. So
Fermis.
Valentina's open. Do we see
Exactly.
Many
They can
fair
go
my.
Valentina X, Valentina
Fredrin, Valentina
Claude.
Valentina Claude, Valentina Brody.
Oh.
Actually, Brody sounds awesome.
Valentina Fred sounds better.
Oh, it wasn't Paramis first pick.
Oh.
No, sorry. It was a Valentina first pick.
It was a
Changing
Valentina
my
for
IGN to
Bren
Giga Chad
Esports.
Atheist.
Bren Esports, yeah.
There you go.
We're confirming that now.
All right. Came from the phone itself, straight up.
Yeah. Okay. Well, still,
Photoshop
I mean,
like one of those Giga Chad
yeah,
memes with
so
like an
that
upside down
leaves-
cross
I
on his
think we saw
forehead.
the switch there, possibly.
Give him like Lil
We're
Wayne
gonna know in just a couple
tattoos.
seconds here,
Giga
but
Chad with
the
Wazy
Fredrin that was
tattoos.
Switched up, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think you would expect a Fredrin alongside a Paramis for NXPE.
That's a vibe, bro.
Could be.
It's a vibe.
Wait, that was a Yuzong.
That was a Fredrin and a Yuzhong.
First pick for next play Evo's Fredrin Yuzhong. There you go. All right.
There
we
it
Did
have-
you just give Paramis Valentina to Bren Esports?
This is the correct timeline. This is the correct timeline.
What do I know
but
about
I'm
Lil
not so
Wayne?
sure if that's the case for next Levos because yes, the possibility for
Bro, it's literally
Faramis,
like
Valentina
my
is out
childhood. What do
there.
you mean?
Faramis, I don't know.
Lil Wayne and my
Valentina,
childhood
Valentina,
Oh, wow.
Farsa,
Are
Valentina
in one
Evo.
singularity.
Valentina Harris.
Valentina Harith. Would you guys rather see
The no
Valentina
ce-
Harith
let's
on
put it
the
this
same
way.
team or opposite team?
The No Ceilings
I wanna see them
mixtape
both
came
on
out
the
when
team.
I was in
Because it
high
already
school,
happened.
bro.
We don't do,
Yes.
we don't see shenanigans like two.
The
calls
No
opposite
Ceilings
team.
mixtape came out when I was in
They go
high
for the
school.
Hayabusa, which is a Kyle TZ special.
Carter
And
3
Flop TZ's
was
Lapu
like
Lapu
8th and
once
9th
again.
grade, bro.
I'm surprised we haven't seen Esmeralda. She's
7th and 8th grade, bro.
Yeah,
Come
and
on.
she's one of the few heroes who actually do well against Lapu Lapu.
Yeah.
Because homie gets a lot of shields.
But now you're stuck with, Fredrin Yuzong for NXP, which
Page
also
1,
is-
Chapter 1, verse motherfucking 1. Down, 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 down. Open up your hearts, people. Down, down, down. Down. Verse 1, Chapter 1, page motherfucking 1. And if you're looking for the sky, then just shoot me.
although
Sheesh.
they're on the same boat here, both sides, you know what the heroes will be going to. Like, you know what the roles are. Jungle Fredrin, Jungle Hayabusa. Gold laner might be picked up here by next play was either that or they go for the Farsa.
I think
I
you
can't
go
talk
for
about
gold
Eminem
laner.
Yeah.
because then
Yeah.
people just peg me as some basic
Okay,
ass
okay,
white
let's go
boy.
to
High five.
You mentioned it earlier. That's the sound of the high five.
But yes, I love
Can
Eminem.
you,
Because it's
can you
locked
do it
in.
again? Can you do it again?
One more time.
Sad.
Oh, wait.
There you
Is
go.
that it?
There you
All
go.
right.
Nice.
I think it matters because again, this was one of the few things I noted in game.
I was a
one, what
Linkin
made
Park
it so
guy, too.
difficult for Next Play EVOS to take advantage of what was a great early game, right?
Yeah.
Like Doming just wasn't putting damage on the board. You set him up. You set up your Maknae. I believe he's the youngest member of Next Play EVOS. If I'm not wrong.
Trev,
Well, not
listen
only
to
that,
NF
but
and
part
MGK.
of the
Stop,
reason
bro.
why I feel like he struggled
Stop,
on that
bro.
carry pick previous game was also just because of the fact that he didn't have the range he needed, right? So at
Yeah.
least now you're on Brody.
I do listen to
So
some
for
MGK
NXT,
though.
You battled Beatrix here. You don't want to be playing up against heroes that can deal with the Brody, especially the Harith.
Yes.
We mentioned it earlier. They still want to let Kyle
Old
play.
and new
They
MGK.
ban out- well, it
Rapper
was previous
MGK.
days. If you're playing Hayabusa, you should ban out the Hilda because
Yeah.
it's a nightmare to
Yeah.
play that game. So Hilda gets removed. Beatrix still for NXP. Either that or you ban the Cloud.
Rapper MGK
because you do
and
have
Rockstar
Yuzong. So
MGK.
it's a matchup that is allowable for a next play EVOS if they decide to go for that route. Because if you let Bren Esports play the Beatrix, then you can get your hands.
Whose side
the
was I
likes
on?
of The Farsa, even though you're up in the face of Hayabusa.
Honestly,
and
I will
you do
say
have that
this.
long-range threat.
Yeah,
I'm always on
it's very
M's
rare
side,
that
bro.
the Eve and the
But
Farsa are
MGK
not bad.
probably wrote the
And they're
best
still
diss
out there.
anyone has
Even the
ever
Varus
written
is
on Eminem.
open. So
Yeah.
Ever.
It's not so difficult.
Oh,
But
Be
the
next
game
to
recently
EVOS.
wrote a diss on Eminem, and the
What are we
beginning
looking at?
starts off
Beatrix is
weak,
gonna be pickable.
but when you get
Beatrix
into
is
it,
available.
bro,
Wait.
Coach Josh and Coach Eason are
it's
fine
just
with
to
that.
remind you that
Are
the
we
game still has
seeing a
bars,
Ruby
bro.
From Bren Esports? Or a Cho, actually. Cho is open for Ogwen.
What's up for mid? Gord?
For next. Kagura sounds awesome.
Don't want to get my
honestly.
hopes up.
Kagura, Farsa.
Kagura, the likes of Lunox,
Lilia.
Lilia,
No chat, this
Not
guy's
so-
an old head.
I'm okay with Lilia actually.
or Kadita. Kadita's still okay.
On Goyong.
Yeah.
Alright.
Either that or you pick up the rumor right now.
Watch Z Kill's new video right now. Hold on. He said he was dropping one. We'll go watch it. We'll watch it real quick, guys. We're gonna lose like some viewers, but we'll watch it, bro. Oh, we see it. We found it. We already see it, bro. There it is. Can you guys see it? Bro, why does he kill have to do me so dirty with the thumbnails? Can we just talk about that real fast before we jump into this video? He makes me look like such a bad guy. He makes me look like such a bad guy, bro. One-dimensional, no depth. I was talking about North America, but this guy puts the Valley and BTK on there. I was talking about North America. And then he puts a picture of Zane and it puts they. I look so angry, bro. I'm like, they abandoned us. But I wasn't talking to. I didn't say they abandoned us. All right. Hold on.
Who's Deku again? Is that
What can you say about Deku's statement that he hopes you won't make it to MSC? Z-Killed has a clip on. Any press is good press. This is cool. No, and in the video about me where I'm talking, everyone's always like super. Everyone's always super cool. Like all the comments are always cool and positive. I think this one though,
who's Deku again?
a little bit of people were like, Deku, bro. Even I was like, Deku, chill out, bro.
Is that that's not the Cambodian guy, is it? I mean, if it is, then that kind of explains it all. Deku is the green guy? Huh? Who's Deku again?
Deku's the green.
I don't know who that is. I'll watch it in a bit. Oh, it's an NA caster? He's from NA? What? Is a new NA caster. So it's a new NA. Oh man, it's actually pretty funny. New NA caster. So weird, dude. So weird. What exactly did he say? Does he not like, was it like personal? Cause I'm reading some of the comments, it's just saying like he wants somebody else to shine. But I mean I have bad news. Nobody outshines me in NA's jungle.
It's true.
Or I mean if we're being
It's true. It's true. And I think Zane knows that, like, I think Zane knows that it's not, like, Deku doesn't mean it in any kind of personal way. And, like, and I was very clear in my statements in that video. Like,
really
very
honest here, period.
I say it all the
Nobody
time, like, honestly, like, even when it comes to world stage, Zane is one of the best retries in the world. I say it all the time. Like, top 2, top 3 easy. Like, that's just my personal opinion, but I think, like, when it comes to retry, Zane is one of the best retry games in the world. Nobody was out retrying. Like, he was holding games on against Kyrie, against so many people. Like,
in NA period. Can I just listen? I can listen to it on stream, right? Yeah, maybe I'll just listen to it like right now.
agree that once Zane leaves, we'll become the new Cambodia.
Time to drop the beat of the flash.
I kind of have been wondering this, right? Like, I had a feeling that, like, some stuff may happen, and now Zane's going to switch teams again, and that maybe we send another team to the international stage. I was thinking it might happen in
Sir,
M5. Like,
what's your command? The
enemy
enemy is banning.
But now with MSC,
Very real possibility.
yeah, very real possibility, right? But also now with MSC, at least maybe we get our feet wet before M5. But here's the thing. I think there's a high chance that maybe we send someone other than Zane to represent NA.
Good luck with that. Yeah, good luck with that.
I also think there's a high chance
See
we
value
do
in
take
me?
Your team is banned.
A quick loss, yeah.
It's true. He knows.
At least,
Kind of need
you know what?
I think we
Wanna re-
but
Let me
we
replay.
do take a quick and someone other
Let me
we
replay
said
this
so-
whole thing and then
chance that maybe we send someone other than Zane
I
to
am the
represent
power
The
of
en-
let me put it up actually.
would be MSC. I also think
No beef,
there's a
no
high
beef.
chance we do take a quick loss, sadly. But I think that is something we kind of need right now. I think we need to send more new faces to the world stage because it'll help NA grow in general, right? And if we do take, I mean, hopefully whoever we send to MSC does great. I'm always going to be voting for them, right? You know, Ezekiel just said it. Why not build an all-star? Because I think it'll be healthier for NA.
I need to
if we
wash
don't
my
always
hands,
just
bro.
Send an all-star team. Like
I need to
if-
wash
if
my
a team
hands.
that's not just like Zane, Hoon, Chicken, whatever. Got a bat.
Is this all him?
For his pro player career.
I really can't watch this
Hopefully, I would
all.
hope and expect Zane to make it to World.
I really can't watch all that, man. I feel like everyone's like I don't know why I feel like I'm being just underestimated lately. Besides what they're saying, because I don't think they really are.
Yeah, I'm not like, I think Zane knows that I don't.
They don't think I'm gonna make it, maybe. But it's like, damn, like I really gotta like turn the heat back up. I suppose. Let me
So like, at my chat knows, people that know me know, I don't ever underestimate Zane. Like I said earlier, he's one of the best junglers in the world. You can go check my M4 tier list. I was putting him at the top. I think the main reason why people are like wondering how he's going to do this NA is just because he's going to be on another new roster. And NA's continuing getting stronger, right? NA's continuing to get stronger. That's just that, right? Because you already see the the main.
I hope he
matchup.
does.
It's the Valentina
Bro.
for
Yeah.
Bren Esports. You pick up
Listen,
either
guys.
Ruby or Atlas or Cho.
Do you know how many, like, listen, like, with the roster, like, I'm not going to say anything. I cannot say how Zane will actually do. I cannot say how Zane will actually do in this NACT until I see the roster. And from how it sounds right now, if he has Yato, like I said, Yato, I don't care what anyone says, Yato's one of the best mages in NA. I'm going to say it now, and I'm going to say it again, and I said it not too long ago. Yato is one of the best mages in NA. I'm so happy he's finally going to get a chance to shine. I'm so happy he's finally old enough now to like play in serious events. Zane owns Deku. You and Deku, how's that? Me and Deku, me and Zane have like talked personally. I think just like how Zane talks about stuff he wants to on a stream, I'm going to talk about stuff I want to on my stream. I don't think there's any kind of like there's never been any like beef between me and Zane. His schmoinkas now, it's fine. John, we all know you're just a I thought you just hated basic, but I guess, you know,
Whatever.
it goes deeper than that. It goes deeper into the valley than that.
That puts Ruby up there for Bren Esports, honestly.
Well,
Do it, Ogren.
Yeah, Ruby would be a great choice. I feel like, too, with NXP, they already...
Top 5? Top 5 is freaking good, bro.
Much of the boxes are checked for the most
I
part.
hate
They
North
could actually just
America.
go with a lot of the,
John, aren't
the
you
top
from
picks for
North
mid-lane,
America,
and then
bro?
that will work, right? Whatever they want to draft
whatever's
here.
left.
Yeah, whatever's left, whatever they feel like playing. But so far, in terms of, you've got your front line solidified. You've got great pick potential.
Zane is going to get serious now. I think Zane's always serious,
you can work
bro.
around this, right? Now, for Bren, on
Zane's
the
a
other
monster,
hand,
bro.
this could be difficult. A Hayabusa game like we saw previously in the previous series. But knowing
But
that
it's
gonna
not
be
just
the
a
hands of
one-player
Power
game,
TZ,
right? It's a
you
5-player
still
game,
have
so
to-
I want to know how well
There
his
you
team
go.
can
There's
do.
the Ruby, and they take the carry to round out the draft.
I've
here for
always
Bren
said it.
Esports.
This is Super Marco special.
I've always
the
said it.
carry,
I
the
hope
hands of Super Marco.
that Zane is
Counted as
continuously
one of the
pushed
best
to his
carry
limits.
players. I mean, alongside Benecuti.
I hope that other
He
teams get
has
stronger in
a
NA.
history
That is
of
my
not
hope.
dying with his hero.
I hope that we have
Has a clear history
several
now
all-star
for
teams.
NXP.
I hope that we have a
Again,
full
Kagura is
roster
an
of
option.
teams that can
Good
go to the world
against,
stage and do
the
great.
matchup against the Valentina, also decent against the Ruby. Could use the umbrella.
Chill
to
Will,
look
what's up,
for the
man?
bushes,
Welcome, welcome.
Get some vision
Dark
for
Horse
Bren
teams in
for,
NA?
for next play EVOs.
I
and
don't
it's
know.
not a hero that can be easily bursted down by Bren. So I think it's an option. Either that or you
Huevos?
go for the Farsa routes. Okay, there you go.
All right, so
Uh,
literally minimize the amount of ults that few can get.
until
That's literally
we
just
get
a
into
win the
top
dragon
8,
or bust.
I won't have any
This is
predictions,
the
man.
first time we've seen Paramis completely in the game.
I've always had
Like,
the same
nobody
exact
touched it at
hold,
all.
bro.
Nothing.
Yeah.
I've always
Well,
had the
I
same
guess,
exact hold
you know,
when it comes to voting on teams and
This is
tournaments.
something that I
If you're
feel
not
like
making
NXT
it to
is
top
like, you know what, let's just
16,
go
top
with
8,
a
then you're
bursty
not. I'm
main.
sorry, but you're just
only
not on
that,
my
but
radar yet.
Also, that's, in a way, it's mobile enough
Mustaka!
that
Chris
you
Dave,
can
what's up,
actually
man?
either
Welcome.
bait things out or you have that burst potential.
Not
That's the
much,
thing
not
about
much.
Kagura, right? She really
Good-
is
good night,
one
hanging
of those
out.
heroes that
It's my day off
you
tomorrow.
don't know what to expect because of the way that the combination works. Her burst potential is there. The fact that she
Magalang
can get away
Umaga.
from a lot of things, it just works out so well.
You know what's scary?
Umbrellas.
No. There's 2 dragons in this game.
Yeah.
I'm actually curious if you will go for the flicker or he will go for the
Oh.
petrify.
Yeah. There is the Way and there is the Black Dragon.
And there's also a dragon on the other side. If Valentina copies one.
Yes. All right. So
gonna be a lot of
it
dragons.
can
Timo Hao
get-
brothers.
it
Like,
can
Hoon's
get
always
wild.
been a face of
Yeah.
NA,
It can
bro.
get
Hoon's
crazy.
always been a
Like
face of
2
NA.
dragons just roaming around the map.
Yeah, no, they're both CCMU, so they just bump into each other. There would be zero collision there.
Yeah. That's why I'm actually
Alright, game
curious
2.
as to what
Bren
the
versus
battle spell for
Bren
you would
versus
be.
Yeah.
next play, bro.
Petrify would sound
Bren versus
awesome.
next play.
Oh, I'm thinking Flicker. It's gonna be either Flicker or Purify, one or the other.
I mean, I don't.
Lilo's
it-
Papa.
I
I've been
don't
thinking about
mind
organizing a
having
real team. Like,
Valentina
I'd
play a
own the team.
Petrify
Are you
battle
going to have
because
contracts?
Blasphemy midnight.
We did see a
Contracts,
Tank Lancelot earlier
an
on.
Gonna die a
LLC,
lot.
I was going to say,
There's a
Or a
precedent. There was a
corporation,
precedent.
or
2 years it
organization.
working, that Tank Lancelot.
Like, is it going to
oh,
be
yeah, but you wanna be able to
legitimate?
flicker, terrify people, right?
Hell yeah.
But
were
you,
saying.
you also want to be able to copy
I
the dragon,
hope
the Black Dragon
you're
form,
gonna pay
and petrify
players.
Everybody on
Alright.
side of Phoenix.
Those are all
Starting
things you have to
sound
think
like
about,
ketchup
right?
on cereal. Joseph,
Yeah.
you were saying.
No, I mean, I am expecting the No, not the Petrify. We get lost in Midnight's.
It's on the same boat.
Midnight's
crazy
world.
theories.
Yeah, Midnight's world. I'm expecting the
Definitely
flicker
the finances
here,
to do it, bro.
right? But yeah,
Bro,
there's
just sponsor
gonna be
me,
a lot
bro.
of just dragons everywhere. I feel like, and not only that, but
trying to go full
crucial
time.
is also the way of the dragon, working around that or utilizing it, and then at the same time, like I said,
I need to quit my day job so I can do this full time, bro.
I am a fan of Kagura as a hero in general, and I feel like it's not often that we get to actually see her played, right? So that burst potential is going to be there. It's scary, and even before that was locked in, that's why I said the boxes are all checked here, right? And then you just round
It would be
out
dope.
even
What would be
more.
dope would
It's
be
like
to see
the cherry on top.
our
You
first
have this burst
our first
mage
boot camp
Kaguras
house.
here,
Like
and you
see
can
like
actually get a lot
if
of
somebody
output
like
potential as well.
got an apartment or got a house and they
we
moved
have,
5
eyes
players
on
into
this
it
Kagura.
and got equipment
Midnight.
for them all to
What's
stream and
the
everything
scouting report
and
on
play
Goyo's
together
Kagura?
regularly, that'd be
Have
dope.
you seen this in action?
One of the best, I would say. One of the best Kagura
Hidden face of
players
NA.
I've seen.
I don't think I'm hidden
Also
anymore. I
a
think
lot
people
of
know,
amazing
but yeah.
TikTok plays on the hero. And again, it's
My
it's
roots
a
run
game
deep, like-
wherein the Kagura will have a better time. And having it on Goyong's hands, he is a Kagura specialist, so it is a threat.
Just not as
All right, let's see if this is good enough to bring us into game
Am I gonna make a boot camp for NA
in tonight's
casters?
Final series. It's Bren Sports versus Next Play Evos.
I don't know. I mean, that's what
Already
NASL
mid lane,
was.
right? The focus here for both of these. A little poke back and forth, but still, you know, it's
Oh.
actually few this time that's poking down Goyong here, but still, they pretty much win that little skirmish, and they're going to set up for that first Little Wander.
It's a flicker of Valentina.
Bro.
Sad.
NASL,
Midnight noise.
we set the listen, man.
Ogun in view.
Last pause,
Our
last
first
pause,
to the
guys.
scene. Here
Last
comes
pause, last
Boyan.
pause. When it comes to NA Mobile Legends casters, we were the first, bro. We were the first. Last year, we were doing things. We were doing things like hashtag Trex for M4. What are all the casters doing now? Hashtag Wheezy for M5. Hashtag Deku for M5. Hashtag this. We set the meta, bro. We set the meta. And I love that we have so many NA casters now coming up. Deku's a boss. Wheezy's a boss. Private's a boss. You got Eunice coming in, our first actual female caster that's really going to be doing big things. We have hosts now. Like, we have all this. It's an amazing thing, bro. It's an amazing thing. But like boot camp, like NASL was boot camp, bro.
See if he has anything to say about this Little Wanderer situation.
Of course he does.
All right.
He did that to the Lords.
Oh yeah, of course. What is but one Little Wanderer?
It's like, come on, it's just a warm-up, you know. And there is a trend for a lot of MPL teams wherein the junglers don't actually try to contest for the Little Wonders. And Bren Esports is one of them, you know. Kyle TZ just wants his farm. He doesn't want to commit retribution. He actually hasn't used it.
Ken,
Even though,
good luck.
There was a
I
clear
hope you make
sign
it to
point
top
of
8,
his.
bro.
Holding it
I hope
close
you
to
made
his
it to
chest.
regular
Yeah.
season.
No retribution is happening here.
Bro,
Bren Esports.
qualifiers
Oh,
is
yeah,
going to
he's used it
be
twice. Oh, okay, there you go.
Well, he used
disgusting,
that,
bro.
So
qualifiers
you know,
is going to
one
be
thing, though, that
rough
specifically
for a
about
lot of
Hayabusa is
teams.
If he's able to get these
Even the
early
good
kills,
teams.
right? Especially if he
It's
can
all
get
best
it
of ones.
on Domeng specifically in that gold lane.
It's going to
It's
be
gonna
insane.
Crucial, as we mentioned even previously when Ryzen was playing it. You know, if you can get that.
UA's
snowball
not an
going,
NACT caster,
that's
no.
best case scenario here for you if you're Bren.
All right, this is the Next Play Evos. making
Cool,
some
Deku in
leeway,
the house.
pushing
You
out
missed it, bro.
any
We were just
potential
watching the
answers
Z-Kill
from
video
this
of Zane.
turtle spawning in about a second now. Flaptesian Few. This is hard for a Few. I mean, he's struggling to get that last XP cart.
Yeah, so this is probably
We
just gonna go enhanced
Z-Killed, we
for
just
that
watched
team,
it.
but still
We just
Kyle
watched
TZ
it.
and Flat
We
TZ,
just watched
though,
the Z-Kill.
able to
You missed
secure
it.
That
I'm
turtle
sorry.
here.
We already
Crash comes down,
reacted
still
to
looking
it.
for a kill. Few with the Black Dragon form. There's Ding as well. Pushing him back. Few has to flicker. Able to get the first blood, though, from Boyet. They're still going. Few quite low. They have the CC. It's Brusco. Able to grab a kill himself, and Ding falls. A trade there with Bren coming out on top.
Bren Sports says you get nothing, sir. A turtle steal plus a couple of kills on the way out.
Again, it's Flap TZ and Few leading the chart share for Bren Esports. Now Few is having a better game on the Valentina. Again, this is
I don't know
a
where
huge
Ritz
threat.
is. She's probably working. She works
There is
night
still
shifts.
that Lapu Lapu presence.
And if she doesn't, then
There
she's
might
probably
be
not
two
staying
Lapu
up all
Lapus in this
night.
game. Not in the essence of having Lapu Lapu as a hero, but the playstyle alone.
Ritz
for
is
Bren
allowed a
Esports,
day off
boy,
whenever
they
she
are
wants,
missed
bro.
The retribution timing on the turtle a little bit, quite on the coda, I would say.
What happened? Is
Okay.
Boya timed out?
It's
Like,
exhausted.
is he on cooldown?
Yeah.
Diminishing returns.
It's
That's
like-
what's happening.
I've been retching too good.
I can't have perfect.
Who
There
stats.
has
died
to
on
be-
the side? A few
Sanders
died
has-
once.
has
Sorry, a
said
few died
there has to be
once.
some sense of balance between
man.
a
Bro,
lot of
John.
things.
Well,
Nom,
it's
nom,
only
nom.
the first turtle, right? So, boy, it's probably thinking that as well.
Nom, nom,
He's
nom.
Still, I mean,
What made you clip
Flap
that?
Easy,
What made you
getting his
use
hands on
that
the
as the
Lapu Lapu
meme
here,
for me?
Doing amazing so far.
Yeah, you know, boy, they are.
Why did Zkill
maybe
like that
his-
so
his
much?
headspace
I don't even
right
remember
now is
where that was from.
I
Where did
need
I
to
say
feel it.
that?
I don't get it.
If it's clearly mine, I don't want it.
I don't
Nom,
want
nom.
it.
I
You
forget.
get it.
I
I'll
see
retro
that
it
of
for
me
you.
and I'm like,
If it's
where?
you who
What
started
tournament
it,
did I
I'll
say
steal
that
it.
in? When was I casting and I
Okay,
said that?
That's one way to look at it because again,
Ritz
it
is a
seems
girl,
to be ringing
yes.
true for this series at least, right? If it looks like it never belonged to Boya to begin with, then more likely he will take it.
Midnight didn't get the petrify Valentina.
Can
so
you refresh my
that's his
memory,
mindset
Zkill?
now. Boy,
Where
boy
did
had
you clip
objective
that clip
thinking,
from?
Right? So
Right.
that's
Trying to look for different things.
Welcome to Midnight's world.
To tuck away the tinfoil hat, Flap Easy walks into a bush.
tinfoil
where Boya is.
hat.
How about round two, all right? Turtle's already spawned.
Again, it's Few and Flapteasy and Boyet in the same space.
Well, you know, this time Flapteasy setting
It
up
was-
a there,
Dragon?
trying to buy some time. Few does use that dragon form. They're going to push Boyet back here. He's quite low. Can they grab the
Oh!
kill? Few able to grab that one. Turtle's going to reset for now, but with Boyet down, Bren
I don't
has
think
the
I've ever seen
advantage
two black
here
dragons
as they
flying
go
at the
ahead
same
and work
time.
on the turtle. Looks like NXP is just
How
gonna
does that
back off for
interact?
now.
Do they
Top
bump each
side,
other?
though, a lot of pressure.
I can't say I've
Do
never
they go
been in that
through each
situation
other?
when I thought my dash as a Fredrin would work, and then I just end up bumping into a wall. That's what happened to
I know, but
Boyet
what event
here,
was
and
it? Like,
does
I want
happen.
to, I want
It
to
does
see the
happen.
moment
Fredrin has
around
one of
it.
those
The moment
weirder
around it.
dashes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you feel like it's a long dash, but it's not. And this is becoming a problem here for NXP. There's just too much layer of control on Few, Ogwen, especially with Few, having that Black Dragon form. And there's also a lot of damage coming out from both Flapteasy and Few, which is scary considering that these two heroes are momentum-based. They deal a lot of damage, and mind you, you're not even forced to fight into the carry now. One more come the late game.
Yeah, because, I mean, so far it's
10
been
dragons,
vacation
no
mode for
CD.
Super Marco. You know, he's just able to farm up, have a good time here. And that's why
No,
you
it
see
stands for
some
doctor,
focus up here
Richard.
in top side,
Stands for
right?
doctor,
They don't
bro.
wanna allow Domeng
You
to
can't
have
tell me
that
anything
same kind of
different.
advantage,
It's Dr.
right? Just farm
Goyong,
up.
Dr.
Goyang giving
Domingue,
to
Dr.
there to
Brusco,
help him out, but
Dr.
still,
Boyet.
the damage
The
has
doctors
been
are in the
done to that
house.
turret.
The
Bren's
doctors
still
are in the
holding
building.
on
They're ready to
a
work.
2K lead at this point.
Scalpel.
And you know what? NXP, even though you're protecting Doming right now, they're sewing up a lot of gold in XP away from their own gold laner. When Bren Esports is clearing their own gold, their own wave on the gold lane, both supports are far away from the wave, such that Super Mario is able to get the maximum gold and XP. Meanwhile, Doming had to
Didn't
clear
want
the
to flex
wave
the
under the
PhD, so
tower,
Doctor had to
but
do,
also
bro.
the other two
Exactly.
players were there with him. So they're soaking up a lot of XP and gold.
Understandably so, Midnight.
Dr.
I get it. It's
Domingue,
because
Dr.
everybody's
Boyet
protecting
in
and
the house.
threatening
Kyle
to kill.
TZ trying to
You
come
gotta,
on. Doesn't
wrap
have the
around
scalpel
your Brody,
currently.
wrap around Doming. But for Super Marco,
Looking
again,
for the
this lineup
cut.
has been together for the better part of a year. They understand that when Super Marco
They're trying to make surgery happen.
Protect himself. Look at mid
Dr.
zone.
Brusco.
Wow.
Few gets a dodge and
Reaction
steals the ult to
there.
go with
Anime
it.
moment.
If only we had slow-mo, right? But
I'm pretty sure we have a replay of that.
we probably do, but we can appreciate it in real time, and we just did because what a
Brody's
play there, but
Brody's
still
like
able to
always been a
avoid
pretty
that, and
solid
now
pick.
leading
Like
all
he's just one of those
into the
marksmen
third
that like
turtle of the game.
I
That
don't
live
think
in my heart
for a while
for,
he
I'd
hasn't
say,
been the
a couple of
best,
months. I'll remember that.
but he's
Yeah.
not like
That-
he's
that
never been the
highlight
worst. He's
will be
always
played a
been
lot of times.
you know
I mean,
right there,
myself
somewhere
included,
in
I
the
would
top
clip
5,
that.
right?
I have so many questions like, who dashed in first? Did Few see it? Did Brusco see it?
Well, right now it's going to be the turtle, the focus here. Ding making his way
Boyet
there.
once
Turtle
again.
one,
Hold on.
fourth. Flapteasy jumping in.
Oh,
gonna flicker
Flapteasy
in,
with a
though.
nice stun.
Trying to stun him if he can. They go in. It's Flapteasy.
Flapteasy
Getting
takes
the
it.
turtle again. Brusco falls.
You're not getting a
here
bunch
to
of-
Kyle
you're not
TZ,
getting a bunch
and
of
Dink in
turtle steals
trouble
this time,
as
Boyet.
He falls in the jungle as Super Marco grabs himself
Yeah,
a
those are
kill.
GGs.
And it's a Bren again coming
This
out
time
massive
Kyle
with the
TZ's
trade.
just farming
Bren
free.
Esports,
Big gold lead.
At this point, you're gonna have to worry about Boyet. He's been controlled.
M7,
the
I don't think
entirety
we'll
of that
I don't know if
turtle
we will
tape.
ever have a
You know,
permanent
with this
offline stage.
youth,
North
Oven
America's
taking
too
the
big.
front line and using their skills
Players-
to
viewers
lock
are
down
too spread
Boyet.
out.
He didn't have the chance to try and take the
Best case scenario,
control away
we
from
get like
Bren Esports.
playoffs.
And look at this. Now you have to deal with
We
the
get like
carry.
playoffs
Now
all
the
offline.
carry is online. And again, as mentioned earlier, Super Marco is having a cakewalk. It's so difficult. Oh, there's a kick.
Unless we get
Goes in
franchised
with the way
one
the
day.
Dragon. Can they find the kill they're looking for? Ogwin going to get taken out by
Few.
Domang. They're still looking for more. Ding ain't going to be in trouble here as Few grabs
Bro.
a kill.
Few with the
Flapteasy
Black
was
Dragon.
looking for an angle, but not going to commit. Few, one hit away.
Oh.
Domang can't get it. And now it's Super Marco.
Dr.
the
Domang,
focus.
Dr.
He can't
Domang,
withstand
Goyang
the
Doctor as
damage.
well.
Few still there. The focus on Boyet. Flapteasy now joining the party as well.
Oh,
Shadow kill comes out.
NXP staying a little too long.
Kyle Teasy flexing on him.
The doctors can't
They
take on the
avenged their
Teasies.
fallen comrade, the gold laner, traded out for two, a jungler and a roam. I think that's worth it for Bren Esports.
It definitely is. Now we're about to see a replay of what happened. Again, Few on this Valentina has been phenomenal. That take onto Ding, he was able to take the dragon away from NXP, even slain the dragon himself. And after that, he didn't back off. He was like, 1% HP, okay. I see the Fred there. We'll try to take him out. And Bren Esports, they got one more. They're supposed to be happy with what they got, but Few was like, no, I want to take more.
And that is controlled
PHNID, too
awesome,
big
as we
too?
would like to call it here in
No,
the
I'm talking about
Philippines.
not
It's,
big as in viewers wise. I'm talking about
level of just
country wise.
greed that is controlled.
PHNID,
It's a
you guys are
discipline. It is-
small.
It's a sweet asim.
Yeah, you should have been happy with what you got.
Tax
but
exactly.
I think I can go for more.
Literally
It's
one of our
ambition.
states.
It's-
We have
it's
50 states, and
misplaced,
one of
but
those
if
is
you
the
get away
size
with
of
it,
your
why not?
country.
Well, it's working for them, right? And not only that, but that's the
It's too
first
big.
turret that NXP has gotten.
Ge-
almost at 10 minutes
geographically
into the game. So
speaking.
this is going to be another objective going in the hands of
That's the
Bren Esports
problem.
here. Lord secured. But NXP gets a little bit of space to work with as they grab two turrets at this point in the game.
That's
And
a,
we have
tier one
about
and a
the
tier
same
two
amount
up
of
top,
players as
so
you, like let's
I think
just
they've
let's just
maxed
say
out what they can do
theoretically
to
we have
Doming
you
to
probably have more
in
players
that
than you,
lane.
but let's just say we have the
Expect
same
to
amount of
find more
players
elsewhere.
theoretically.
What's his item
You guys
game
definitely
look
have more
like?
players
At
than
least
us.
he has his damage output set.
So think about that. We have less players than you guys, less viewers,
To deal with
and
probably the Lapu-Lapu and Ruby, either
to
that
try to
or
get
he's
them all
going
to
for
come to
Wind
a
of Nature
place.
to deal with the carry. But Ding, again,
Oh, look at the burst.
Oh!
You can't
Oh,
escape Super Marco there, even with the dragon form, as Ding falls topside.
Few has kick.
now, yeah, Few has the kick.
Does
NXP
anyone ever
gonna
make
be
a
in trouble
joke
here.
about
They've
Few
gotta
when he's playing and
defend
go,
at least
"Phew"?
as much as they can, still having that
No.
normal Lord march on the bottom side. They're going to lose their tier 2 turret here in the mid lane as well.
That was a close
That's
one.
double jeopardy. Few has the push, and then Ogren has the pull. No matter where you go, you're in trouble.
Yeah, right now you're going to see them. NXP in a
Nope,
dire
just you.
situation.
True.
Inhibitor turret going to fall here in bottom side. As Bren takes the discipline route, they're going to be happy with that and back off unless an initiation is forced here. They do have the tools they need. Conceal comes out. They get a flicker out from Domang.
Oh.
Going in.
Oh,
Ogwin,
that's it.
though.
GG's, GG's.
Brusco's still able to survive. They still go in. Torn apart
Oh.
memory was committed to.
They don't find anyone. The doctors keep
That
themselves
was like
alive.
an anime fight. There's a
fight
lot of
it one
flickers
more
going
time.
on. Ogwin found the right angle. Unfortunately, didn't have the damage, and NXP was able to get away. Now, looking at the items, it's hard for NXP to itemize against this. There's a good mixture and balance between physical and magic damage from both the carry and Hayabusa with the physical and the Valentina with the burst damage that she has. And the beautiful thing about
Dr.
this is that
Goyang
she's
just
running
needs
on a
to figure it
crop
out,
list, and
bro.
she's even scaling
He needs to get
towards
that umbrella
late
to
game. And
hit
that
to
damage coming out
connect.
from the lightning truncheon, if it procs, that's gonna hurt.
And as we say that, we're
But
looking
he's-
at how
bro,
Evos is at least trying,
5,000
right? They
less
have a good
gold.
spread, but
Look
it's
at
mostly for
Carry right
physical.
now.
No
Look to
one has
Super
built
Marco.
a full,
9,464
tier
gold.
3 defense item
Yeesh.
to deal with Few. So I guess that's why Few is able to make these calls. I think we can go for more. I think we can go
The only
for
person
more.
close
And
to him
that
is
has-
Dr.
That has
Domang.
been what pushes Bren Esports over the edge. That's what puts them almost 8K ahead
Yeah.
here, 12 minutes in.
That is what allowed Bren Esports to just, punish Boyd on the early game. Having just that molten essence,
Yeah.
not having any physical defense and magical defense. up
Total
against
AK
both
A-Cold
the
diff,
Valentina and the
but like
Lapu-Lapu.
Super Marco's like
Made it
3
so that
3K
this
of that
game
AK.
is really hard on NXP because you don't have the tempo on your side. And the frontliner on your side is not reliable enough. Both Brusco and Ding wants to be able to set up. If Boyd stands on the front line, he gets easily bursted down by Bren Esports.
Yeah, and that leads to the the question: can they even contest this Lord now that it's going to be spawning here? I would rather see NXP just defend again. And unless they can find some crazy pickoff here.
But Joseph, their lineup isn't meant to defend inside the base. They're so mobile. They're so good at picking fights.
Bro, Leo.
High ground defense, not like this, not on a Kagura.
I love when Leo
Yeah, with
uses the
10K
real name.
behind-
Says,
oh,
but
or,
Joseph.
sorry, 8K behind. Your itemization is just, it's tough, right? It's not going to be in your favor here. So it looks like, I mean, look how fast this Lord gets taken out here. So now you're in a situation, NXP, he is forced to defend for their lives here.
Yeah, again, this is awkward because if you think about how Bren Esports wants to knock on the
CEO
doors
is
of
there? Who's our
NXT,
CEO?
There is that flicker play coming out from Ogwen, but also the potential of you just to steal that Black Dragon form away from the Yuzong and go in himself.
Yeah.
Starts in March.
And
Can't
that's what
explodes
makes
exactly
this,
when.
harder
True.
defense. Again, high ground defense. I believe it's only possible if next play Evos can punish Bren. If Bren somehow overcommits, right? So they're doing the right thing. They're staying inside their base. But this 10K goal lead now, nice to it's at 10K. What it's going to feel like when there's no turrets around is basically, I'd say, a medieval knight going up against a member of SWAT. There's a conceal play.
Conceal play comes
Kick in the door. SWAT coming in. Bang, bang. Look who's here.
So
Bren
far,
at your
they just
door.
Get that turret. They're going to be happy with
Kyle
that.
Teasy
The
looking for
Lord has
something.
to be
Lord
worked
coming at the
on
boss
from
side.
MSPE here. Bottom side holding on to the last inhibitor turret of their base. But look at Bren, even with the lead, still patiently waiting here.
One more door to
Still
kick down,
working
boys.
on it.
Few takes the front
Lob
size
the
wrong
weave
with
in.
Flap
Divine Blade
Teasy.
picked up by going, will it be
Oh,
enough
nice. I'm
damage?
offended.
Here comes Kyle Teasy. He
Oh,
gets
big kick
kicked
though
in
on
the
the
face.
horizon. I mean,
The
Kyle
turret does
Teasy.
fall.
I'm still in
Kyle
last
Teasy
series.
taken out of the picture. NXP
I know what a
might give this
CEO
go, Unless they
is.
just
Oh, the
decide
Chief
to defend
Entertainment.
For now.
Beautiful timing from Brusco, getting the catcher onto the Hayabusa. But I love the patience coming up from Bren Esports. He had a few moments there, no pun intended, had a few moments to use the flicker and kick somebody. But he was like, nah, this is veteran experience. I'm not going to come in. We're just going to clean the house, clean the towers, and look for the next setup. But NXP, they know they have that advantage here.
Oh, they're still going to be looking for another one. The suppress comes
Oh,
out.
Kagura.
They're tranche, and they can't find it what they're looking for.
Dr. Goyon goes
Supermarco
down.
ground kill
Dr.
gets
Boya
one.
will
That's
be
a
next. The
double.
doctors
Still gonna be
can't
chasing
save their
down
own lives
NXP
in this
mid lane.
situation.
Flickers in himself,
Oh.
making a triple. Can he grab another one? The kick
Oh,
comes
yeah, he
out.
can.
Brusco could be in trouble.
Few takes it.
Few grabs
GG's,
the
well
kill,
played,
and
boys.
it's only
Easy.
Ding left alive to defend the base here as Bren marches down the mid lane to take the series in a sweep.
That's it.
Bren Esports
Nobody's gonna
welcomes next play Evos into the big leagues.
swipe
with
moment
a
of silence
dominant
there.
Win 2-0. About 15 minutes into game 2.
Ends the game in traditional style.
John said.
Recall
I remember the
behind
episode
the
something you look
base.
like you're from France and that you like
The
men.
hype definitely is hype right now. They just took out
That's funny.
the kings of the amateur, proving that this is definitely, indeed,
GG's, well
the
played.
bigger leagues.
Yeah, there's obviously, this is, I don't know if I would say a wake-up call here for NXP. It's obviously something that they
Bren
Thank you.
Esports.
Bren Esports.
You may now take your bow and go ahead.
Mara's got the tutu on today.
It seems like
She's got the
Cal TV a
tutu
lot
on.
more comfortable playing as an assassin. At kita naman natin that
John Dela Cruz holds no punches, bro. John Dela Cruz. Where's the BGM? What's BGM? Background music?
Bren Esports is off to a
There's
great
none during this
start.
part.
And they really want to show that they're true
You're talking about during MPLPH? There's none during this part.
contenders this season 11. Para himayin ang ating laban, balikan natin ang
It's
ating
nothing major,
casters.
Deku.
Casters, pasok.
All right, next day. What time is it, bro? It's only 12 a.m., guys. We're doing great. We're doing great, guys. Day 2.
it. So they're very
Onyx versus Echo. We're gonna watch the RSG play again, bro? I guess so. Let's watch the Onyx Echo game first, and then we'll watch the RSG TNC game. I want to see a new team play. Yes, it's the real me.
Even the dig as well, they've shown that Superfriend sometimes picks that up as a unique mid lane pick.
Have I heard of
course,
Hanzo
the Frederick-
support? I've heard of all this Hanzo stuff. Yes, I've seen it. I don't know about support Hanzo. I've seen jungle Hanzo. I've seen tank build Hanzo. Dave must be having a freaking party back home right now. But yeah, we haven't seen it like win yet, though. That's the thing. I'm seeing it get banned here and there. I'm seeing it get picked here and there, but it hasn't won anything yet in MPLPH. So.
Was open for Echo. They'll pick it up right away.
Oh, did it recently win? All right, never mind.
For Onyx, they might pick up a Valentina.
It didn't win in. It was played in week 1.
Show their
It was played in week 1.
But let's see.
Maybe even just take the Eve. You know, like if you
Yeah.
want to go ahead and take this in this first pick portion for Onyx.
Yeah, it was an MDL game.
'cause then you
So I know like it's been played and done well in MDL. Also the women's invitational. Bigatron Era played Jungle Hanzo and won with it, but Bigatron Era is just so much better than all the other women's teams. They need to be put in an MDL somewhere.
Test it, right? You also take it away from Sanji here.
So I know there's a
in the hands
huge
of
MLBB
Super
tournament
Prince,
league in
and
the
that already
Philippines
sets
that's
you up
starting
in a
today,
good
and famous
position if
PH
you're Onyx
influencers
Philippines.
were
But
playing.
like you guys
No, I
said,
didn't know that.
There's a lot on the table here.
Yeah, I'm looking at Lapu-Lapu maybe also.
Yeah.
There it is.
No surprise here. Renmar called it, Valentina and Lapu-Lapu. In the series of
I don't think
Onyx
Hanzo's
Philippines,
won
it's always for
MPL
Super
yet,
Prince,
though.
the
He hasn't
prior
won an
pick.
MPL game
now
yet,
they're
though.
responding with the Kadita.
Week 1, we saw him banned a
Probably
few
could be a
times.
Rome Kadita.
We saw him picked
Depends.
once.
Yeah, that is a potential. Tendency is for Sanji to pick it up.
I don't
Let's
recall
see who
what
picks up
team
their
picked
clothing.
him.
Nope, it's going to be a Yu Zhong. Seeing him getting
Might have
picked
been
up
like
more often now.
TNC or
Yeah.
100% win rate
or
so
Onyx.
far.
I don't know.
But
I
I
can't
think we're
remember.
also going to be utilizing
picked Hanzo
the
in week
Yu Zhong
1,
and
guys?
the Kadita as sort of like their counter punishers.
Who picked Hanzo
Because
week
the
1?
tendency for Yu Zhong is to really
Was it Omega?
enter the team fights.
I don't remember.
Late into
I
it.
can't fucking
and then
remember.
of course Kadita, we know how annoying her Ocean Oddity is with being able to just interrupt opponents in team fights.
Not to mention evade the possible jumps of the ultimate could
Exactly.
come from Lapu-Lapu or even from Akai. So now this sets up for the second banning phase. They've taken the joy
TNC, right?
from Echo. So what could be open here? They could limit the possibility of the choices of Benny Cutie.
Yeah.
Is this wise to go if you were Onyx?
Yeah, definitely is. They're going to be the first pick, red side, coming into the second phase of the draft.
Stop it, Zekiel. You're spoiling, bro. I didn't watch that game. I said week 1. This sounds like a week 2 game.
Rather see in the hands of Benny.
Oh, that could mean business. But now Atlas still respecting. So
Interesting.
Wait, was it
Okay.
week? Was that week 1?
It's not something we were expecting. I feel like
Yeah.
because you know even Renmar, I was pretty much aligned with you. Ban out the
Zekiel,
first
go.
those options there, but they decided
You
to take out
get.
the Atlas. So
You're the
that
first
pretty
to
much
have
says
to
that
leave. You're the
they're
first
just kind of
spoiler
setting up
today.
Just in case, again, this
Banned
is
from the
actually
chat.
Is going to go in the hands here of Sanji. He plays it in the mid lane, and then you're trying to not give all those options.
Omega
for Yaoi
Blacklist
as
didn't
well,
play in
but
week
still
1,
we've
I
seen
don't
him
think.
Actually pull out some surprises.
So, yeah. Speaking of surprise, I am not sure if Coach Bluffsy is brewing
Yourself a
something different. Is he expecting this Kadita to go someplace else? Because Echo just banned out the Claude because
We'll forgive
clearly
you this
Onyx
time.
Has no has
Don't let it
not
happen
yet shown
again.
They're marksmen.
Yeah. Now that there are more marksmen available on the floor, I think they might actually save their marksman pick for last and just pick whatever's the next possible, the best possible option left against whatever Echo picks up. So they're still taking away roamers. It sort of feels like Onyx trying to funnel Echo into picking specific things. So for Echo,
No,
okay,
there was a pick
we
that
rarely
was
see
a
the
there was a
Kadita paired
Hanzo
up
pick
with
in
the
week 1. I
Valier,
just can't
but
remember who it
could
was.
see
I think it was
working.
TNC.
If it's not going to be the Valier, What if Echo might actually bring out a Jawhead later on? Something that can have some really strong bursts besides the Kadita.
What do I call my
alongside the
one
Kadita,
bangs?
and if
It's
not
a
that,
comb over, bro. It's
Franco's
like
still
it's
open.
kind of a comb over,
Well,
bro.
yeah,
I don't
and
know.
that could
I don't know what it's
be
called,
an
bro.
answer for Echo. I'm
Thinking
thinking
about
of
cutting
something
it all
weird and
off,
wild. I
guys.
don't know if they're gonna go back to
Weird
that.
and wild.
Yeah.
I love Weird and Wild.
What's weird and wild for you? OSX?
Johnson Canada, how they did it back in season 9.
Hey, yo,
Try
that is
to
Weird
join
and
the
Wild.
women's event.
And I'm
Yeah,
all
we
for
just
it.
have to
Yeah.
identify as
No,
women.
what
Right?
the hell? We're
Fine.
not going back. There was a time when everybody was like, no more Kadita Johnson, please. But now we're not going to be begging for it to come back here. As much as OSX wants it to be weird and wild, we don't want it.
Okay.
I like the picking right now of Onyx.
We're not going to go there, guys.
They pick up the Ruby. It
That's
turns
as
off
far
the
as I
idea
go
of
on
the
that
Jawhead just a
topic.
little bit, and most importantly, it turns off the idea potentially of picking up.
When did I
Lucius
ever
in the
say
mid
that?
lane and making the Kadita
John
go
De La
rogue.
Cruz, when did I ever
so
say
these
that?
are all potential options that Echo could go for, but with the picks right now, especially the Ruby and the
Oh, I
Akai,
read that
Echo will have
comment
to
that you
play
read.
their
You're
cards,
right. I read
right
that
here, because
comment.
The draft of Onyx
I was reading
very
something off
solid,
of paper.
and whatever this will be is handmade
You're
and
right.
tailored for their gold lane pick.
You got me.
Well, seems like Coach Lyric here is up and ready for a showdown up against the world champs. Benny Cutie didn't mind Eddie Carey. I'll take the Melissa.
Melissa has been, I feel like this is...
Z killed. I will claim that video. That'll be the first video I copyright
Okay,
claim
I
if you
have a-
post that.
We're
So
going to see two.
Carl TZ?
We're going to see... The
Stop
I
getting
have to
angry
see
pictures
Julian,
of
because
me.
Finally, we're going to get to see
at least
some,
next time,
some
put like the
anime.
red
Yeah.
beams
Here,
in my eyes to where I look all.
Yeah.
Oh, that's two of the skins.
Yes.
Stop using angry
Two of the
pictures of
JJK
me for your
collab skins.
thumbnails.
All we
Yes.
needed was
Z
the
kill,
Zeke.
please.
Well, oh, I was, no. Yeah, Valentina.
Get,
I
get
was
a nice
I was
one of
expecting
me, you
too
know,
much.
like
But
smiling.
is this going to be on the hands of
Here you
Carl
go.
TZ?
That's what I was wondering. What do you think?
I'm a
Redmar?
good
I
guy.
think it's going to be a mid lane
I'm a nice
Julian
guy.
with a roam Kadita.
Ooh,
for
Julian.
Ah.
And Carl TZ will still get the
What's the
frame
win rate
in
on
the
Julian
jungle
right now?
because
How many times have we seen him?
I'll take the Melissa.
Melissa has been, I feel like this is starting to be a trend now.
No.
Where we see a lot more.
Oh.
Debut
Okay,
pick.
I have a.
That's what I thought.
We're going to see two.
Carl TZ?
We're going to see.
No.
Oh,
If
I'm
you
happy
read
to
most
see
of the
Julian.
comments
Finally,
on ZKill's
we're gonna get to
videos,
see
everybody
some anime
likes me.
Yeah.
Here in the land of dawn.
Yeah.
Oh, that's two of the skins.
That's
Yes.
the skins.
Anyone
Real
that
JJK
doesn't,
collab
anyone that
kid.
doesn't,
Yes.
anyone that comments anything bad
Yeah.
normally just
Well,
doesn't
oh,
watch the
I was-
video because they
Yeah,
don't actually hear what
Valentina.
I say.
I was
Yeah.
expecting too much. But is this going to be on the hands of Carl TZ?
That's what I was wondering. What do you think, Renmar?
I think it's going to be a mid lane Julian with a roam Kadita for Yahweh.
Ah.
And Carl TZ will still get the Fredrin in the jungle because they're probably going to be up against an Akai in the jungle, so you're going to need to match the tankiness. However, if they do decide to switch it up and let's say the Julian will go into the jungle, it might actually be okay because, of course, he has those avoid abilities that will help him.
Oh.
And, yep, that
Carry.
is handmade for this carry, this lineup of Onyx. A lot of space provided for the carry, but there's so much dive on the side of Echo that will Onyx have enough peel at the right time is their biggest question.
Yeah, this is one thing. Oh, there's no surprise that our smart talent predictions all leans to the Orcas and, well, Echo,
Orcas,
as you
the
hear
pod.
the drums beat
Bring in the
our
pod.
microphones. That is our smart power prediction. So watch out for the moment that it pops out because at some point in the game, a Paul will show up and you'll have until the timer until it runs out. So comment down your prediction with the hashtag SmartPowersMPLS11.
There's definitely more than 5 people behind us.
Yeah.
I know.
And the drums there too. Hey, for me, this is the first time since this is my first week back that I'm hearing
Is this
these
like
drums,
Heroes
and it was-
Evolved?
I was actually talking to Mangine about this earlier. How
Rick
amazing it is
Justice?
to have the drums.
No, this is,
now because
Mobile
It adds
Legends.
this whole dynamic, obviously,
It's
in the
like-
offline setup. So, and I'm sure it hypes up even the players.
it's a
and the
MOBA?
fans watching.
Yeah,
It's a
it
MOBA.
hypes us up here in the desk. I mean,
a
we
mobile
can hear the
MOBA.
drums, but most importantly, we can
It's the biggest
feel
mobile
it.
MOBA in
As
the
we
world.
enter the Land of Dawn, let's see
Pretty much.
just how well the
Welcome,
tension
though.
in the air and the hype in the
Rick
air will
Justice.
translate
Nobody
into
scare him
Yeah,
off,
it
guys.
hypes
I
up
think he's
even our
new.
road to
Everyone
M5
be nice.
In the Philippines, like we
John,
never
you're not
left
allowed to talk
M4.
right
The
now.
hype is real now.
Welcome to the
It's Echo
stream, Rick
versus Onyx
Justice.
meeting for the first time. Debut Heroes is up. Sanji is rocking the Julian for this game.
Yeah, like I mean, Renmar, you pretty much pointed this out, right? Now, the thing that I really want to see is
John,
how
calm down.
good or how is the ability for
It's-
Yawi to actually utilize the Kadita here.
Yeah,
because we've actually
it's
seen
if,
it,
if Heroes evolved as a
falter,
MOBA, yeah, it's
in-
like that.
As much as
But
it's
this is
worked for teams,
so
right?
Mobile Legends is like
that's
the
gonna be
biggest
crucial here for
mobile.
Yawi. I'm sure he's able to
Other
hold
than
it off,
like
but still, Onyx Philippines will play
globally,
around that
Mobile
because
Legends
as
is
long
the
as they can
biggest
protect
MOBA
who they
MOBA.
need to on their lineup, they don't get
Mobile
bursted down.
MOBA.
Nets should be able to unleash with this carry, especially mid to late game already.
Alvin, what's up,
Over
man?
that
Welcome,
lane.
welcome to the
Taking
stream.
some poke here.
Yeah, I like that Nets actually picked up the Purify as his battle spell. He does need that, but it will put more pressure on the hands of Kekadut and Sensui with being able to provide the peel for
Rick
Nets to
Justice,
give him
since
the
you're
space
new,
when Echo decides to dive their gold
I'm a
lane.
caster
For
for this
Echo,
game
though,
in North
it's good that
America.
they actually went for,
So I'm
again,
just
having
watching
the
some of the
Yuno and the Kagura
overseas
together
Arena
means you have
Valor.
the double
Yeah,
petrified
similar to Arena Valor.
combination, which is annoying to go up against.
But Arena
especially
Valor's
for
only
the
big in
losers of the
China.
team fights.
Yeah, something tells
It's a
me that
bit bigger
they both,
globally. They have a bigger.
have to have
Arena
that
Valor
if
has
they
a
want to
bigger
protect
prize
Benny
pool,
Cutie.
but we
Benny
had a
Cutie
lot
is
more
on the
viewers at our
Inspire, while Kekadut, Ruby
our
is
world
on a
stage.
Flicker. So
We had
there's
more
always
views.
chances for the surprise picks or surprise setups
Yeah.
that they can actually dive and do. So Echo needs to have their eyes open for Benny Cutie to have a proper laning stage, but now seems like it's Onyx trying to give much space early game and for the first turtle of this match.
First turtle of the game going to be up for grabs here. Sanford with the Black Dragon form gets the knockup there. Sensui gets quite low. Still able to secure the first turtle of the game, though. They're still going at it in the pit. Carl Teasy barely escaping this one. They're still unleashing. Everybody trapped in a bad position as Super Prince falls here. Multiple
Hold on, who
members
got the-
of Echo less than half health.
Oh,
It
wait.
honestly looked like
I'm getting
Onyx would be
distracted.
winning that team fight plus the turtle. Echo was able to get one back, and we saw it already. Doesn't need to
Kinoshita,
wait until
have a good
the
one, man.
mid-game. The
Gonna
double
watch PBA
petrify
MLB
stopped Onyx
Esports
from getting
tournament.
away
Oh, yeah.
without a scratch.
Snapdragon
Well,
series,
speaking of not
right?
getting a scratch, for those of you at home watching this, don't wait onto mid-game. You have the QR code. Scan it, type it, redeem what you want to have. It's all eyes on Echo right now. Carl Teasy missed that retribution.
I played all even
Yeah, I
this,
mean, it
but
was
never
just
thought
a-
they'd be
that was
having
actually
live
just a
commentary
tough
as all.
situation to be in
Oh,
for-
yeah.
I mean, everybody that even got trapped in that turtle pit there. But one thing also, as this game transitions,
quite the
is
ADC, to
you
be
have
honest.
to
Hell yeah.
respect how much work
We have a big
needs to be done
tournament
from
coming up,
Nets
bro.
on this carry, especially with that
NA.
range. But right
Whoa.
now, they're going to be pressing the situation
We have a
even more,
league.
trying to cut off Yawi here, pushing them way behind enemy lines.
Coming up in
as
like 2
Yawi
weeks.
gets punished and goes down.
That I'll be
And that was
casting
a
on.
prime example of why Ruby is such a strong
Winner goes to
pick.
MSC. What
One
is like the
click
mid-season
of that
tournament?
second
The
skill
mid-series
completely
global
stopped
tournament.
Yawi.
Oh, nice
Carl Teasy
flicker by
forced
Kekadu.
The flicker out of Kekadut.
Great job to get that flicker out. They're still going to give it a go here. Sensui getting poked down
Ouch.
quite low. Look at the
Oh.
damage.
Nice.
It's too much from Benny Cutie. They get a kill here top side. And just one step after another, Echo trying to build the lead here.
Slowly getting those kills, right heading into
Putting
the
John in
game.
timeout.
Something tells me right now that Echo needs to up
John's
the
going
game
to timeout,
in terms
bro.
of damage. Because there's a lot of CC coming
300
out from
seconds.
Onyx. You have the pull, you have the heavy spin. There's a lot of ways that Nets could have a good angle. But there's one thing that they need to worry about. This mid-game power spike of Echo could mean something, could be deadly if they cannot even evade that possibility.
Yeah, so far Onyx are doing a great job.
Echo has a lot of
Yawi's
ambush
combo
possibility
as
right
the
now, right?
Kekadut
Like a
inside.
lot of ambush
Sidestepped it
possibilities.
A couple of times now that really made sure that Echo wouldn't find a very quick snowball. Kekadut here has the information. This will still be a good contest for both teams. You might actually see a full-on fight here with how many bodies there are around the turtle, but it seems like it's going to be 5v4. No, looks like we're going to go 5v5. They're dancing around the turtle like it's a lord.
They
are.
want this one right here.
Sanford coming in, Black Dragon.
Going to go right behind enemy
Yawi
lines.
gets a
The damage is
Benchify.
there.
Good pick on a
Super
Super
Prince
Prince.
tries to flicker out. He's quite low himself.
Oh.
Escapes with the Black Dragon form. Nobody goes down. Turtle's
Ryota
gonna be
about
up.
to go
Oh,
down.
hold that thought. Ryota getting punished here. Falls himself, and now a turtle for the taking.
Is there webcam for
Great
players in
team fight by
NACT? I
both
don't think
teams.
so,
You
no.
saw Onyx couldn't respond to Ryota's dive into the back line, almost
It'd be nice,
single-handedly
but-
taking out Sanji, but Echo sticking to their guns and stopping the members of Onyx to go for the response into the team fight. They ended up going away with a turtle.
Sticking their guns and sticking to the solutions. Echo has
So like
eyes
Echo,
on
like I
who
said,
is
a
gonna
lot
let
of pick
out
potential,
one
but I feel like
ultimate
their
from
late
Onyx.
game could
Knowing
fall
how
off,
heavy their
right?
CC skills are, but looking at the items, they would need defense from Echo. They
Like,
would
they
need
just-
to build that armor. Being in the front line, they would really need to protect that carry because what they're waiting for is time for this carry to finally have a snowball. But so far, Echo is looking towards a beautiful sight.
It
by
could prevent
not making
piloting,
that
yes.
happen. now
There's a lot of
XQA,
ways
it's
to prevent
being 8 by
piloting,
2.
though.
You have Yuzong, you have Sanford also as Yawi by not letting Ryota loose.
But also, when it's online,
Onyx
things like
here,
that are
they
always going to
cannot
slip
let
through the
this
cracks
game
occasionally.
Go too much into the favor of Echo, because if they're not careful, this is going to be one of the most
Does she get the
punishing
passive? I don't
mid-game
think she
power
gets the
spikes you're gonna
passive, no.
feel. You're up against a Melissa, mainly physical damage. Then you're up against a Kadita.
Because
and
it's like a
Ethiopian
time
together.
passive that
They're gonna
takes a
try to get
lot
the burst
to
down here.
activate.
It's 2 bursts. One, Ryota not going to be able to live for that burst there. So that's the second death now.
Yeah,
Having
for
a little
those
bit of
that
a rough
don't
start
know,
here for Ryota
Coach
and XP, but
Deku's
Talking about how
partners of the
Sensui
MLSA
managed to
with
steal that
Wheezy.
Orange and get another orange.
guys can
Talk
look it
about
up, Mobile
Vitamin
Legends
C for
Scrim
this
Academy.
Akai, but now Carl
They
TZ
host a lot of
is going
scrims and
for
small
additional
events,
ways to
and
cope up with that
well, they just
stolen
had their
buff.
first major small
Now,
tournament, which was the
this
Valentine's
forces out
Dash.
Echo to peek
But they
and
do
see
every
on
night
whose
they do
lane is
different
gonna
things
be-
like King
on
of the
whose lane
Hill.
will they aid?
Yeah.
And they're really helping a lot of like the
I was gonna say,
smaller
I've
teams
never heard
grow in
that
NA.
before.
Yeah,
It's a really cool
orange,
thing.
But
man.
it's perfect.
Yeah,
I
right.
get it. I get it. It's orange
Check it
juice.
out, guys.
There.
We had
Mobile
it
Legends
earlier
Scrim
upstairs.
Academy.
Yeah, we did.
With
Bottom-
carrots.
Downstairs, though,
Oh.
you see the tower of Ryota already gone, and I like that Echo actually respected what
Deku's
Ryota
got some
brings
big
to the
news
table,
coming
what
soon
Lapu
for
Lapu
everybody.
brings to the kit for Onyx, so they took him down as quickly as possible so that they have a slightly better advantage around the turtle fights.
Oh.
Well, right now they
Good
do
there.
get this tier 1 on the top side. Turtle still being worked on here. Right now, Echo with the
Oh,
advantage
TZ,
of
Sensui?
positioning. Unless Sensui can do something about it, Sanford
think he
gonna
can.
use the Black Dragon form. Rest of the team
Ryota
now
does have
joining
ultimate, but he's not going
this
to force
fight,
it.
But ultimately
Yeah,
going to be
there's nothing
secured
he can
by
do about it.
Coral TZ here.
That was an easy turtle there for Echo. Onyx, though, still playing it very cautious. 2,000 gold lead, still hasn't gotten out of hand. And I liked how Kekadut actually rushed the Athena shield right away, because him staying alive in team fights with how relatively fast the cooldown is of the second skill, it's going to be a good tool to have as long as possible for Onyx.
Yeah, he's the setup that Onyx Philippines can rely on. He needs that damage, or needs
Yeah.
a defense rather, up against the items of Echo.
Yeah, speaking of defense, look, they're rushing all of the magic defense that they can get. You got the tough boots, you got radiant armor there onto the hands of Sensui, so good respect from Onyx. And now with that already locked in, they can start building the physical damage defense items for Sanford, Benny, and Carl.
Oh,
Coming
nice
out of
pick.
position here.
This is what I said.
Just
Just
gonna get cut off
so
and
much
just
pick
leave it
pressure
just
on
that
Echo right
quick.
now.
Regardless of having, some of these defensive items, it's looking tough here. So now
They
they're
said,
be working on this
we
top
don't need a
tier
3-man
1
front
turret
line.
As Echo's trying to, again, build this gold lead they already have.
Two
Force a quick round here
petrifies.
from Super Fritz.
Oh.
There's a lockdown,
Bunch of
though.
knockups.
Gonna be able to find Sanford. He's punished
Sanford does
here.
finally get
nice
punished.
pick up there for Onyx Philippines.
Onyx
Sensui with a
needed
good
that.
pin down right with the aid of the towers.
Slow them down a
destruction.
little bit,
Now
maybe.
Carl TZ will be might be trapped in one, but Echo's not
Carl
stopping.
TZ's a
Oh, wow.
bulky
That CC there.
ball.
Sensui.
Amazing.
Just getting deleted. Look at the damage from Benny.
John
Cutie,
Dela
and
Cruz
this
is back.
Why we see
Welcome back to the
Melissa
chat, John.
popping up more and more here throughout these early
Everyone
weeks
else
of
couldn't see
MPL
the
Season
comments he
11.
was
Yeah, we've had
making.
2 days in a row
but there was
now
a reason I
of
timed him out.
MVP Melissa games. My goodness, the amount of
Half
crowd
of John
control
Dela Cruz's comments
all of
get hidden
them.
by
They go half
YouTube. Let's
in
just
their
put it
kit.
that way.
If Onyx are caught off guard first, it hurts.
No, you don't want that to happen. Well, if speaking
I
of
got love for
something,
John,
somebody-
but
somebody got
he's
bit-
a little too
has been
savage
busy, it's
sometimes.
Nets was freely farming up
That
top.
300
So
seconds felt
you
like
can either
hell.
say that slowly
gonna-
they're trying to get on with
Hopefully
coping
you
up
learned
those
your lesson,
items
but I
for
know
the
you
damage
haven't.
that they need for nets.
Yeah. As we get closer to the later portions of our game, the next big question now for Onyx is, will they be able to reach Benny Cutie in the team fights? Do they have enough dive to make it to Benny?
Well, another setup
Well,
here
listen.
mid lane. While that Lord is going to be up, there's the knock up there. No
I don't
one else
remember
really
either,
going down
John,
just
not gonna
yet.
lie.
Sensui, half
I don't
health
remember
here.
what
He's
you
gotta
said
be
either.
careful. Look
Oh,
at that.
man.
Benny Cutie
Ow.
just forcing them away. And again, doesn't even need the Inspire, right? That's just kind of how deadly Melissa is right now. Sanford using the Black Dragon form to secure this first Lord of the game by Carl TZ. They get it done. Now they're going to press the situation in the purple buff. It's Kekadu that falls. Sensui going to be the next
Oh,
guy.
Sanji for the side.
The backside. Grabbing another kill. It's 2 down for Onyx Philippines.
Oh man, the reigning champions of the world.
Echo still hasn't
continuing
lost
their
a game,
hot
huh?
form. Their positioning, their timing, all of
Not a
across
series.
the board,
We
near
all know
perfect.
that they've won 2
Onyx are
series, but
doing
they haven't
everything they
lost
can.
a
Stop
single
that. Here
game
comes
yet.
Yaoi.
Oh, Yawi was looking
they go
for his
6
own
and
angle,
0,
not going to be able to find it, but lives to
Yeesh.
fight another day.
They're on a
Still,
roll,
Onyx
bro.
has to deal with the Lord bottom side, hold on to as many turrets and space as they can, because surely Echo is going to be pressing into the base here.
Now Sensui and Kekadut down few seconds
They
ago.
will lose the game, just wait.
Echo now has eyes
you,
on
Mario.
how to balance
That
his
spoiler!
defensive ability. You remove the CC, you remove the soaker of the damages.
Yeah.
Now items here, is this enough for Echo to go up against Onyx defenses?
Oh yeah.
Nets is still there, though. 7,000 gold.
The massive lead that
We
they
gotta
have,
watch out
closing
for
in on
Nets, right?
7,000. They can continue this.
Nets could make a
good
play.
momentum. Let's see if
He's
Echo
not
can
out of the
get
game
anything
just
here
yet.
down bottom.
Well, so far the Black Dragon form did come out.
Echo's gotta be
but
careful.
We're going to be stopped here. Onyx Philippines should be able to just clear that fine. They still
Echo's
hold
gonna
on
have a little
to
bit of
their-
problems
their turrets.
sieging, right?
That's the best thing that can happen for them now.
Yeah, one of
Because
my
they don't
favorite
have,
problems
like-
for the Onyx lineup is their lack of magic damage,
Like-
but here comes the conceal
Oh.
play.
Steel play come out. They're looking for Yawi here. Not going to be able to commit it. Now Sanji looking for a cutoff.
They don't have anyone to really
Kekadut
bully their
has to
way in.
Flicker out to survive. Could have been a bad situation again, but they're going to give up more space and the resources here in the
And it's
jungle.
not as
Yeah,
easy to
it's a
make
good thing
big
Kekadut
big
actually
pick
used that
plays
flicker
at the
to get away.
inhibitors,
In
right?
that scenario, it
You
would
don't
have
have
been
bush
worse
coverage.
If he was caught off, 2 minutes without a flicker is the trade I'd rather take.
It's a lot easier to
Yeah.
read your
And
movements
just how scary
when you're
Sanji
on
could
it
be.
and Echo's coming
That
at you in your
elephant
base.
Just rising throughout the anime tames it a lot, no, right?
Yeah.
I love this skin. Man, I have not got it yet, but now, by looking at the player's gold, I say Benny Cutie is really having a good time.
Here we go.
Yeah, look at the damage, right?
Oh,
There you
Carl
go.
Teasy
They're
goes
gonna
down.
Find a play here. They do get Carl Teasy looking to punish
Oh.
him. Kekadut
Oh,
plays low.
Benny.
Cutie comes in
Benny
like a
boy.
storm. Gonna grab another one. Riota falls. Chasing
Benny
Nets
the
down.
kid.
Flicker comes out.
Oh.
It's Sanji with a double. 3
Like
members
Bill-
down. for
like
Onyx
Billy the
Philippines.
Kid.
Talking about counter punish, Echo.
Oh my goodness, they found Carl Teasy, but Echo found the rest of Onyx. Jeez Louise, what a counter
Oh,
play.
big
And he's
knockoff.
right now.
Echo looking to punch in. Game
Super
number
Prince is
one.
trying,
One after
Super
another
Prince
to
is
fall.
trying, but he
Super
can't.
Prince can't do it.
One
They're all
minion.
down here. Benny Cutie with a mega. And like that, Echo takes game one.
Echo, bro.
Don't blink, says
Echo,
the
bro.
Orcus. Echo manages to secure.
Echo,
the problem
bro.
with that is a lot of times Echo is usually a step ahead of the teams that they play right now in this form. I mean, it's a prime form of Echo.
Yeah, what I want to see here for Onyx is for them to consider picking up something like the Selena as their mid laner. Similar pattern so far of this draft. I want to see Onyx adjust their picks. They're not going to pick up the Valentina, pick up something like the Selena already. But then if they're going to pick up the Selena, they have to make sure they have a great amount of wave clear. Not the Selena is the pick. They go ahead and pick up the Farsa.
The Valley Dude
Strong
versus Echo,
burst
bro.
magic there. If I'm Onyx,
Echo,
I want to
bro.
see them with another source of more magic damage. I'd want to see more magic
I need a
damage
snack.
coming here
Snack
from
time,
Onyx.
guys. I'll be
I
back.
like that they prioritize the Yuzhong now.
But on the table and looking at it, the draft, the Valentina is open for Echo. You've shown up the Farsa. You've got the Yuzhong. Yeah, you need to have that combo. But what works here is you have the chance to have the same burst for Echo. So as how they play it, will they use it? Yes, they will.
Saw that coming.
Yep.
I mean, why not, right? Because, yeah, you can actually you have a couple already with those 2 picks from coming out from Onyx Philippines. You already have 2 great ultimates that you can utilize in, different scenarios. So not only that, but man, with Lapu Lapu going in the hands here of Sanford, we've seen what he can do on this hero, and it's pretty nasty.
Crazy mad in the world stage. Sanford back in the Lapu Lapu now. Oh, they
I like
showed up
this.
the Brody for a perfect picker for Onyx.
Yeah.
Raptor.
Now they're not going to be waiting for their marksman. Now they're going to decidedly ban the Melissa, I hope, is something that Onyx is thinking about. A Melissa ban would be great for them, but then they also have to think about the Claude. However, even though Claude bans are usually seen, especially if they're paired up against a Farsa, I wouldn't consider banning. I just take away the Melissa at this point because so far all you have shown is that the Yuzhong is your best tool for reaching the Melissa. But no, they're still going to be focusing on the Yaoi heroes here.
Yeah. Respecting the hero pool of the lover boy, Yaoi. Now, some open picks. Oh, he banned it himself. Okay, a different route here. So, they're squeezing out Yaoi's heroes, but seems like Onyx doesn't want that CC in. That's how they countered Echo's early game in game number 1.
I mean, closing in on a lot of these roaming options here. Still, I feel like in terms of Onyx Philippines, you can there's only so much you could focus on, right? So it's not so much on I feel like bans at this point. It's really coming down to the execution, that play style that you take into this game too. Because no matter what Echo picks here for their last options, it's going to be the Kufra and the Melissa. They have multiple ways to win this game. So if you're Onyx Philippines, you've got to be able to, again, set the tempo yourself here. And because they're locking in the Ruby again, I'm a little worried about this, right? Because we saw how the previous game went. So you got to see some recalculation alone from Kekadut, right? Because he's going to be looking for those setups himself. This Karina pick, though, I was just going to ask you, what do you think about it, Renmar?
I was talking about it earlier. Onyx needs more options of magic damage. And yes, this is going to be a tank build Karina. But the magic damage that she can dish out, of course, the mechanics of her ultimate. I like the pickup. The Karina pick, I've said it before, that's the type of pick that you show up if you want to avoid or sort of temper a quicker scaling lineup that your opponent showed. Because of the execute, quote-unquote, ability that the Karina has, your counter-punishing abilities are higher. So it sort of gives your team a leveler. Wherein, okay, if we're losing the team fight, we're almost always sure that the Karina will at least be able to get 1 or 2 back for a good trade.
Looks like they want to have their clocks ahead on schedule. Onyx Philippines would really want to answer for a game number 3, but Yawi Smile getting his hands back on that Kufra. How long that we haven't seen Yawi back in this hero?
It's been I feel like, Yawi has pulled out so many different heroes, especially in the roam position where he's just able to pull things off here.
Yeah, it's always about how they counter, but if Echo completely gets their hands onto this game too, they're not stopping completely.
And ACT's in like 2 weeks.
Momentum going strong.
Well, right now, I mean, given how the previous game went,
what do we got?
Any type of advantage that Onyx Philippines.
What do we got? Echo back on blue side. Carl TZ, same. Sanford, Lapu, a little different. Sanji on the. Sanji, Yawi, Benny Cutie. Okay. Is that a can of solid soup? Are you a monster or something? No, it's ice cream, bro. It's gelato. It is caramel cookie crunch. Caramel cookie crunch. I didn't mess up with my volume. I'm just keep moving my mic because I can't eat in front of my mic. Hello? You guys can hear me from here. It's just a little bit lower. And I want to eat. I'm hungry. I mean, like, my question is getting, like, how does your mind even go there? Have you ever even seen a can of liquid soup in the world? And if you have, what godforsaken land are you from? Is Malaysia really that bad, bro? A can of solid soup. God bless America. Look, we're in 8th place region. Anything's possible. That's how you guys got punished.
Is going to be important, right?
Listen, guys, everyone's going to start getting paid in solid soup.
Here early on already, Sensui able to get this Lethal Wander. So he's off to a good start, right? Again, micro decisions here will lead up into big things as the game progresses.
Well, speaking of progress, it's the gold lane here for Onyx that they want to aid. We have Kekadut, also same as Echo. Look at that, Kekadut here being trapped.
Okay, I was going to say.
Sorry, guys, my mic may go away from my face for a minute.
If Kekadut goes down there. Like I said, with I feel like this could be a redemption game for him, though, on this Ruby pick.
Yeah, but for Onyx, it's going to be a Super Friends game, most likely with the Farsa. So good thing he picked up Purify for himself. Although Sensu as well, his timing with his ultimate will be crucial. It's going to be Super Friends determining if Onyx will be able to get the early lead or even win this game.
Oh, top lane.
Top lane, Ryota. It's a 2 versus 1, though. Can he survive this? The damage comes out. The Appraisal's Wrath. Able to secure the first blood here for Echo.
And this is what we're talking about. Sanford, we saw it in the M4 World Championship. He loves going up against Yu Zhongs when he's a Lapu-Lapu.
Yeah.
He did it to R7, one of the all-time greats in our scene. And let's see if he'll continue that. So far, he is. 1 kill already, and look at the pressure on this.
Look at Sanford. Sanford here, deep behind enemy territory, just causing havoc. Enough distraction, though, so it's a clean take on the first turtle of the game.
There were just 2 people from Echo. Carl Teasy, I'll take the turtle. Sanford, do your thing. See? That's how they managed to completely distract Onyx. Now, with their, as you've mentioned, they have the true damage. Now, what's stopping them is how Echo is rotating and answering back.
It was a nice play attempt there from Kekadude. Able to
R7
get that
all-time
in,
great.
But still, Sanji, you know, having
He's
that
a great
flicker.
player.
They do get that
What
down.
are we saying,
so
like,
still, that's,
best of all
at least
time,
a
question
minor
mark?
win here for Onyx Philippines. The next thing that they want to do is obviously get a kill here. Start snowballing, hopefully, like you mentioned, Renmar Super Prince. Get some kills on him here with the Farsa to scale really well. But right now, the focus in the mid lane, poking back and forth again.
Yeah, the Ruby Farsa combo. We have to. Oh, look at
Yawi,
Yawi!
though, the charge up comes in. Kekadu could be in trouble here. Sensui, though.
Yeah, that's
now
a little too
part of
hot
the
for
fight.
my
The
takes.
flicker comes out. They do find Carl Teasy, but Kekadu goes down as well. A 1-for-1 trade for now.
Oh, a little bit messy there for Echo. They were able to trade it, but at the end, that was Onyx who won the trade. They lost their roamer, but Echo lost their jungler.
Ooh. Saw about the balance of plus and minus, but Onyx, they would really want to secure the second objective. Now they're seeing threats here, how Echo would want to have. Speaking of, we have the assist god. He holds the most assists in NXPE franchise history.
Well, right now, Sanford going to be the focus. Top side. Will he be able to survive this? Gets the stun off, and he does it. 1 versus 2. Goes back to base to heal up. And, yeah, I mean, at this point, Onyx Philippines, anywhere they can find a win, whether that's in resources, objectives, or kills, it's going to be crucial for them as the game gets to that mid part.
Yeah, that was a good call there by Onyx to pull that play, because now it gives a slight wave advantage to Ryota, meaning that he can position in the turtle first, and now Kekadut is there as well.
Yep.
Right now, Onyx has advantage around the second turtle of the game.
BL and those greatest junglers of Filipino.
Ready to contest.
Well, we'll see if they can actually pull this off. Ryota with the Black Dragon form. Turtle 1/4 health is taken by Sensui. Secured. Can they win the fight? Carl Teasy does
I don't
fall.
know.
Still going to be going.
RQ put Onyx in their
for
place
both
and
sides. But Turtle
M4.
secured for Onyx Philippines. And Nets finding a kill himself in the gold lane.
Great play there by Nets in the gold. We didn't see it happen, but sure we were able. That was actually a good use of the second skill coming in from the Brody to get the stun onto Yawi. He was trapped under that tower, and just a torn apart memory to finish him off. And this is what Echo needs to watch out for here. This Brody will be a little bit more difficult to catch because of that stun he has.
Yeah, talking about scaling. If you're a Brody, could get that.
Hey, guys.
Now Onyx has
What's the
eyes
difference
onto the bottom
between
lane.
gelato and ice cream?
Oh, off-cam kill there.
Off-cam kill going in the hands of
Like, what's the actual
Sanford, so
difference?
that's another play top side.
They
for
both
them.
have milk
A
in
lot
them.
of focus here, bottom lane, but ultimately
Is
just
it like
gonna go
fat
into
content
getting
or
that tier 1
milk
turret down
content?
here for Onyx Philippines.
Yep, third turtle will determine who's going to be walking away with the lead here in this game. So far, Onyx have made the right play to help out Nets. It's a good advantage that they're in.
They get a pull here, mid-side, looking for Carl Teasy. Sensui able to grab it. Another win here for Onyx Philippines so far. Off to a good start. Tier 1, though, taken down by Sanford.
Bro, did you say gelato's jelly?
And
Gelato's
Super
not
Prince
jelly,
on board
bro.
with their combo right now, the Ruby and the Farsa together working wonders, and I like how they're not shy with flickering onto Carl. But here's
First
Yawi.
3 ingredients are
Another
milk,
set,
sugar,
looking
and
to get
cream.
Ryota down. Able to survive, though, with the flicker.
Something
Still
about the
holds on to
process
the
is
turn
made.
For now, the other members of Onyx Philippines making their way to the bottom side. They give the go signal. Ryota with the Black Dragon form, hunting for Benny Cutie. Yawi charging up. Looking to find Ryota. Super Prince looking for the kill. And Benny Cutie does fall along with Yawi. Able to pick up 2 there for Onyx Philippines top side. The
I think that's about it.
Here. Kekadut, though,
One's more Italian than the other.
Is there. They got to be careful, and they back
One's
off.
Italian, one's
Turtle
American.
Has now spawned.
Gelato has more milk, huh?
Philippines trying to get in
A
position
less fat
to
content.
take the third turtle of the game.
Oh, I love how Onyx are so calculated right now with their aggression, quick to respond. If they can counterplay and counter-punish Echo, they're going to do it. And see the Karina and the Farsa
Wars have been fought
on their lineup working
over it.
wonders.
Oh, another pull comes in here. It's Sanji that gets punished. And also, Benikuti's not even here for this fight, so it's 3 members versus 5 of Onyx Philippines. Yabi gonna charge up. It's Carl Teasy securing the turtle. Do they back off of this one? Feathered Airstrike gonna come down, zoning them out here. But Echo knows that they won the objective. They back off.
Yeah, they're seeing the threat here. Echo sees and respects the burst damage that Super Friends has. Now they want to play it in the mid game. Now the problem is, it hurts. Like
It is
hell
possible
right
for
now
Hoon's
if
team
you're
to go to
Echo.
MSC.
Oh my
Oh,
goodness.
Kakadu with a nice flicker.
Kakadu somehow able to survive that.
That was like a millisecond, bro. A millisecond.
Now the problem is, it hurts like hell right now if
Oh, God.
you're Echo.
Oh my goodness.
So actually,
Kakadu somehow
he
able to
took that
survive
damage.
Now Nets with the torn
And he
apart
flickered
memory.
after.
They're still on the chase here, but wow.
How?
Onyx Philippines.
That was a flicker blessed by the gods themselves. If I'm Kekadut, I'm looking up to the sky saying, thank you, universe. That he was able to avoid that. I thought he was a goner for sure.
I know.
Why is he flicker? I don't
And
know.
it's a good thing that he was able
I
to
don't
get
really
away
like it.
because now,
I don't know
after
why
that
we're
third
Ryota
turtle,
picked that up.
Onyx, the little lead that they had, it's much more level now because Benikudi was also able to push down bottom.
I'm already Mario. I literally, that was my exact, when I saw that team name, I was like, why, bro? The Ohio Brothers?
I'm slightly disappointed.
Mirko was like,
That get to me.
bro, let him keep it.
This is
It'll be great for the
something we
memes if
need
they
to
go to
talk about. It's the
MSC.
trade that you would want to happen, the ups and downs, and up until the end, you lack the damage, you lack the defense. Now Echo is building momentum. Echo is building up magic defense up against this Farsa. By looking at the items, are they slowly having it?
Yeah, they need a little bit more. But actually, in terms of the item scaling, Farsa a little bit on the slower side right now, still on the way to the second item. Carl in the mid lane, I think he's going to be a little bit more cautious with how he engages because of Kekadut and how fast he's responding to
I literally
Carl's
went into
entry.
Hoon's chat,
Onyx now, though,
donated
they're
like
in good
$3
position
and
to
told him
counter,
that I didn't like their
having that
name.
Karina around that Farsa together working wonders, and so far
And then I
Nets
donated
on
another
site.
$3 to go
And
to
he's
have
one of
his
the
talk
Nets
to
so
chat
far,
go.
but the
La la
defense
la 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 la
Earlier,
la
my
la la
question
la.
for
You know, you
Onyx
just
was,
spam
can they
L's.
reach Benny? Now my question for Echo is, can they reach Nets?
I said,
Oh,
bro, I
there's a
love
lot
the
of
new
things to
roster, but
grasp
can you please
for.
change your
If
name?
you're Echo, if you're Onyx, there's a lot that they can
Oh,
do.
the mid.
Mid lane, though.
I don't
There's
wanna have our
action
first time in
there.
MSC.
Whoa. That's a bad time for your jungler to go
Have the
down
name
here
Ohio
for Onyx
Brothers.
Philippines. So what a play already
Best
from Echo. They're
$6
gonna be
ever
looking to
spent,
capitalize
bro.
on it some more.
Oh.
They can't get the stun they're looking for. Feathered Airstrike comes down, though. They're going to have to back off. They do have the numbers advantage. So looks like Echo's going to give this Lord a go. Still hunting for more. They get the flicker from Sanji
Wow.
mid-side, though. Benny Cutie able to dodge that and stay alive. And that's going to be the first Lord already going to the hands of Echo.
Oh, the disengage from Echo gave so much avenue for them not to be bursted down.
I really thought Benny Cutie was a goner there for sure.
I know.
If earlier I thought it was Kekadut, now it was Benny able to just somehow get away from that with a perfectly timed dash, perfectly timed go away ultimate.
Go
It
away.
Shut down, go away ultimate. Yeah, go away.
Get out of
He
here.
told Kekadut, get out of here.
Get
Kekadut.
lost.
And that was a beautiful attempt by Kekadut. Here
Get lost,
comes
punk.
Yowie.
Oh,
Thought
he's
he
done
was
that
gonna
a
go for
couple
it.
times now, where
Yeah.
he's like, you're expecting him to, let it go, but he's like, you know what, never mind.
Yeah,
No,
Just-
not right now.
Not right
he's
now.
playing mind tricks.
Not
But the
today.
player gold right now is with the Storm, Benny Cutie.
You're not that guy.
Not too far from Nets, though.
You're not
He
that
needs
guy,
to
pal.
respect the possibility of a late game comeback,
Again,
if they can.
Again, Nets and Super Friends here, they're positioning themselves really well for counter engages. And we've seen in the past, Echo sometimes they get caught off guard, getting a little bit too eager with wanting to win team fights and wanting to end the game. You can't do
Echo
that
just
to
piece
Onyx.
by
You have to
piece.
respect their
Trying to get the
turnaround
checkmate
possibility
here.
with a Brody and Farsa together.
Well, this is, Onyx Philippines, given this lead that Echo has and everything else, they're in a good position to actually win skirmishes, win team fights. We saw that from the charts, right? Even the damage there. Nets, I feel like this is more of a normal day for Nets, right? He's in a good position. If he can continue to stay alive,
It's his day.
it's his day, right? This is his game. So, combining him with Super Prince's damage and zoning potential on this far side,
Patriot
they have all the
Esports. Getting
pieces
that's
they
a horrible
need to
name.
actually win this
What the
game.
hell?
The question is, do they get set up out of the blue from Echo? That's the scary thing when you have Yaoi on this Kufra across.
How dare
from him.
you?
So
I feel
Echo might
offended
lay traps and
by
lure
that
them in,
name.
right? Because the
Yeah,
only thing
like-
they can rely to is the ultimate of Kakadut.
Kakadu, though, able to find Yaoi here. They don't get the immortality, though. So they expended a lot.
Let it
plus
cook.
the Dragon form for Yoda. So they give up that tier 2. And right now, Echo, knowing the discipline route, they're just going to back off, happy with that.
It'll
turret.
grow on you, I
Great
swear.
attempt there by Onyx, but an even better response there by Echo. Not having, or the immortality of Yaoi not getting popped or expended is going to be big for Echo for this next Lord fight. Onyx, you see them though, still trying to contest. Very calculated with where they show up in the map, trying to get a little bit more space where they need to, especially with a purple buff coming up. Let's see if Echo are going to go anywhere near that to contest it.
Speaking of getting near to Kakadut,
Team
right now,
names
the
that I've liked in
ultimate
NA.
plus the flicker combo is really, really crucial. If
Yeah.
he
BTK
misses
was a
that,
good
there's
name.
No way.
Oh!
Oh my gosh, I was talking.
Area
about missing
77 was
something,
a great
but no,
name.
Echo, mine. I take
Deuce
that.
Knights.
Walked up and took what was supposed to be Sensui's.
The Valley really wasn't a bad name either.
Well, I mean,
It's all about going home late.
if he's got the buff, he's got the buff, right? At this point, with this Lord
But I
King
really
up here, I still wanna believe
A77,
that Echo
it just
Philippines
worked, right?
Can actually fight this and come out on top, depending
Getting
on
reacted
how
to is
they
an option.
overlap. First off, their CC potential, and then the burst that they have. But the problem is now they have to actually get through a lot more. I guess even the.
I will
immortalities,
never
right?
like the
They have to
name
get through
Ohio
that. So
Brothers.
this is going to be an interesting Lord dance here.
I don't really
And
get
right
it.
now,
The meme goes
obviously
over my
showing
head.
the
I don't
map
really get
presence
it.
they have. Look at the bottom side though as
Am
well.
I missing
Yeah,
something?
sitting right now.
They could be.
Do I need to
looking-
Google
Oh,
Ohio
man.
Brothers?
Kakadu with a double. I'm offended. They do find Sanji though. Now on the hunt for Yaoi, who's going to be able to grab the Lord? It's Sensui coming this time.
Sensui finds
with
it.
the retribution.
Is Echo gonna lose this
As he
game?
pays
Question
back
mark.
with their
Oh,
still
oh,
going
Yaoi
back.
comes in.
Benny Cutie unleashing.
Benny Cutie.
With the double, looking
Benny.
for a triple.
Benny.
Sensui.
Benny.
Triple
Benny.
kill for
Benny.
Benny Cutie.
Oh,
Benny
and
and
the
the
drums
Jets.
under the Storm King of Echo from out of nowhere. With what was a beautiful attempt there by Onyx. They secured the Lord. They got the kills. That was an
Whatever
Onyx
happens in
win,
Ohio State-
But the Echo
that doesn't even- I don't
counter
get it.
punish was thunderous.
Benny Cutie, you're a madman. With the immortality of Yaoi, that fail-safe answer. Well, Kakadu did a
I
good
thought
job
Hoon
in
was from
initiating
Vegas.
That stun, that
Yeah.
catch. It was so perfect.
You know, that play that Onyx pulled off is something that Echo pulled off in their crucial victory against RRQ Hoshi in M4. That positioning in the shrubs where you go into the side,
Yeah.
to the side of the map wherever the Lord will
Yeah.
be, that's a play that Echo plays. And I really have to say, Onyx
Wow.
played that to near perfection.
The Ohio
But Echo
wife-
countered so well.
Well, they're still going to be going. The timer's raised, comes out, looking for Kakadu. They can't get the kill just yet. Ryota with the Black Dragon form, though.
You mean it's
so
not
far,
real?
no
You
one
mean
going
Ohio's
down
not
just
real?
yet.
Is that what you mean?
That turret hit away. Kakadu
Benny!
comes in. A nice setup.
Oh!
They're looking for another play here. But
Benny,
still,
Benny's
being
trying,
unleashed
he's
on
trying, he's
Sanford
trying.
to fall. It's
Just
two
not enough
down
damage
to
though.
Red.
Nets gonna find him.
Falls! And they're still
Sheesh.
going, but it's Echo on the run. Onyx Philippines looking to punish. They get another, and look at they get the wipeout here. A
That's
massive
GG's.
play for Onyx Philippines, and that's gonna win them the game, taking us to game 3.
They found their time. They have found their time. That's the sands of time.
The analyst moment.
All right,
All right,
time to go
let's
put
take
my
that.
ice
All
cream
right,
away.
they ban out the Diggy. They're planning to go double petrify.
Ah.
And
Could
I'm
be,
going to
yeah.
say they're
I
going
lied. I'm actually
double
putting my
petrify.
solid soup away. You were right.
Yuzhong,
Getting
Kadita.
it's solid soup.
Okay.
That's kind of what
I
ice
like
cream
it.
is. It's like
Or,
just
Good
or
idea.
something.
Fruit.
At least
solid milk,
let me have a
solid-
little
solid cereal.
maybe
I don't
just
know.
I'll say
All right, I'll be
double
back.
petrify with the Diggy ban.
Okay. Still the similar bans here though for Echo. Let's see if that's gonna happen. I want to see Echo consider bringing out their combo of the Eve or Lilia with a Valir Roam.
Oh.
If they're still gonna first pick the Fredrin, which they will be,
The guy's been
I'd want to
100%.
see them pick up Eve in,
Yeah,
the
Eve.
in their next two picks, and then their marksman.
they need a burst magic damage here if you're Echo, what lacked from game number 2. So,
good steal.
right call, Eve.
Okay, they took the Eve
So,
away.
oh, even Yuzong.
Good response.
There goes my.
There goes both of our suggestions.
There goes
there.
my. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, okay. You got to look at it this way, right? Onyx Philippines. I'm glad
Okay,
that
guys,
they
so
did take the Eve away because
I got
this
some hard
definitely could have been
questions
an
for you
easy game
guys,
for
right?
Sanji.
Some hard
So they
questions.
go ahead and secure themselves that. But across
Number
the
one.
board, we're going back to what we called Squid Game.
Is a
before.
hot
It's
dog
now
a sandwich?
Farsa and Eve here. So, and also they're going to pair it up
You
with
heard
the
me,
Lapu
right?
Lapu. So
Is a hot
and
dog
this is happening quite fast,
a
right?
sandwich?
Obviously,
And if
both
not,
teams know what they want to roll with
what
for
is
this
it?
game number 3. And this is interesting that they do take in the Natalia pick.
So in terms of changing their
Oh,
priorities
it's
around,
meat
this
in
time
between
Onyx
bread.
doing that. They pick up
Is
the
a hot
Natalia of
not a
Kekavik,
sandwich?
which was
What are you
out in
doing?
the open. It's going to be a little bit harder now for Echo to set the tempo because they're going to have to worry about
All right.
Natalia looming around and just surprising
Is a
them with the
hoagie
drops.
Yeah.
a
They have to be careful
sandwich?
with that and respond to that
What about a
well.
hoagie?
So once again, we're going to go into the second phase where will Onyx continue to take away the roam option?
What about like
or
a
Yawi
hoagie?
yet again?
Is a hoagie
that
also
the
its
big
own
question.
category?
Onyx Philippines is playing mind games right now against the Orcas. They've taken out
What's
the
a
Matilda.
hoagie?
Now,
Hold on.
okay,
Let's
well,
show you guys.
We're looking for different scenarios here for Onyx Philippines. Oh,
I like it.
Like a meatballs,
this
like a sub.
Lunox ban is
Images. Let's
really
pull up
efficient for
hoagies.
No, they really thought that. Oh,
Like a sub
Oh,
sandwich.
wait, no.
That's
I
not
wonder if
cut
that
all the way in half,
Echo's
you know?
thinking that Onyx might go for a magic damage dealer now for their gold laner, not necessarily physical. But the thing is, they can afford to go with something more slower scaling, more
It's-
basic attack base, not
this.
necessarily burst.
This is a hoagie.
because they already have
Like
the
a sub
Natalia
sandwich. But
on
not
their-
all the
on
way
their side,
cut.
so they
It's
don't have to
gotta.
worry so much
So like,
about,
see how it's not cut?
missing out on damage.
Yeah,
You see how that's not
Well,
cut
yeah,
all the way
but if
through?
I
It's
were
connected,
Echo,
just like a
I
hot
would
dog
need
bun is.
something to freely roam to defend myself early game because this plays
Is
a
that
lot
a
of
sandwich?
things in my head if you're Natalia. And if we're going back to how Echo plays the macro game, it's big. Well, the Harith ban.
Good ban.
Okay, Echo sees threat now. So what's left for Onyx Philippines?
There's still a lot of marksmen in the board.
Hot
Carry's still
dog,
there,
VH's
Brody's still
favorite.
there. Hell, they might even consider
Uncircumcised
Nathan if they really
Devon.
want that source of magic damage, but it seems like Echo are actually foreseeing that.
Yeah.
And if ever Onyx
It's
pick
an
up Nathan,
unnecessary name
Echo
for a
might be
sandwich.
ready for it.
It's a type of sandwich.
How ready is the Hedgehogs right now? If they're on it, yep, on a normal day, I am
All right.
thinking about something here. So will they pick up the marksman early on?
Is-
Get the Brody on.
Yeah.
it.
No.
I'll say
Brody
just
looks
take the
good.
Brody.
Yeah.
Is bread
Open here. It
is
was,
bread
a
just
pretty good
raw
game that
toast?
Nets had previously in game 2, so
Yeah.
could lock it in. There it
There
is,
we go.
right?
Okay.
Secure them the birdie pick here. It also just allows them to play a little bit safer. But
Or is
this is a big,
toast
crucial pickup
just
as
burnt
well.
bread?
Atlas here going to be secured for Yawi.
100% win rate in the hands of Yawi. You can't go wrong with that. Now for the gold lane for Benny Cutie, Carry is open, as you guys mentioned. Carry, Bruno, or even... I'm thinking of something different, but I don't want to go... they could pick
Right.
Melissa again.
Melissa, maybe even the Claude.
Oh,
There-
yeah.
There's so many things to worry about, though, if you're Benny Cutie. I would not consider an Irithel. So the ones that we've mentioned, Carry, the Claude, might be the pickup here. Okay,
Oh,
they ended up going
okay.
for the Carry instead.
Super friends with the Natalia?
Open for Benny Cutie. Why not take it? So this is
High
Echo's
kill
lineup.
threat?
Is it enough, though, for Onyx? Onyx Philippines early game.
They need a tanky jungler here. I wonder if they're thinking about the barracks,
Grinder?
maybe, or nope, still the
I thought that
green,
was a
okay.
dating app.
Same thing.
That's a lot of damage still on the side of Onyx. This is more of the tempo we know with Onyx that we mentioned earlier. This could go incredibly bad for Echo if they're not careful, because this Onyx lineup has
Anyway.
that snowball potential or that sudden turnaround special in the mid game again.
That's the turn. Now look at that. Coach Lyric. Oh, he's here.
Oh,
I thought he. Oh,
yeah.
Thought he was elsewhere.
yeah.
When is he flying to Malaysia?
I really
John
thought
Dela
he
Cruz
was
knows.
somewhere else.
Yeah, Team Hawk's newest acquisition, Hito, the one CEO of Omega, Now one of the newest members of Team
Gideon.
Hot Team Malaysia.
Them
Good
hot
times.
dog
Back in
their
season time, good times,
sandwiches.
good times for
Yeah.
Gideon,
Then my
We're gonna miss
cheeks
his,
are
the
meal.
CEO robe.
Yeah.
The interviews and everything else.
His
of course.
flippers.
I wonder if he'll bring that to Malaysia.
Can he leave that here?
I'm dead.
not that
I'm
it's
dead.
it'll
Something for
ever
display.
Fit. Yeah, it'll never fit us, but we can just display it.
Well,
So if every younger player's like, they ask me, Mommy, Daddy, whose robe is that? It's like, he's a legend. He's somewhere else now.
yeah.
Where is he? Malaysia.
Malaysia. He's with Min and Man. Now we go back. How will Onyx Philippines show damage and display up against Echo? They're really forcing them to build defense early on.
Yeah.
And with the presence of this Natalia, how will they roam freely?
Yeah,
It's
this
true,
is
and they have a
this
lot
has
of
to be
nice
a
targets for
slower
Natalia.
tempoed Echo game this time around. Maybe even like
They've had a
Onyx taking
lot of
control and
targets. You
then
got this
Echo is the one who has to
Farza,
turn it
Benny
around.
Cutie.
But Onyx mentioned
I guess
earlier,
just
especially
two real
Nets in the
targets, but
interview,
still.
said that the team
They're
really
very
worked on
stationary,
ending
not
the game
long
much
range.
better
I mean,
compared to week one. They knew that
Farza's
was one of their
stationary,
weaknesses
but
in week
long
one,
range.
and
Good
they
tar,
couldn't
easy
just
target.
finish the game that they were dominating. Let's see that if
She's not
they
stationary when
really
she's got her wing by
were
wings, but you
able
know what
to
I'm saying,
whenever
guys.
they take the lead in
And then
this
Benny
game number
Cutie on
three.
this carry is
This
so
again
close
a
range.
game where,
Prime target as
you know, a
well.
lot of this, especially early on to mid-game, the transition. is
And
gonna be on
honestly, in
Kakadu
first
here,
few
but in a
minutes, everyone's a
different,
target, bro.
kind of like in a different flavor. With
Everyone's
this
a
pick.
target.
The fact that he is going to be just hunting for those assassinations.
Grinder
kills.
sandwiches.
I mean, even like this, poking Yaoi down, he's rolling with the
For
extra
some
two
reason,
kills. So
now I keep thinking of the
Onyx
dating
Philippines,
app.
We're talking about
I'm
momentum,
like-
and that's what we want to see from them. Kekadu's the guy
At my
to
work,
do it
we
for
had
them in this game.
veggie meatball grinder.
Although from Kekadu's last performance as a Natalia, he is a more defensive Natalia. In the sense
Grinder
that similar
sandwich
to
is
like
just
what
another
Lance
name
would
for a
often do,
hoagie.
Marksman do. He waits. He's like the finisher. He's the guy who
Submarine
if ever there's
sandwich,
anyone
just
not
like
gonna
another
make sure to
name.
get the kill on him.
What is a
But
grinder
his
versus
aggressive
hoagie? In
maneuver is
Philadelphia,
more
a
on
grinder
this
is a hoagie that is
vision.
heated after
Yeah, just like
assembly.
this.
Whether the
Pops
filling is
Yaoi.
made up of traditionally hot
Grinder
ingredients or
poking
not,
Yaoi
like the hoagie, the
down.
grinder
He's
may
also
have its origins
pretty much
among
got the
Italian
vision
American
as well, so
laborers.
that is gonna
This
play a
time
part
in the
for Onyx
dockyards
Philippines.
of New England.
Now, especially as this leads into this
There you go.
first turtle take, you can see priority people getting that level 4 available.
Why does
as
America
well.
have to
Sanford
complicate things
gonna
so
already
much?
Start poking Sensui
We have
back
like
here.
50
Ow,
names
quite
for
a
everything.
bit.
Oh,
And
man.
he flickers
Oh,
in.
whoa.
Looking
Sensui.
for the kill, he can't get
Stop
him.
it, bro.
Sanford punished here. Should have been a kill
Sanford
in his
never
hand.
gets punished
But on the
like
other
that.
side, look at
Kakadu,
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 he's gonna look
Kakadu.
for Carl
Oh!
Teasy. Finds him. And that's 2 kills
So it's a
for
racial
Onyx
thing?
Philippines, but Echo finds one themselves. Turtle still up.
Woo, I like this scrappy, a very scrappy start to this
But
game.
yes,
And that was a good call for Onyx to immediately dive a Yaoi and Carl Teasy because Sanford, they
Only
knew
in
that
America
if
do
ever
we
he
do we
completed that kill
for
of the
some reason
Sensui,
feel the need to.
Onyx needed to trade and get something back, and they
And
got
again,
it,
it's
but
another.
his first turtle will
We've been
go
talking
in
about how
as
big America
Echo.
is today, and that just goes
So
to like
now it's
America's so
open.
big
Onyx
that
did
literally
want
depending
to
on what
have a
state
contest
you're
against
on,
this turtle now.
and it can feel like a
So
completely different
they're eating the
country.
trade here. No response. It's just early game power spikes for Onyx that they're really utilizing up against Echo. Oh, look at how Keged is aggressively rotating here.
That's what you call the bob and weave right there.
Yeah.
Super Prince.
Weaving.
Able to be okay there, but that's what I wanted to point out too. The fact that Super Prince did get that early kill, has the mystery shop here with this Eve pick. You know he's going to be able to do a lot already with that early kill, right? And yes, it's a minor gold lead that they have, but right now Onyx Philippines in a good position already starting for this game 3.
I want to see
Kakadu
Kakadu kill Sanji
especially
midair. I want to
doing
see him
exactly what he
flying
needs to do
with
on
his
the
wing by
target.
wings and just.
We also have to watch out what Super Prince will be prioritizing as his first item. As the Eve, will he go for the Enchanted Talisman, the Ice Queen wand maybe, a more aggressive option in going for
They
the
really
glowing
want Benny
wand so
Cutie,
that he
bro. You
gets
can
that,
tell.
increased magic
They
damage
want Benny
per
so
hit,
bad. They
of
know
his
he's a
abilities.
threat.
We'll see once the items are up later on.
Yeah, it's buy time for Echo as you're trying to, well, see the possibility against Onyx, because if you're going up against the defense or even the spike now of Onyx, it's deadly. So now you're poking it
Oh,
down.
Sensui. There we go. Finally
Yeah.
picking up a kill.
Just can't escape that last feathered airstrike. He's going to fall here, so that's a kill for Echo. Still going to be looking for more. It's in trouble.
Oh!
Yaoi goes in
Good
with
play.
a flicker. Fatal links. And
Good
that,
play.
just like that, 2 down here, but still Super Prince poking back. A nice little play there for Echo, and they take the gold lead that Onyx Philippines had, and they get rid of it just like that.
Good respect there by Echo on the entry there.
What's
by
a white
Yaoi. 80
sausage?
seconds Until the next turtle spawns. Echo are not going to push out.
I'm
the
waiting
turtle
for Gideon to
back
come
six.
in and say,
See
oh, so that's a
where the
racial
next play
thing
will
too.
take them. Will it be the turtle? Will it be topside? Right now, all roads are pointing to the Turtle Pit as Echo, Benny already building up his first item with the Corrosion Scythe already on the hands of the carry.
Slowly getting those hits right into the hearts of members of Onyx Philippines. Will
that's
they?
deep.
Yeah.
Well, half health here for the Turtle. Ryota with the Black Dragon form, who's going to be able to get the Retribution off. It's
Sensui takes it.
So they secure
Easy.
the objective. And it's a good call from Onyx Philippines. They back off here.
And they put a lot of pressure on the Benny.
They get the flicker out.
Oh, no casualty. But that's Onyx winning that Turtle.
Yeah, so they're still going to be putting pressure here, trying to get that turret. They don't get it just yet. Carl TZ here joining with Sanji and Yawi. They got to be careful. Bottom side as well. The 2 versus 1. They're still
What's
going
the
in
rule
the
of
action.
3, Gideon?
Yawi under the
clean,
turret.
clean. But
The
Kakadu,
fatal
Kakadu
links.
finds
2
one at
fall
least.
for Onyx Philippines top side. And now it's Echo looking to press the situation on this tier.
Oh,
Wow.
that's
And
clean.
another that falls top lane.
Man, being an
At
Echo
this
fan
point,
right now, and that
Echo
and that
should be
reaction
okay, I
from
think.
Brenmar felt like I'm jumping in a swimming pool, but that's just how Yawi did it.
Man, you gotta blame the cameraman. That was like the perfectly timed
Joke's only funny
switch
3 times before it's
to
out.
that,
True.
Like, the moment the camera shifted up top lane, the first thing we see is that Fatal Link setup. That was dramatic.
That was a
and
nice taunt.
cinematic, all rolled into
I
one.
didn't
Now
know
look
that
at
the taunt
items.
worked on
It is the Enchanted Talisman, the super
Kakadu.
built first Forest Eve, but right now it's a bigger lead for Sanji's Farsa. Actually getting the steel leg plates and the warrior boots as well, so that he survives a little bit more of the physical damage coming out of Ryota and Kakadu. More importantly, what we thought would be a quicker snowballing scale by Onyx has turned into an Echo control game. And I have to mention here the play that Onyx
I didn't
tried
know
to go
the
for
taunt
earlier.
worked
We
on
call it
Talia
the
like that.
second turtle
I guess
trade,
it has
or
to,
the
right?
5-minute
It taunts
trade,
heroes,
wherein
so
instead of going for the
it's not like
second
she's
turtle
immune
or
to
whatever
taunt.
the objective is up at the 5th minute,
But I just
what
never
you
really
go
thought
for is
about
to
it. I've
push
never
into the
seen
gold
it.
lane. That's
Seen
what
it
we did
happen.
to Benny to force out and his flicker and actually almost taking down his tower. Echo, though, what teams usually do is after that trade attempt, you go for the counter engage and counter punish, which Echo eventually did, taking down the tower up top and getting that highlight play from Yawi there as well.
Oh, Echo really done their homework this time against Onyx. Now, in just a span of time, going back from game number 2, this is how they completely reset. Echo setting up the borderline here. No contest at all for Onyx Philippines. Respecting the setup right now of Echo. Buying time for mid-game. They need the defense. Setup here is really showing out for Yawi.
This is a scary position to be in, right? Especially when you know there's an Atlas across from you here.
I know.
Yawi's going to get the vision he needs and looking for more mid-lane action here.
Ryota taking a lot of damage.
Using the Black Dragon form. Can they look for
At
what
least
they
Ryota.
want?
Oh, Yawi.
Again! And they're still going to be looking to punish them, but it's Yawi that falls here. No one from Onyx Philippines going down. They're able to survive that despite that fatal links from Yawi.
That was a beautiful initiation by Yawi, but Onyx, what a response to hold on, not lose their cool. They didn't even need to expend flickers on
Onyx
Super
PH looks pretty good this
Nets
season.
there. Great response there by Onyx to not lose it.
I say they were expecting it. They were waiting for
They're the
Yawi
first-
to make the move.
I mean, I know
and they
Echo's
had
only
the
played
chance
against
to
2 teams,
sustain
but still.
the damage. So possibly right now, Echo is not, the damage is not yet enough to go up against Onyx Philippines.
Yeah. The crucial thing there also was the silence coming in from Kekadude's Natalia. He was able to come in just at the right time. Echo knew actually that he was going to show up behind them because Yawi got the info right before he set things up, but they still couldn't avoid the silence.
Oh, they're still going to be going at it.
Kekadude.
Sanji's in trouble.
Oh.
Gets taken down. And now Benny trying to fire back here, looking to get a kill. Gets Sensui. So it's a 1-for-1 so far. Ryota's still going at it. And they back off for now. Another
As long as Benny
mid-lane.
can keep going,
One
0
member for
deaths.
each team down, and we're only 25 seconds away from the first Lord.
Ooh, what an exciting match these two are showing. Onyx utilizing their Natalia and Karina together to prioritize taking down Sanji, which is honestly a great call. Again, that's their only source of magic damage right now.
And where Onyx is kind of holding Echo at bay here is Echo can't really split push right now, right? They have to be really careful.
Build items against true damage.
They can't really send someone
And
off
this
alone
forces
because of
out two members
Kakadu.
of Onyx to build additional defense if they want to get soaked up for damage. But Sensui here is
Sensui,
looking for a chance to
Sanford.
steal this.
There's still a lot of kill
Are they
pressure
looking
from
for a
Onyx.
borderline here? Are they looking for an opening?
Especially
One
for a
fourth
solo
health here.
player.
They're going
Wow.
to secure it with Carl Teasy. Yawi going to pull him in.
Oh, and
They're
they find
looking for
Sensui.
Sensui. They find him. Keep an eye on Kakadu. He was looking for an angle backside, but not going to commit to it.
Yeah.
Lord secured for Echo.
Fantastic positioning there by Sanford and Yaoi to place themselves in an area where Sensui just could not get past. The stun coming in from the dual-handed sword form of Sanford, as well as Yaoi being there. Great call for Echo to not only block Sensui from coming in, but actually even get the kill onto him.
Oh, they have eyes. They smell Kakadut from a mile away, and they don't want that to happen. Now they approach mid-game. They're building up items. They're building up damage. They want to go up against the team fighting capability of Onyx. If they take Kakadut first and be aware on where his positioning is, that gives him an avenue of bouncing back. So now probably they would want to clear this lane because they know somewhere around this map, someone is probably getting information out of Echo.
Kakadu pretty much has one job at this point in the game, and that's to, well, actually two, give vision and look for Benny Cutie. And now Yaoi again with the fatal links, looking for Sensui. They do
Ryota though.
Get the target. He finds that Benny Cutie's gonna fall here, and Sanford taking him out. They're
Nets
still
is still
going.
up. Nets is still up. Damage for Onyx still up.
Here. Already used the torn apart memory. It's gone. Can
Echo
they
wants to
win this fight
re-engage.
here? Super
I don't think they
Prince
should
healthy,
have.
Looking for Easy. Gets him down. So they find two. Onyx Philippines.
Who's my favorite team
on.
this
It's
season?
A 2-for-2 trade.
Fantastic positioning by Nets.
I was an
and
Echo
Super
fan
Prince
last
in the
season, last
couple of
playoffs.
occasions that we saw,
I really
but
wanted
great
them to
exposure
win.
Saji couldn't
When
get
they were
it
playing
onto
against
Nets.
Blacklist in Season
Speaking
10 in the finals, I really
Kakadu,
wanted them to
Ryota,
win.
and Sensui's
And even though they
entries
lost,
together have
I
been
watched
the
that
bane
game
of
and I was
Echo's
like,
existence in
Echo.
the last couple of engagements, especially
You
that
can find
last one
clips.
there,
When
where
before
they
M4,
really are hunting
a lot of
down
my guesses
either
were
Benny
Echo.
or
I was like,
Sanji.
Echo might
If
just
they
pull
can't
this
get
off,
Sanji,
and they ended
they'll
up doing
get
it
Benny.
so.
They can't get Benny, they'll get Sanji. They know that if they take at least one of them down, their chances of winning a team fight will increase considerably. So I like the focus.
I think
that
Echo.
Onyx is
I think
putting
Echo
into
wins
here.
this season.
Now Echo, I'd want to see a little bit more caution from there because even though yes they have the tools, they really need to watch out for those synchronized entries.
Echo could
by
just have a
Onyx
really good
because
year
that's
this
been
year,
punishing
really.
Sanji and Benny.
I really think they could.
They need to look out for that. The late
They could
game
win this. They
answer
could go
of
on to
Onyx
MSC,
Philippines
possibly
is
win
still on
that.
the table, up against the world champs.
Yeah.
Echo. Now for lane clearing and vision, they would really want.
I'm
to
also
up
a fan of
against
RSG.
up against Echo's
I like
possible
RSG.
split.
Yeah. Now the members of Echo need to watch out for the fact that there is already
I don't know
a
what
malefic roar
last season they
on
were
the
like.
hands of Kakadut's Natalia. Nets, on the other hand, I believe he's on the way to building.
But
a
in Season
fast
9, I
cross
became
and
a little bit of a
also
fan of
sustainability. But he
RSG.
does have the Heptaseas, the Malefic
Naths,
Roar,
bro.
and the Wind of Nature as well. So they really need to maximize on protecting Sanji and making sure he stays alive so that he can deal the damage onto Nets.
Oh, what's the safety? What's the safety line here if you're Echo?
Oh, look at Dude. Look at Dude.
You say Ryota's life steal early is really strong.
Well, hopefully, you don't want to see Onyx Philippines just give this one up. Sensui in position here. Going to be looking for that
Yeah, he's a
retribution.
little
They
off
don't
right
get
now,
it.
huh?
Yeah, we
Yaoi already using the conceal, trying to get information as well.
He's a little
Ryota
off.
with the Black Dragon form, going to push them back.
It makes
Lord
us
still
wonder if he was
1/4
just
health
like,
here.
if
Do
his
they
Esmeralda is
commit
just
to
that
it?
good.
There's Sanford
comparative to
jumping
all of
in,
his other
still gonna go,
heroes.
and Kakadu going to take the damage. Yaoi
Wow.
flickers in. They take out Kakadu. And they're still going to be working on it. Lord's still up as well. Juggle.
Oh!
And Sensu
Everyone
is
gets
able to
knocked up. That
secure
is
it.
so sad.
Looking for more. Ryota now quite low here. Going to be able to get away. Echo still on the hunt.
Oh, the
Same
Legion.
Oh, Ryota. It's a 3 versus
a
1.
ton.
4 versus
Ooh.
1.
They get it,
He
they get it.
falls. But Onyx Philippines securing the Lord.
One of the best qualities has been of Sensui that is usually flown
knock- that
under
was
the
so
radar,
unfortunate,
not
bro.
mentioned, is his ability to win retribution battles. That's one of the key reasons as to why Onyx performed the way they did in the MPL Philippines Season 10 regular season. When all else fails, count and Sensui to win their retri battles.
Practice, mastery, that's Onyx Philippines Sensui. Now he's up against a world champ, two-time world champion, Carl TZ, and you get the chance in saying, hey, I can take this myself, I can do it myself. This is a complete showdown that they can make this happen, that they can be up against the world champs.
Yeah, Sensui's just treating it like a normal day.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. It's still a
all of their
normal
normal
day.
days.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What day is it? It's a normal day.
it's Saturday, but call it normal day for Onyx Philippines.
Every day is normal day.
Every
for
day
them.
is normal day. I'm going to say it as well.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
again, thank you, Nets, for giving us that soundbite that we will use
What
the
time is it?
entire
It's
season
normal
now
day.
for Onyx.
It's a normal day.
I love that mentality. Again, it's don't put so much pressure on yourself.
Especially when you're going against a team like Echo, right?
For me, that
key.
helps.
Yeah, it
that
does.
helped them.
It does. And you see them right now. They forced that game number 3. They're playing well in this game number 3. And Echo actually are the ones with their backs on the wall despite them having a tower lead. It's more a red side map color that we're seeing right now.
Well, I feel like that's also just partly because
We'll probably
you have
watch
the
some
mentality
MPL
of
ID
watching
tomorrow night.
even if you have
This
that
is
tower
probably going to be my
advantage,
last
you-
game tonight.
You never know, right? You never
1
know
a.m.
exactly where Kekadu's going to be here on
Yeah.
this Natalia, and that's always a threat. So that's why we actually see Echo being, in a way, quite defensive here.
Well, you're correct, and at the same time, it plays with your mind so much heading into the ultra late game. Because if they want to have a pickoff against Onyx, they would either go full or 3-man dive or 5-man dive. But if they try to even isolate one from Onyx Philippines, that could mean something for them to have a push.
Yeah. And we also have to point out here the disparity in gold. It's an almost 2,000 gold lead for Sanford's Lapu-Lapu over Ryota's Yuzong. However, in terms of their impact in the game, it's still pretty similar. Despite Sanford building himself a Hunter Strike and a Bloodlust Axe, it seems like with what Ryota can do in terms of disrupting Sanji's Farsa, it doesn't feel like there's a 2K gold lead between Sanford and Ryota.
Yeah, he's actually right.
Or not at all. So it's more likely it boils down to mechanics, execution.
Yep.
Now this enhanced Lord
It's
can
going to be an important
completely
one.
turn things around. How will they be able to isolate members of Onyx Philippines right now? It's a threat right now for the Orcas.
Well, look what they're doing, right? Yaoi's parked in that bush there.
Inferno Reaper, have a good one.
Right
It's
now
okay.
we
You're not
have
going to miss
wait
much.
see
We're going to
how
go to bed after
Lord
this game
dance
too.
commences, because right now both junglers here just trying to get that advantage of the space here, keeping it in the middle actually. You can see just how careful everybody is. I mean, even Sanji parking into the base to use that flare to pretty much spot out here if they can, but also the longer they wait here, it gets a little bit more scary for Echo actually, especially with Super Friends just picking up that Divine Glaive.
Yeah.
It's a Lord dance.
Can Sensui do it again? He did in Season 10, one of the most amazing plays I saw in my entire time of casting. Leaving the shadow of the Karina ultimate to go back to it just like a Hayabusa and get the retribution.
Will we see that?
Will we see that again? But right now we see Echo pulling their signature play for the Lord push.
There's the conceal. Yaoi looking for his own angle. He can't catch anyone that he was looking for. Backside though, Kekadu!
Oh, Sanji goes down.
Sanji.
That's
they
bad.
Lose a massive amount of firepower. And they're
Carl
still gonna
Tizzy doesn't get this. It could be it.
Yaoi again!
Steal!
How does he do it? Taking it from the hands of
Echo might lose
Carl
this, huh?
Tizzy.
I was feeling something. I thought Beniki was waiting for something good to happen, but that Sanji being bursted down turned things around.
They committed everything to taking down that Farsa. And Sensui, calm and cool, winning another retribution battle against Carl Tizzy. He's in Zen mode right now. Call him Zensui.
Yeah, talking about Zen and peace. A Karina for Onyx Philippines. No sweat. I can do a battle up against Carl Tizzy. That's confidence. Pure confidence on a normal day.
It's a normal day.
Again. We're going to say it over and over again.
It's a
This is
normal
something
day.
for Onyx Philippines. Everything's normal.
Well, right now,
Everything's normal.
they want to end this series here, right? They're in good position to do it, too.
Oh,
And then
no.
if they win this series, giving Echo that loss, that's going to allow them to pretty much celebrate their normal day here. So right now, they are going to have to defend. If you're Echo, this Lord taking down that inhibitor turret. The
Inhibitor
base
down.
cracked open here, top side.
Onyx
Onyx
not
Philippines
gonna.
still
They're
be
not gonna
working
rush
on
it.
This tier 2 in the mid lane, knock it on the door of Echo.
I say it's not the end for Echo. They have the Atlas. Yaoi has the flicker, the comeback play, the setup play is still there, so they could actually respect that if you're Onyx Philippines. But how do you get out of the base? The presence of Kekadu right now is threatening by the minute.
Yeah, Echo are going to have to play this more defensively, counter-punch style like what Onyx have been doing. Because looking at the lineup of Echo, they do have a lineup that's built very well for defending sieges and turning the game around from that scenario. Because when you're defending from the base, and
Sanford's
you're
got the most
Sanji,
damage.
there are less angles you have to worry about.
Benny
where
Cutie's
Kekadu
barely
could
done any
potentially come
damage this
from.
game.
The main thing you just have to worry about is that big dragon flying straight in your face.
You don't want that drop. right in front of him. If you have Petrified, that could be the end if you're bursting down firepower.
Can you, I mean, okay, we're seeing player gold now, but did you see the total damage, just how low Benny Cutie is on the total damage? I think
It's crazy because he's got the most gold and he's got second to last damage.
Low?
That's how much of a struggle Benny Cutie is having here in this game.
Yeah, and that's what we were talking about earlier. Teams are so used to going up against a carry, and after the display of this hero in the M4 World Championship, and, well, even in the MWI that we saw recently before MPL Philippines started, teams have studied this hero so closely that they know what they can
Lucas,
do in
I'll
game
probably
to
watch it
minimize
tomorrow
its
night.
impact. And that's what they're doing right now to Benny QT. And again, that's kudos to Onyx for understanding
I don't
what
have
they
the
need to
energy.
do.
Yeah, they're not afraid. So now if you're Echo,
And
you
I would
need
rather
an extra
watch it
damage.
with
You need an
with
extra
energy
burst.
than be
If
tired
you,
and
if
watch
you want
it.
to have a team fighting capability, you need to have that all in check. But how would you go up against Onyx, remaining unpredictable, seeing avenues?
Oh,
You're
man.
getting
They
close.
missed it.
Talk about a game of chicken. That was a game of chicken right there. But both of them didn't go for the kiss.
No.
I'll
Man,
stream
that
the
could've
same
been
time,
deadly.
Lucas.
I felt the crowd right
I'll
in my
probably
back.
come on around
Yeah.
10
I don't
a.m.
think
my
it would walk
time.
up to
So
the
if you're
position
over, I mean 10 p.m. my time.
Thank you.
So if you're
I don't want
overseas,
that to happen, though.
it'll be
I mean,
like
at this point in the game,
10
Kenny
a.m.
knows
for
that
you, 11 a.m.
We'll
for
be
you.
hunting for him, and if they're
I
playing the
do
Bush
10
game,
a.m.
that's
Eastern-
kind of expected at this point. So
Eastern
now we
time.
find ourselves again in this situation for the fourth Lord of the Game, even more crucial than ever. Everybody take a look at all the positioning
Look at that.
on both sides.
I love this.
gonna
Scattered
buy?
presence.
10
no
p.m.
one
Eastern time. I
committing,
mean 10 p.m. Eastern
no
time.
team committing,
Asia
all
time,
of
it'll
it
be
into
10
the
a.m.
Lord. Multiple options for
Philippines
both sides,
time,
either
it'll
for
be
split push,
11 a.m.
Sandwich, so many
And
things that we can see, so many
Indonesian
possibilities
time
in the next few
is
minutes.
12-hour difference, so 10
Onyx
a.m.
Philippines is spreading Echo too thinly with all of the problems.
Eastern
Minions
USA time,
pushing.
10 p.m.
Lord,
Central USA
Just like a
time, 9
sandwich lacking
p.m.
filling.
Western
Correct.
USA
How
time,
do you
8
even
p.m.
eat that on breakfast?
It's
What a
mostly
Or
bread.
7
Yeah.
p.m.
For
Whoa.
the, that's a sad day to imagine. I don't want to have that on my breakfast, but if Onyx wants it,
There's
who will
they-
get this
both
Lord?
teams want this
Come
one. Lord at
on,
1/4
come
halfway.
on.
Referee-
Carl Teasy finds
by
it.
Carl Teasy.
That's huge, but
Now
Ryota.
Kakadu looking for the kill. Sanji with a feathered airstrike.
Benny
The
Cutie
artillery's
trying.
there, and they're going to get trapped here a little bit by Super Fritz. They've got to call it off. Look at that Echo.
Nobody
they get
dies,
the
though.
one that counts to keep them in the game here. Echo with the Lord.
The one that counts. You can win many
Yeah, we've been going
retribution
for
battles
over 3.5
throughout the game,
hours, so.
But whoever wins the one that counts will find the turnaround. And now, just as Echo we thought was completely threatened and forced to play defensive, Carl Teasy,
Finally
the
gets it.
two-time world
He needed
champion,
that.
got the one that counts.
The most important part of
They
a
got the
possible
strongest Lord, it's
comeback
true.
of Echo is now lighting up. But they're not out of the woods yet. It's Onyx
yet.
Philippines still holding through the last line of defense. They're pressuring up top, but can they push forward in the base?
Here comes Yaoi. They're going to be looking for anything they can. Ryota with the Black Dragon form. Kakadu has his eyes set on the target. Can't get it. Gets fatal linked and falls.
That's what they needed. That's what they
Sandy
needed.
with the kill. And now it's Echo looking to end the series.
Nets.
Echo loud and proud.
GG's,
The base is
GG's,
going
GG's.
down. And in a valiant game, Echo comes out on top 2-1.
GG's. That was a good game, though.
Louder and prouder, escaping defeat. Echo keep their
Good games tonight, guys. Good games tonight. GG's. Well played to everyone that watched tonight. Thank you. We had a lot of fun on stream tonight. I appreciate everyone who hangs out and watches these with me. The stream's been growing and everything, man. We got 60 viewers right now and stuff, so it's been really awesome. Everyone that's been joining and stuff the past couple weeks. Oh, I'm tired though. I'm tired, guys. Ugh. Abdul, thank you, man. I will stream tomorrow night. Yeah, I'll be streaming tomorrow night most likely. Like 10 p.m., 11 p.m., something like that. Something like that, guys. Thank you. You know. You know. We got the Benny Cutie signature on there. I need to get it, like, put up on the wall or something, but I don't know. We'll see. All right, guys. Much love. Till next time. Till we meet again. Trex signing out. This is the end of the late night session with Trex. Hopefully we see you on the next episode. Next time on Trex Cast Stream. Will he continue watching MPLPH or will he move on to MPLID? Only time will tell. Until next time.